What's up, guys? Welcome back to MOTVLIVE. This is Motive Pod number 24, and we got all the man them out here for this summer week up in this bitch. We got AK, our OG man. Say hi, AK.
Bro.
Bullet.
Man, this is crazy. This is Motive Pod live / just Motive Live. And man, we are live as fuck, bro.
Wow.
This is crazy. Listen, I've honestly been dreaming about, I've been like daydreaming about this type of setup for about like 4 months now.
Yo, same here,
And
bro.
we almost made it happen like 2 months ago, but then it didn't go through. But now we finally made it happen. And this is kind of how these things usually play out.
Yeah,
It's like,
spontaneous,
they
bro.
happen- they
It's
happen
really
when you least
serendipitous.
expect them.
Absolutely.
So, bro, going live like this is dangerous because, first of all,
We don't know
can
what's
say
gonna happen,
we can
bro.
say
It's
vile
a friend
shit.
group, man. Like, it's like
But the other
uncensored
reason that
friend
this is
group.
dangerous is because,
Exactly.
bro, we got bare equipment out here, and this shit was like $1,700,
Damn.
which is like my credit card limit has already been reached this month. So
Yeah.
so I gotta bring
and
this
interest
back.
rates aren't doing so
I gotta
good,
bring
bro.
this back. The fucking monetary environment too is not good right now. It's contractionary. But anyways, I gotta bring this shit back in one piece to the rental spot tomorrow. And this is the little stick is that, you know, bro, I actually went through so much just to get this shit because the rental spot is like deep in Canada, and as some of y'all know,
Oh
I'm not the
my
best with
gosh.
directions.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
like,
very aware.
Bro,
very
I actually
familiar.
took so many wrong turns. But
I'm not even a
I will
passenger
say-
princess when it comes to you, bro. I'm the
That's the
passenger
thing.
king.
I was
That's
gonna
the thing.
Excuse me.
You don't know where
Anyways,
you're going, bro.
But I was gonna say that it just goes to show how much I wanted to make this happen, considering that even though I was
Yo, by the way, these guys are watching Sausage
We're
Party.
also
I was
watching
deep-
Sausage Party in the
I was deep
background,
east.
so we
Nah,
will-
we're not gonna even bring
that's
attention.
crazy.
Anyways, yo,
you air it out? Like I've just been looking at it this whole time like a freak.
yeah, cause you're fucking,
no.
bro. You're actually,
It's
a,
the
you're
Alright,
actually a
alright,
weirdo.
scene and-
Anyways,
Yep.
so we're about to introduce everybody in the pod. Let's start off from right or left to right. Let's go for Shamar, bro. Introduce yourself, man.
Hello, my name is Shamar. We're here at MotorPod Live. My first appearance. Pretty nice.
Now we gotta do age, relationship
Oh,
status,
sorry.
relationship
I didn't
status.
know it was
Yo,
gonna-
don't cap, body count.
Yeah, body count, body count.
All right,
Age,
you
sex,
know what I'm
location.
saying?
Okay, wait, restart. Wait. Age,
Alright.
name, and then relationship status.
Yo, can we all show Shamar some respect though? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yo, be quiet.
Alright.
So Shamar, my name's Shamar.
Yeah.
Age 19.
uh,
You know, from Canada. You know what I'm saying? Land of the free, 613. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
How about you, Freddie?
All right, let's hear it from Freddie, bro.
Frederick
Age.
Elliott, age 19. We're gonna skip the body count. Okay.
I didn't ask
This
for
is
that.
my second appearance on the podcast. I've been a big, long time fan. I tune in at least an hour every Sunday to watch my two besties.
Thank you, man.
go
I
off, always
appreciate that,
talking
bro. I
about,
appreciate
you know,
that.
the correct stuff, spreading wiseness upon the youth,
That's
and I'm
right.
just so happy to
That's
be here.
right.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yo, I appreciate it. You already know who it is. It's John, co-founder and CEO of MotivePod, Algo, OpenAI, and Microsoft in the future, of course. I'm 19. I'm married. Alhamdulillah. And you know, I'm just excited for this MotivePod. As Andrew said, you know, we've been thinking about this for the longest time. We've been really want to set this up, and this is the start and the first of many incredible podcasts with all the boys and incredible guests that we have here today. So let's hear it, Andrew.
I'm Andrew.
AK.
You know, fuck man, I do all this AV shit, and yeah, I mean, I started Motive as well. Like I originally started it, and then this guy came in.
Well, he started it
That's
as
debatable.
like it was Motive with MOTIVE, and then I said MOTV.
Clearly, I'm not as good a talker when it comes to speaking about myself, but you know, I leave it in the action.
Age,
So,
relationship status.
bro, my age
14.
is,
100.
is 19.
Okay.
My relationship status is single.
What doesn't
My body count is -5.
That's fine.
Just you know,
Wallahi.
like dudes are negative, right? So it just
Yeah. What?
I don't know, like-
Foods are negative? What do you mean about that?
And yeah, man, I'm just waiting for Dushan to pull up to this, honestly.
Real shit.
But,
Duchenne Mitrick coming
Yeah, I mean, bro.
Wait.
As for CEO and co-founder,
Wait, are they coming? Yeah, James has the key. Okay, tell them. Okay, yeah, come in. Anyways, Sorry to
Yeah,
cut you off.
no, thank you. I mean, honestly, I was probably not saying too much, so.
Nah, bro, don't do yourself like that, bro.
Yeah.
AK, you're crazy. You're crazy.
So, yeah, again, I went to fucking Canada, and here we are.
Holy fuck.
Actually, what I was gonna say
hold
is that
on.
Duchenne
Yo, I
didn't
told you
want
to hold the fuck on, bro. Wait, no, get back. Yes,
You're
get back.
yelling into the mic
Yes,
right
get back.
You're yelling to the mic.
Okay, yo, let's hear it.
Yo, real quick.
This is
Somebody, I'm gonna just say real quick, just so that we know. Yo, keep the door open for this.
Your camera
He's
turned
leaving?
off, bro.
Fuck, bro.
Are you serious?
Bro, it actually does that shit. Damn.
Why did it do
Yo, we might
that?
have to shoot on the
Okay, so what are we
iPhone.
gonna do with all these mics?
Wait, why? Is it dead?
We need more
No,
mics.
it just was that.
We need more mics.
Bro, just pass them off.
Yeah, we're just
I was about to introduce myself. It's so strict. Oh my god.
All right, we got a noise complaint coming.
Yeah, we're definitely.
I guess this is where Freddie takes over as.
that aren't
co-host.
on video.
And,
Guys, watch. When
this-
Duchenne comes in, I'm pressing this guy.
yeah.
Yeah, look at Duchenne,
Yo,
bro.
press him in
Duchenne
frame
with the
though.
hyper
Just
shit. Yeah.
Age, sex,
I'm
location,
pressing
Freddie.
What?
I'm gonna start.
Age, sex, location.
19, a male, and from Ottawa.
Yeah.
But we all knew this.
We got. the
That was an
queen over.
unneeded comment. Amin, you could go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, my name's Amin. I'm 19. Relationship status in the negatives, like my boy right here.
Man, we just doing it.
Just more handsome, you feel me?
Yeah.
But
I appreciate that, bro.
I'm on this podcast as a special guest, you feel me? And yeah, I'm gonna see how it goes.
Yeah.
Support this podcast. Fire podcast.
Thank you. I.
Hello, my name's Cheval.
Oh my god.
Age, 18.
There are so many people here right now.
Sex, male. Body count, 300.
What?
Noise complaint,
Bro. James brought bare people here. Yo, run it. Keep running it. This is why we need a camera operator to touch the screen every so often.
bro. Anyways,
Alright.
yo,
We're
Amin,
just like-
introduce yourself.
Yo,
already
so we
did.
got a min.
Cheval, did you do it?
Cheval, get on the record.
Sorry,
Yo, can we
there's
get
technical
Neil?
difficulties. We have some people in the back.
Right now.
Cheval, introduce yourself.
Cheval.
My name is Cheval.
Age.
My age is 18. My body count's 300.
All right, thank you.
Bro, when are you letting these people in?
Because we're gonna do it. Shut the fuck up.
Ah,
Special
okay,
reveal,
okay,
bro. Okay, you go.
There's no people there.
My name is Neil.
Bro, I
I'm-
fucking love Neil, though. I'm gonna just be real about
I'm
that.
18.
Wallahi.
Go ahead, Neil.
It was relationship status. That was what I said.
Neil, what's your relationship status with the Lord?
Yeah.
I'm not Christian and I've been taken.
Are you not Muslim?
I'm not Muslim either.
Alright, Ian.
Sometime.
Let's give it Ian. You know there's an extra mic here, bro.
We have mics on mics on
Okay.
mics. bro. We
Okay.
have it
Okay.
on
Introduce
deck.
yourself, Ian.
Ian, I'm 19,
Okay.
male.
Yo, can I just say Ian runs the soccer team?
Captain
That's
Ian,
true.
bro. Wallahi.
Ian,
Bro, Ian and Freddie doing the most on the soccer team.
Yeah.
No. You said just Ian.
I didn't say
I thought this
Freddie
is how
because
you
you looked
feel.
at me, bro. I said it because it's true.
And you know,
Someone gotta
like
fight back, someone
with
gotta fight
Motive,
back.
we obviously want to
Yo.
always have a party, right? Motive Live, the goal was to have some. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut
Ian,
you off. I didn't mean to
male.
cut you off.
19.
That's it.
Genius.
Guys, can you repeat what Ian just said? Can
You
y'all
see-
repeat what Ian just said?
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Ian.
Can y'all repeat what
so,
Ian just said?
anyways, you know,
Nah, I didn't think so.
being Motive, you know, we really want to make sure that we get that atmosphere up. We're all about that
Atmosphere.
experience.
Man, y'all
Exactly.
already know.
And you know, who else to start that up than all of our boys, all of the mandem. And
Bro.
you see, we really want a party up in here. So, you know, we have to get it up. We have to increase it. So we're gonna turn it up today, folks. And we have the main man, Duchenne. Yo, look over here. We got James Surratt, bro. Holy shit, bro.
Yo, I think Freddie has something
Oh
to
wait,
say.
hold
to
on.
Duchenne.
Freddie has something to say. Freddie has something to say to you. Freddie has something to say to you, bro.
Duchenne talking all that shit. What's good?
Oh.
He said, "Who the fuck is Freddie?" We used to work together.
On the Motive Pod. On the
When did I
Motive
say
Pod.
Bro, what? My fault. My fault. I apologize.
It's all good. It's all good.
Beef squashed here today. All right.
squashed,
Yo, there's a seat around the bar. Just sit around the bar. You can put it up back here, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. Yo, you actually no, you can share with us. You can share with us. Anyways, yo, we're gonna continue up. We got a lot of people going. Yo, come here. We got
Can I just
Big
say,
Boy,
I
GJ,
cannot just say.
Graham Jaworski, bro. Party up here. All right.
We'll get
All right,
to
yo,
it.
there's chairs in the back if you need. All right, come here. We have more
I'm
people.
drinking.
Where's James, bro?
It's
This guy
funny
just did.
'cause this is all getting
Yeah,
recorded.
come here. We're introducing you to Motive Live. This is how it is, bro.
Just hear that shit.
Look at
shit.
Ella Young, Berkeley graduate, pulled up, and then they all left. Anyways.
Yo, can I just say though, like this is really a Motive Pod thing. You see, we had Freddie and Dushan on here. They had some beef that was unresolved. Look what happened, bro.
Yo, my fault, bro.
Chess boxing match in the future.
Oh
That's
shit! Yo,
all
I
I'm
had boxing
saying.
gloves. I could bring it.
Yo,
Yeah,
chess.
boxing
Do you have a
gloves.
chessboard?
That'd be
Do I
fine,
have
that'd
a,
be
yeah, we
fine.
do have a chessboard.
All right.
And there's
So-
these people.
Yo, I'm gonna get us going here. So
Yeah.
of course, Dushan, it's really convenient that you showed up. I know John was hyping you up and shit to interview and shit, but let's be real right now, bro. Like, I know you just spent 8 months on a fucking sound engineering grind. So can you just like go put on those headphones and run it?
Wow, you're telling this guy to become the.
I'm playing, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I'm playing. Sit down, sit down.
That's Hattie's role,
Sit
bro.
down.
He should be here right now.
Yo, just to be clear,
Yo, where's Hattie?
Bro, I don't know, man. Yo, he's praying. Alhamdulillah.
if y'all ever see that camera go black, it's because Hattie's not here to
Yo,
touch
there's
it.
drinks in the back for you guys
But,
if you want to
um,
share, bro. I mean, sorry, it's juice.
Oh, yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yo, real quick.
Um,
I'll acknowledge that 2 months ago, about 2 to 4 months ago, I talked to Dushan about what microphones we should use for this, and he clearly said, "Do not use the microphones that we are currently using." Like he actually begged me not to use them,
I was like, please, bro.
but I was as I was
do not
talking to
use
John,
dynamic
as I
microphones.
was saying to John, like they're like 6 times more expensive.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're using these ones.
The ad
That's
revenue.
fair.
Listen, YouTube, if you want to sponsor us with that ad revenue, we're all ears, man. We want all the
Yeah.
advertisements. We, want
We don't have that
tampons.
Berkeley equipment
We
here. We're
want
limited to.
Grammarly.com. Yeah, bro. All the things you get. You don't get tampon ads? I
No
get
way this is
pregnancy
going up
ads,
on
tampon
YouTube.
ads.
We're
It's a
all
For
shut
You
up.
page. for
What are you
reason.
searching?
This is getting
What's
taken
that?
down from me.
What's that search history look like?
Boyfriend, guys.
What's he doing over there?
Guys, if Susan sees this, you guys are getting.
Is who? Suzanne?
If Susan sees this,
Yo,
Susan?
real.
you're getting your
Our old
Who's that?
boss.
Who's
bro.
that?
Susan? Yo, she's not the CEO anymore.
It's
Yeah,
someone
but
else.
still,
She left.
she holds weight.
Yeah, it's that new guy.
Holds weight.
Bro,
Who is
y'all
Mo
be
Faram?
knowing the like. I
Faram
don't
G?
fucking know what the.
Yeah,
Y'all
nah.
like researching my.
Yo, yeah.
company when we were 15. Like,
Yo,
it's
in all honesty, bro, like I don't want to focus too much on my main man, but like, yo, last time I saw him, bro, like this guy was giving me the craziest advice, bro. It was the day before the second semester, man. That shit was too crazy, bro.
yo,
That was the last time I had.
You're
any
doing me
drip
too
of
nicely.
alcohol,
You're doing
bro.
me too nicely, bro.
Nah, because they don't understand how it was, bro. We were sitting across the way like this,
Yo,
man.
we were
Look at
playing
each other,
drunk
bro.
chess, bro. We were playing chess, but every time anyone takes a piece, you take a shot, and we slowly increase the percentage. Of
Yeah,
Hey,
bro.
I was there on
Yo,
FaceTime
'cause,
for
like,
some
it-
time.
Yeah,
we
that's real,
had
that's real,
we
that's
had
real.
like
Andrew's there,
all
Andrew's
these.
there.
Yeah, of course.
I was
Andrew's
there.
AK
yeah.
is always a part of
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? And we had this like
Did you say
line of
AK?
food. Yeah, AK. That's how you call
That's
it.
fine. That's fine.
AK-47.
Glad I just bro. And it was just crazy,
That's
man.
crazy.
Like this guy's been such an incredible influence on our lives, and just big shout out to Dushan real quick on Motive Live. And you know, it's been a minute since I talked to him, but
We don't have to do that.
You know,
In fact,
like-
we shouldn't do that even.
Hattie,
sing the
can
song.
you add in Dushan's song to the stream? Wait a minute, he's not here.
That
Fuck.
yeah, what the
In
fuck,
fact,
Hattie?
We
That's
could
tough.
stop right here and it'd still be funny. Like,
And,
it might be funnier if we're being real. Like, no need to beat a dead horse. Like,
Yo, yeah, he should been here, bro. Like you can see the ghost of Christmas past over there. Like it's
That's-
just literally just headphones on a
If
like
you
a
see
towel
me
right
walking
now.
over as I am now every
screen
few
getting
seconds
darker.
because Hattie's not here, so
so the screen
Oh
is
my
dark and you
gosh.
walk over and touch it.
yeah,
You
bro.
have to walk over manually every
usually-
time, bro.
Yeah,
You
bro.
haven't changed like your settings for it to not turn off.
Yeah, yo, just change the settings right now, bro. Fix it.
right now.
Yeah, fix it from the behind.
Camera's an upgrade though. Y'all are.
We got the webcam. We got the porno cam.
Yo, you cannot be talking with me so highly when you like literally like inspire me in every conversation. Like, this
talking
guy-
about,
'cause, like,
bro?
confidence alone inspires me to like hold myself with something like bro is like another level of confidence. Not to mention a tech genius. Yo, I met the craziest guy in Boston. I met some dude. He's Serbian, so naturally I met him.
Ah.
And he's this is for the podcast. This dude
yeah,
owns like a AI company that's valued at like $18 million or something and is growing. And like, yo, and it's all him. He's the owner. He's
Just
the
him.
president. Yeah, that's
What's
what
up?
that's what I'm saying.
What's up with him?
Yo, what's
I
up?
know
with
AI.
it? You know, I was gonna say.
I've been
it. I
coding.
was like, yo, listen. I told him. I was literally like, yo, my friend. He's like, go. I promise, he's probably better than you. Like, he's probably like, he knows everything. Like, he's literally like, everyone he works for is like, damn.
What's his startup?
What's his startup?
What
I
is it?
forget exactly what it's called, but it's basically I should ask him because he's my homie. But
I forget exactly what it's called. I think it's something
Open-
Is it open?
AI,
Is it like chat?
Chat GT.
I think I heard about that. It was some. I
Yeah,
think
it's like something
yeah.
new,
small,
right?
No. But on real though, it's like basically what it is, like an AI that helps you like find hotels, and it
Oh,
like does
shit.
mad data collection on what people like hotels people get based on their financials, based on everything. Low key a little intrusive,
Oh,
but
That's
like
cool. That's
all
cool,
of it is,
bro.
and
Yeah,
like and then
yeah.
it like he works. He basically sells the AI to like hotel companies, like there's websites and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and it runs searches
So-
and like matches the best price for them with the best room. and,
Right.
like,
This is like it's like dynamic pricing.
yeah.
Yeah,
And-
of course.
and, like for example, obviously flights were the first to do this, I think, or hotels or flights were the first to do this. Like, well, instead of just setting
Anyways, yo, we
instead of setting the
This is like- Yo, you know they can't hear you, right, Andrew? You can just keep talking, bro. They can't hear them.
That's
well,
true.
I mean,
'Cause
we
they're
can
not
check the
mic'd.
levels right now.
I know the levels. Sit down. Keep talking.
He
bro.
knows,
knows
the,
the
my
levels.
fault.
He
He
knows
the
them.
levels. Say less.
I know the levels, bro.
So basically, what happens is that, I mean, you'll go on. You know, the cookies have been tracking you for your whole lifetime, and then instead of just having MSRP price, they'll basically give you a price on that you see as the friendly consumer that's completely based on your data and what the model predicts you're willing to pay.
Absolutely, bro. And you know what? Like, yo, these incredible business opportunities that we see with AI is just gonna keep growing. However, I don't think our friends are going to be too involved with the conversation. So I'm gonna go ahead and
That's true.
yo, this
Bro,
is
we're
definitely
supposed to
something
get
we
into
can
the
keep
yearbook,
talking about,
man.
though. That's what I'm saying. We should need to get into the yearbook, bro.
All right.
But we need
Yo,
to
we can
we need to hold the
you
crowd
got the
down.
yearbook
Anyways,
in front of you?
yo, hold it
We brought
down,
it,
hold
we
it
brought
down, bro.
Damn.
We're gonna go over the motherfucking SRB yearbook post-mortem, bro. So if you want to pitch it, you can sit
All
down,
right.
grab a mic, bro. You can.
Yo, first question.
There's an extra mic over here if anyone wants to grab it, bro.
First question.
Yo, let's open
Who
it up,
is?
bro.
Yo,
Yo, we're gonna do trivia, bro. Oh, yo, you know what we should do? This is what we're gonna do, bro. We're gonna do guess who had this as their yearbook quote.
Oh,
that's fine,
That's fine.
Yo, but first, before we get into it, okay, we're 10 months out, right?
Yeah.
Let's just, or is
10
it
months
8 months
out.
out. We're 8 months out.
Yeah.
Okay, who is on the highest, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Highest.
What do
where's
you
it
mean?
at?
Like
where
the highest
are the
vote?
rankings? Where are the rankings?
Yo,
at?
the rank.
Okay, we'll talk about the
bro.
rankings in
For
a bit because we have to
success or
review
what?
it. We have to review it first. You know, we have to
for
review the
what?
roster.
Drug usage.
In top in terms of what? Yeah, what was your
In
criteria?
terms of success, like projected
Just how you're
success.
feeling,
and everything.
Projected
Yeah, but like, what is he
success.
doing now?
Yo,
Actually, I know what he's
bro.
doing
honest,
right
I
now.
would imagine he's still.
He's still grinding, bro.
I
I
imagine
spoke
he's
with him
still
recently.
doing
Yo,
1 million things at once. Like. Yeah.
We can't hear you. Graham, you're not talking. Give her the
He's
mic.
working at a
The
research
Josh
position.
Bertzoff
Oh,
update.
shit.
He's
Yeah.
staying in Montreal over the summer, and he is a research assistant at a hospital. I
Yeah.
learned this from Luigi yesterday.
I actually saw Josh not too long ago. Like
Respect.
maybe a few weeks ago before the summer ended. And what I found out is that like Josh was
Nice.
actually I'm not gonna expose him, but he was really deciding on what he actually wanted to do in the future. I don't think I'm at liberty, but he wanted to he said he wanted to work more towards neuroscience technology. He's very invested in that, and he's pursuing a degree in neuroscience right now, I believe. So you know that's all
Where
the
do you guys
updates.
think?
Oh, nah.
Has she fallen off or has she gone up?
Yo, by the way,
Yo.
guys, you can say whatever you want because we're just gonna go in and edit all the haram shit out of this. Like dead ass, you can say whatever you want.
Fat
No, we're gonna watch it all, bro. We do it all the time, man. I do.
Yo. Attention over here.
Yo, why'd you say the F word?
Does anyone have any information?
Yo, you know what? She was actually pretty kind. No.
Oh,
Yo,
that's
there was
nice,
this
that's
thing.
nice.
Do you guys know this? You know who started this? I remember in grade 8 when she broke her leg, like shattered it. She had this friend named and Cole went up to them and she was like, "Yo, that's Scooter Girl and Bowling Ball."
No.
I was like,
No.
Yo,
That's
check
crazy.
She's not. She left, bro. She
That's
went to like
wild,
St.
that's
Paul's, I
wild.
believe.
My favorite high school memory is walking down
What the?
What the fuck? That's messed up. Yo,
Nah.
cut the shit. Cut the shit. Andrew.
That's so fucked up. Bro.
Hattie,
Yo,
when you watching this, you cut that, bro.
anyways.
All right, guys. We're gonna play. We're gonna play guess that. We're gonna play guess that yearbook quote. We're gonna see who wrote this yearbook quote.
That's it.
And if you falter, you're gonna have to take a drink of juice from that black water bottle over there. All right. Real
That's
shit.
wild, that's
Real
wild.
shit.
I'm
So
halal,
if
run
you
that,
mess
run
it
that.
up, yo, if you don't get it right, if you don't guess the right thing, or if you're not nearly close, you get 3 guesses. You're gonna have to take a drink from the Jamba Juice.
Yo, we will go around the room. Everyone like
Exactly,
Each
we'll
person
go
for each
around the
quote,
room.
We'll give you 3 guesses.
So we'll start with our left side, bro. We'll go with Amin. Amin, come forward. Step forward. Step into the center of the screen,
Amin.
Habibi.
Over here.
All right, I'm gonna look through some things and I'm gonna choose one and I'm gonna ask
Fine.
who you think said it, bro. You got 3 guesses and you have 3 hints. You can ask for 3 hints and I'll give you hints as well. So you have 3 guesses, 3 hints. All right. So let me read this real quick. Let me read this real quick. All right. This is gonna be. You want a hard one or an easy one? Easy one. Okay. I can do an easy one. Yo, this is only for the real ones. Nobody can help him, bro. Wallahi.
Yeah.
Hello, peers and teachers. My name is Graham Jaworski. Who said that?
Who is it?
Was that you, bro? Low-key,
I'm
yo.
playing, I'm
Yo.
playing.
Yo, was that you?
That's my guy, grandma,
Yeah. Bro, it's funny because I was just thinking to myself, this is gonna be a pain to record. But then as soon as I said, I'm like, this is gonna be so.
No,
funny
it's gonna be
to
so good,
fucking
bro.
edit.
Amin saved, bro. Amin saved. Wallahi, alhamdulillah, he's halal for another day. Yo. Yo, next up. Yo, Shamar? You're up. All right. Are you ready? Yo, you got 3 guesses, 3 hints. Okay. let me
Shamar,
read
how
it.
many of these yearbook codes did you help create?
I don't know.
Yo, what about this one?
Give me my
This is.
work.
You want an easy one or a hard one?
Easy. I don't know.
Easy.
Aye.
No, I'll do that for later. You don't have to say that for that. Anyways. Yo, okay, Shamar, listen to this. This yearbook quote is, COVID was a pain. You have 3 guesses, 3 hints. COVID was a pain.
That was easy? What's hard then?
That's it. Come on.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You
gotta think about it.
I know.
You can have 3 hints. You got 3 hints. Like, you can ask anything you want.
All right. I need a phone a friend.
Okay, what's up?
Yo,
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Phone your brain.
Huh?
Phone your brain.
I'll give you a hint. What? Okay, that's one.
Bro,
that's one. I was
Shamar,
about to say,
don't read in
Jen,
between
it's
the
a
lines,
male.
just
It's a
read.
male. A male said this. That's your first hint.
The way you just
It's not
assumed
you.
that.
No. I'm gonna give you the hint.
That's your first guess. You got first hint, first guess off.
Yeah.
The way
I'm
you
gonna give you the hints.
the way
I'm
you
gonna give
just
you the hints,
guessed
bro.
that without.
Don't read in between the lines. Read the line.
That's fire. That's your second
That's a
hint, by the
fire
way.
hint. That's a
That's your
fire
second hint, by the way. You're already down 2.
COVID was a pain.
Listen to it. You want me to read it again?
Yeah. Well,
COVID was a pain.
COVID was a pain.
COVID was a pain. Bitch, I said you can't help them. You can't help them.
Oh my
You
god.
have to drink
Oh
now.
my
You have
god.
to drink.
Oh
You
my
have to
god.
drink out of the black bottle.
You stole his guess, bro. That's crazy.
God damn. Ella,
Fuck
you
to
actually
edit, bro.
snitched.
That's gonna be so
All right, Shamar, you're saved.
Yo,
Saved
I'm
by the
actually
bell.
gonna
Okay,
binge
Freddie,
watch
you're
this
up.
movie.
Freddie, you're up.
I'm ready.
So you want an easy one, you want a hard one?
I don't care if it's easy or hard. I want a character.
Oh, you want a
Mm.
character.
I want a
I'll give you a character. All right, listen to this. I'll flip the page, bro. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
I know who the fuck.
Nah, that's not Juha.
Nah. We already know.
I'll give you a hint. Okay, the first one will be kind of a hard hint. Chemistry class.
Okay, so this has to be my chemistry class.
Maybe.
I'm thinking like David Lang, but
Nah, you have one more guess.
whoa, that wasn't a guess.
Okay. I'll give you that. Well, actually, no, that's a guess. That's a fucking guess, bro. I told you no. No, because I told you no, bro. I listened to this shit. This guy has high IQ. Nah. Okay, you have one more guess. Two other hints? Okay, 2 other hints. Chakudi. That should layer it down.
Chakudi works at
And then,
LGH with my mom.
This
now,
might be
bro.
too easy, bro, but like, the military. I don't know if you can twist that. The military.
What the hell?
Military, Chakudi.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You chose
That's
that.
crazy.
It was
like,
it was
the
chem
score?
class.
With who?
That's my hint too.
Come on, Freddie, you got this.
Let's Julia.
I said, I don't know her
Come
name
on,
either,
Freddy.
bro.
You got this. You got this. You got this.
Military.
Yo, this guy actually, I can't believe he can't get this, bro. What the fuck?
I thought I'd be good at this.
This is the easiest one.
I'm going Tim Brogan.
He's not
Bro, motherfucker.
Nah. Me
I didn't
too.
say him.
No.
It's-
Nah, Freddie, if you're
I know,
mad,
but I
tell
said
him. If you're mad, tell
military.
him.
You gotta think
Fuck is
camo,
Christy?
military.
Freddie, if you're mad about this, tell John. If you're mad, tell him.
You pick one. You pick one. I think I'd be good at this.
Can I just?
I've never seen. Oh,
Okay, we'll go around.
oh,
We'll go
that
back around.
girl in
We'll go
our
back around.
math class.
Thank you for that nod.
I got you.
Yo, I'm a test whether
I'll take a hard one.
You
I'll try a
talk
hard one.
about being with the guys. You still keep up with them. You know them
Hey,
all.
yo,
You talk
being
about
with the-
you say
If you
you're-
clickbait
yo,
me and pick a girl right now, that's
you say
unfair.
you
bro.
say you're part of the Muslim community of Ottawa,
Hey, yo.
but let's see how much you really know them.
Okay.
Inshallah.
This is the quote: part-time student, part-time finesse.
Nah.
Am I like a clown, bro? Who do you think I am? I don't even need nothing, bro. Watch this. Ahmed Soba.
That's supposed.
Yo, Ahmed
Yo,
told me
do
that
y'all
quote
mind
was
if I
supposed
sit
to be
in that chair right here?
it was supposed to end with part-time baller. Like after that,
They all
but
just,
someone
like-
in the fucking yearbook, some teacher was like, "Nah, you can't put that." Like he didn't even know what it meant.
Yo, do shit. Oh wait, no, Andrew, you want it? You want it?
Baller gets censored.
Nah.
Bro, they censored like something in mine, and mine is like the
Oh no, you know what it
corniest
was?
ass
Sorry, it wasn't
thing.
ball. It was bag chaser. But the teacher, he was like, "That just means money." But the teacher thought that was some gang shit. He was like bag chaser. Like,
Alright, Andrew, I'm gonna do you because you were sitting there, so I'm gonna pick you.
oh, you actually jumped.
You wanna
across.
do
You
me?
You tried to skip yourself, bro. You
Yo,
actually
this
switched places. He tried to avoid it.
Yeah,
Nah.
he thought he was. Oh shit, you right, bro. He
that's
couldn't
actually-
escaped me,
you're a
bro.
snake,
Alright,
bro.
are you ready for
Listen,
this,
bro, I didn't read y'all yearbook quotes. I'm sorry, I was too busy fucking. I don't know, fucking.
Okay. Let's go. Let's
Yo,
go.
this is gonna be.
We're not skipping you either, bro. You're not.
Yo, I don't know which one I want to pick. Yo, back up.
What is it? What is it?
Hold on, I'm picking because I want to do this one. I want to do this one, but I feel like it's too easy. Actually, no, I'll do it. I'll do
You
it.
guys do that one.
I'll do it. You know how I'll do it?
Yo, sit down. We got it. Yo, listen up. Here's the quote.
All right, listen. People always hated on my come up. Like, bro, it's already happening. You could be savage with your peeps, but don't trip, homeboy. I'm in the savage squad, 100 steps ahead of my game. Who is that?
Gotta be Josh.
Luka Kova.
Who is that?
Yo, best quote in the whole book, bro. Not even.
Wallahi.
No competition.
Is this
Best
this
quote.
guy an exec prod?
I mean, like, not really.
This, did we hire him for that?
I guess, yeah.
Is this our executive producer, Hadi Akin?
Yeah, you did know it. I didn't think you knew the lore like that. I do shit. I'm going
else
to
would
you.
I-
Yo, don't skip Graham. Don't skip Graham.
Yo,
Hold on.
no. Pause. We gotta like. Why the fuck did he do that?
Why did he?
Like,
Why did he make that his
who
quote?
convinced him to do that? Like, he convinced
No
himself.
one convinced him. He's a savage. He makes his own decisions.
That's
so
crazy.
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
understand.
Hadi. I'm
Yo,
just mad that
Hadi's
you're
gonna
not
watch this and
Oh,
edit it.
it's
He's gonna
easy
see
first
clowning on
round.
him.
Easy
How
first
dare you
round.
disrespect your own
Alright, we're going to the
This
next
we're all
one.
going to jail, dog. Right?
Alright. Yo, we're going to the next
That's
one.
it,
Yo, I'm going to choose this one. Actually, he knows that. Nah, this one. It's going to be. It's like his rival, arch rival.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Alright.
Yo, what the? Is it me or Graham?
No, we have to do that for him, bro. That's actually crazy.
Freddie, why are you trying to scheme
Yeah, we're
up
gonna do
on
that. We're gonna do that.
Freddie?
All right.
Why you trying to scheme up on
We were talking about Neil and not you.
don't need to plan this shit
Who?
out.
Yo, this
Neil,
is such
not
a
you.
good ass idea for a game, bro. You guys.
The
are so
thing is,
good
like,
for
I
this.
feel like you'll know all these, so I'm not gonna
Bro,
say
this
them.
shit's too loud.
Alright. Let's see if you can get this one.
I
Let's
gotta
see if you can
scream
get
into
this
the
one.
mic,
This is
but then the
this
mic
is
level's
like
already there.
it's not gonna be that easy. I'm not gonna lie.
You did not need to get
Alright,
dynamic microphones, but they're the cheapest. Also, you could break
It's
them.
it's
Like,
it's
sorry, you can't break them.
41 degrees, 47 inches,
Yeah.
10
Knock
degrees
over a
north.
condenser and it's all over. I feel you.
10 inches
What did
north,
it cost?
12 degrees, 24 feet, 44.7 inches east.
No,
basically
no, I'm saying
just
these
gave
don't
the
break. I'm saying these like
full
keep them on the ground. They
Yeah.
still work because of the hard metal shell and everything. But like condensers, these are dynamics. Like
You can have 3 hits,
condensers,
3
like,
guesses.
There's no
Or
way.
cardio.
It's actually the
like,
hardest
yeah,
one.
They're
I
like
can think of.
they're bad. Like,
You could ask any
I'm sorry,
question, I'll
I'm
answer.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking tired as a motherfucker.
Nah, you're
They're
right.
much better, but
Like,
like if you
obviously
knock
not
it
his
over, you're
name.
risking everything. So it's like, but also just don't knock it over. It's not
Bro,
because it's not in your hand.
That's
it's
why,
on the
like,
table.
in this case though.
You would have, but
Like,
you
we don't have
wouldn't
to
have
This
noticed
because
he was
everyone's
there.
loud, it
Saying,
makes
like,
sense to
you
get.
gotta-
That's such a diss.
Yo, yo, yo. What is
No,
going on?
all right,
hits,
make a
bro.
decision. Make a
Yeah,
decision.
it's a guy too. I'll
Yo,
make it
read the
easy.
quote. Read the quote. Read
Yeah,
the
take
quote.
that.
Hold
Right,
on. We
fucking-
didn't.
I
accept
did.
it.
The quote is 41 degrees.
John. You're.
What?
No, I'm saying like I can't see your face.
Oh, my bad. Yo, the quote was 41 degrees, 47 feet, 10.0 inches north. 20 degrees, 24 inches, 44.7 inches
Are you trying to say
east.
seconds?
It might be seconds. I don't know. It makes no sense. Like
I
it's.
don't think it's inches. I think it's
It probably is
No, I think
seconds.
I think it might be inches. I'm not sure.
or
Let's hear it.
minutes.
It's a coordinate.
Maybe.
Like it's
Yeah,
a
that's probably
coordinate,
it.
bro. Yeah. It's a fucking.
You have. So I
coordinate.
gave you your first hit. You still have 3 guesses.
Yo, just access your mental database of the entire coordinate system of the world, bro.
You could get this. You could get this.
Josh Poplove.
That's
Bro.
your second guess, but no.
That's wild, bro. You remember Josh Poplo? Come on.
You really? What the fuck?
Yeah. You gotta do my guy like that.
You actually got the hardest
Not
one
my
in the
guy.
book based
I
on
think
the
you got the hardest one. I would have gotten this, low
The
key.
hint you was a little bit.
I actually
too
would have
broad,
gotten this.
Given the demographics.
I would have.
Just
wallahi.
try at that point, bro. Like, given the demographics.
No, because he's the
it's
only
crazy.
person that I could think of. Like I would not remember in my class.
Alright.
So close.
It's almost my turn. I'll go after my turn. It's almost me. Alright.
Do you know who that is?
Who was it?
My
Motherfuckers
bad.
ain't leaving just yet. Who was
Alright,
it? Who was it?
Who the fuck? Who is that?
How the
Who
fuck
is
would you?
that? What?
I don't know, bro. I just thought
Who
it was
is
funny to
that,
start
bro?
off with. It was hard.
He was?
Podcast is losing
Yeah, he
its
was,
shit
bro.
Can
He
we
was.
search that
right
up though?
now.
Can we search that up though? Like, what is that?
Josh, the coordinate?
like,
Yeah,
what
what
is
is the coordinate?
Oh, yo, you can look it up if
That's
you
terrible.
want.
Also, by the way, the strat is if you have to scream talk to the person, then like John.
Yo,
John, you know what I'm saying?
John,
That's
John, John.
hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. Nobody's gonna ever get that, bro. Like, I really don't think I don't think Dushan actually ever knew this person.
Yo, don't do it too hard. Do it easy. Come on. I just do a character. Do somebody I would know.
I'll do somebody you know.
Don't do it too hard. Don't do it too hard. Do a quote that like is memorable, bro. Come me some slack, please.
Know him though. They don't know him. I want to be easy. I want to be easy. I'll do that for Shamar. Fuck. Yo, okay. This is gonna be kind of like a hard one, but low key and
Yo,
easy
Dushan's busy. Stop taking up his time. Let's go, bro.
one. I.
He's not going
I am not going to the walk.
We can have our own walk. What's it? We can have our own walk.
Hey yo. Yo, y'all ain't hear nothing, bro. Y'all are not hearing nothing. Me and Andrew in
Nah,
like a
he's
very
not.
homosexual relationship.
Oh,
It's not a
Andrew has
relationship,
so
it's a
many protections,
marriage.
bro. He's so many like.
So basically,
Dushan's
Neil asked how's his game he played. Neil.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's
we're
too bad.
going
Yeah,
that
we can't
way,
do
and
that. We can't do
basically,
that. Okay,
like,
we'll do
John reads a quote from someone, and the person has to guess who it is. Yeah, it's really slow.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay,
John
Dushan, are
has
you
to be,
ready?
like,
Dushan, are you
I'm
ready?
ready. I'm ready. All right.
Yo, we're reading the quote. We're reading the
Yo,
next
hold
quote.
up, bro. If you're screaming,
Pull
like,
the
in the
mic.
room, then
Pull the mic away.
Oh, yeah,
or
you're right,
turn
you're
your head like that.
you gotta control your own levels, bro.
There's no Hattie to monitor the levels.
All right, listen. This is the quote.
Yeah.
There should have been a class about all of my SRB crushes. You got 3 guesses, 3 hints.
Is it a girl?
It's a girl.
Of course,
your
it's a
first
fucking
hint.
girl. Oh my god, bro.
Oh, I wish I picked you for
It's
this, Shamar.
somebody annoying as fuck. Cause only somebody annoying as a motherfucker would say that, bro.
You got 3 guesses, 2 hints.
Oh my god. Wait, bitch. I asked one thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have
That's
2 more. Oh, okay. All right. It's a
Go
girl that's mad annoying because no one else would fucking say that. What was it? Repeat.
Right.
Was she popular? Be real. Be for real.
Nah.
Not in the slightest. All right.
That's one guess down.
All right, fuck.
Wow, you did her so dirty.
Yeah, that was mad.
Was she popular?
Everybody who
No.
you guess, everybody who you guess gets done so dirty by you.
My fault, my fault,
Are
my
you
fault.
popular? No.
He just didn't
My
want to get it
fault.
right on the first
My
try.
fault,
it's
my fault,
fine.
my
Ah,
fault.
you got 2 guesses, 1 last hint.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
No.
Fuck. Who was, okay.
You have 1 last
Alright,
hint.
one more? Okay, okay, wait.
You have
Yo,
a
yo,
hint. You have a
Duchenne,
hint though. You have a
Duchenne,
hint.
Duchenne.
One more
I need
hint.
you to get this one. Duchenne, yo, pause, bro.
Think of your hint.
No. No way.
Why,
I know
why?
who it is. My fault.
Why are you mad?
Why'd you expose the last hint?
Your hints are
It's a
fucking shit, bro.
hint, bro.
He's supposed to ask a question.
What do you mean, bro?
I'm the host. I'm just kidding. You can do
What?
Yo, I need
It's
to
too easy. It's
Yo,
too easy.
quick-
How too easy.
quick administrative part. It's fucking funny. You weren't at the party, so you don't get it. It's fucking funny. I don't know where the fuck you were that
Damn.
night, bro.
Yo,
But he
true.
was at the party.
It's funny if you were there.
It's about to get heated.
Yo,
It's about to
if
get
you were
heated.
there,
It's
it'd be
getting
fucking
heated.
funny
It's
for
getting
Rick about the
heated.
Lord.
This is funny. She was
Yo,
a
real quick though.
ridiculous human being.
Yo, quick
Yo, you pick
administrative.
one for Neil. You pick one for
Damn.
Neil.
Yo, you know who you are. That shit's
You
so
can
sick.
read it dubs on the fucking like the university
Yo,
placement.
thank you, bro.
man.
Yo, it was 8%
Get your mic,
acceptance
get your mic,
rate.
get your mic.
It was absolutely
Yo, let's-
ridiculous, bro. Oh shit. Let's hear. Let's hear.
Okay, so you got.
Bro.
Okay, so your
Bye.
hint. Sorry, your quote.
Yo, one of you guys can fill in the chair over here.
Your
No,
quote.
actually, though, when
Yo,
I was-
Ryan, if you
when I
want,
was
you can
saying,
sit in
like-
the chair over here. There's a full chair open for you.
What's the quote? Repeat. What the fuck?
You got 3 guesses, 3 hints.
Are they still alive?
It's
Is it?
no.
Neil, you should know
Good
this.
guess, but
That is
no.
a
If
fire
Shimara's
guess.
here,
Definitely
yes,
that
but
quote. That was that was like
That's an
Sherlock
excellent
level
quote.
guess.
She doesn't even have a yearbook quote though.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
Bro, that's even worse.
Can I get one hint?
Okay, hint.
You actually get 3
Wait.
hints. Fun fact.
Gender.
Okay, we'll start with gender.
The
It's a
hint
female.
from me is the fucking give it away vile hint apparently.
Oh. Might be a she, they.
Yeah.
Not a joke.
Not a
That's
joke,
a
that's
serious matter.
Yeah.
It might be a
Yo,
Oh,
Neil, talk to the
deadass.
mic.
Wait, can I see?
Freddie, were they in our equity and social justice class?
Yes.
Dude, if you got a quote
So
like
that's-
that, you
that's-
have to
that's
be
two
in
hints,
equity and
that's two
social
hints.
justice.
I don't need you
Yo,
Yo, you're actually snake. You're actually snake.
you actually
Shut the
sneak.
fuck up,
He
bro.
mouthed it.
I'm
He
gonna give you a
mouthed
hard
it.
ass one,
What the
bro.
hell?
I can't read
I feel like
lips,
it's not a big
bro.
deal,
but I thought
like,
it was-
shit.
No,
No.
you have
You
one
cannot
last
read lips.
one.
You
have
actually
one
can't
You
read
actually can't
lips.
read lips.
God damn. That's good. That's good though. That's a good
Okay,
one.
One more
Well, I
guess.
get-
one more
Let's go, Neil. Let's go.
I get another hint.
Let's go, Neil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Another hint.
Oh, another hint.
You want to ask a question? You want us to give you a hint?
Yeah, one more hint.
You know that
Okay, let's give a
Pitbull
hint.
line?
The what?
You know that.
I got a good one. Okay. You
Yo,
go.
that's fucked. That's fucked. Hey, yo, everybody shut up. Bro, listen, Duchenne just looked over at me.
Yo, you got it.
Bro, Duchenne just looked over at me and said the funniest shit.
Your
It
hint.
took me a second to realize.
No,
but, like,
we can't say that. We wanna
Yo, no.
We can't censor every single thing in the fucking.
At this portion,
Actually, we could.
This one's getting.
Okay, say it.
this one is
We'll censor all
fucked.
the names.
Hint number 3. Okay.
The hint was gonna be.
You know what my hint was? John?
Duchan's was fucked.
I said. I said. You know that Pitbull line?
Holy shit, that's fucked. Yo, Ian, sit down in this chair and take one of the mics. please.
Quick administrative note, though. When we, because you know how we have to like mute out the names.
All the names are
No,
gonna
but
cut
hold
out,
on,
bro.
But we're saying the yearbook code and the name.
Oh.
So what
So
do
they can just go
which
find
one-
the quote and know
which-
who we were talking
We're not
about.
uploading this, bro.
What's that?
Yeah.
We're not uploading this.
This
It's gonna be
podcast is
private.
no-
It's gonna be members only. Patreon.
Members
Bro,
only. Members only.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
We spent so
Patreon.
much on audio, and we're not even gonna upload the audio for this. It's just gonna be fucking
We'll just
video.
upload when we stop
Speaking
talking
of
about
video.
this. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get into a real talk.
Yeah, we
We'll
will.
do a
we
Mr.
will.
Beast and upload in like 10 years.
We'll get
Yeah,
into a real
yeah,
talk.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
That's
exactly.
real.
All right,
Y'all finna get mad
Pick one for
lawsuits.
Ian. Pick one for Ian. Actually,
Your
no,
music
I
career
want-
is over in exactly 10 years when this gets uploaded.
Yo, I want you to pick one for Ian.
Yo, deadass 10 years from now.
It won't
someone's
be
gonna-
anything you said up until
was ready to
the
pick
quote
something
you
good.
just said.
Real.
We're gonna get into the hard ones because we're running out of people that we know.
It's actually tough. No, like they were so sure I was gonna get.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't guess. That's the easiest one.
No, I don't know. I thought it was a guy. I thought when you said like.
I was thinking of doing that. No, I was gonna say like. Two correlations there that I gave it to you.
Bro, the beard looks fire.
We already did
Looks
it for.
fresh.
Yeah.
What I was saying is that, like, cause I told this
Yeah,
to
there's
John.
nobody sick
I think
clothes.
actually after you told me.
Yeah.
Is
I was
like
thinking
when
we
I
should
said
say,
like, who is like the most.
I was
who's,
thinking
like,
for Ian.
really fucking.
I was thinking for Ian, we say like.
I was referencing you, cause that's fucking so big, bro.
Oh,
Cause I feel like
don't
that's
know,
you taking
bro.
a risk.
Are you
No, let's
being
take
real
mine.
right now, bro?
That'd be
Well, I
crazy.
told him, cause I told
Yeah,
him
that's
like you took a
crazy.
risk.
That's actually so.
No, I
he
told him that
doesn't
you took
know.
a risk that could have like
Completely
so
flopped.
bad.
that could have
Could've
like
gone terribly.
gone terrible.
Yeah, read it.
But then after you got
Okay,
in,
Ian,
that was like
your quote
the-
is,
the
if
like,
one
the
is
risk of it went
cautious
down
about
by so much.
pursuing an
So,
unusual
like, you
path,
secured it.
Yeah,
it
I
may
secured,
help
like,
to
that program
remember
was it,
that the
bro. That was the
cynics
main
will
thing.
be
That's it.
forgotten just
That's
as
the fucking
readily
the
as your
golden ticket, bro.
failures
The
will
golden
be
goose.
too.
You got three hints.
You
three
get,
guesses.
you get hints.
What's the quote? What's the quote? What's the quote?
Yo,
Hint
repeat,
one.
repeat,
Hint one.
repeat.
Male.
Male.
That
Yo.
eliminates half of the population.
Yo, quote repeat right now.
It's such a lengthy quote.
Do you want me to read
That's
it?
crazy, bro. We fucking do this
For the
shit
for the
hours.
pod.
Okay, you can read it. You can. Read it. If one is cautious
Coconuts
about
and 2 sentences.
pursuing, if one is cautious about pursuing an unusual path, it may help to remember that the cynics will be forgotten just as readily as your failures will be too.
Oh, I already fucking know, bro.
Who is it? I had another hint. How would you know them?
School, through school.
Middle school.
Bitch.
Okay, that's a better hit.
That's a better hint.
Wait, yeah, middle school.
That's a better hint.
For sure,
What you
middle
look at me for, bro? I didn't go to any of your middle school, bro. Me and Ryan went to Putman, bro. And no one else. Like,
Yeah, one more hint. You got 3 guesses. You have 3 guesses.
yo, after this game, we'll get more into the real shit.
Bro, it's up to you.
Do you
If
not- do
need
you
to
know
cut,
this?
Don't feel obligated. You know what I mean?
No,
Like if you need to go.
so-
down,
No, no, no.
So I'm happy to do
Your
this.
surprise face as well.
Okay.
Alright.
I want to see it.
They're coming back, and
Yeah.
then like Ryan and I are hanging out after all this anyway. So
Alright,
like,
yeah. No, again, like.
yo,
You can have you have one more hint.
we could just talk now, like fucking, bro.
Shit. Do you have
But
a good
yeah,
hint?
no, the program like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like I was looking at some shit on the website.
No,
the
but this
other
is-
day. It's actually crazy.
Could be like a little bit more lenient.
A list of alumni, basically, alumni from my major specifically have won or been nominated for a Grammy, an Emmy, or an Oscar 434
I don't know,
times.
bro. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Think how many fucking Grammys have there even been like for that to happen? How long is Berkeley? Like that's fucking
Soccer.
like I was literally going through shit and I found like
Soccer.
Kanye's engineer and like producer
Really.
like for his first 5 albums went to my program, went to Berkeley.
That's
Like this is now someone I have his contact information. I could go access and like yo,
Okay,
what's
well,
up?
you
The
now
5
you know
best
it's not
ones.
you, Fang. So
What's
I'll
up?
take
The
it.
good ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
we-
good ones, the best ones. If we're
two
being real,
more.
if we're being real. And he produced with them like a lot later too. It's crazy. Yeah, and there's a whole like thing on his Wikipedia page with this. Anyway, doesn't matter. But like this dude, fucking Kanye went through like 6
I might be
engineers
cold, man.
before he found this dude.
Really?
And he like
Come on,
did
Ian, we
anything
got
he
this.
wanted. He was like, fuck it.
You
He,
have
like,
2 more
didn't-
guesses.
He, like, didn't,
Oh,
like he
that's
tested all of them. They all failed except for this dude. He went to Berkeley. Like it's fucking wild. And like that's just one person. It's like Charlie Puth when
No,
like
yeah,
did my
one more
major. Like
guess.
all the not that fucking matters. He's not in that line of work now, but he kind of is. And it's like it's just like it's crazy. Like but Berkeley aside, my major aside, like I double declared, like I'm in a second major as well, songwriting. I mean, it's kind of a joke, but like, but
Bro,
it's
double
guys
declared
check
for ChatGPT.
for ChatGPT.
By the way, Neil-
That laugh was not at, that laugh was not at all.
that was my heart shattered as you like as a but no,
yeah, I'm in an AI major. I also double declared
No,
for
it was
songwriting,
me, bro. It was
no,
my
no.
quote.
but
I
but
knew you
no,
were gonna say
it's
some
it's
shit
fire
like that,
I haven't
bro.
even told you about this yet.
Oh my god.
Did I tell you about this?
Like,
I haven't told you. Bro, this is the biggest shit. Y'all ain't even heard the
guys were
biggest shit
talking
from Berkeley, bro.
that whole time.
Yo, y'all ain't even heard the biggest shit from Berkeley. This professor named has 100 million streams across platforms, and none of
I
it's
have an
under his own
intermission
name.
before
Like it's
that.
all for other artists. He's a ghostwriter and a co-writer, right? He made his whole
Right.
career doing that. He's like written with every fucking person we've ever like worked with. Half the songs don't even have his credits on them. He just like has like proof that he like it's crazy, and like because they bought out the credits.
He
so
just
that
runs
looks
it.
like
All right, so expose them right now. Who
Yo,
is it? Who is it, bro? Who is
Yo,
it?
all I'm gonna say is like, listen, 90% of have a lot more credits than they look like they do. That's all I'm gonna say. But so this dude,
Yo, no. The third credit. What are you saying?
yeah, the third credit. on his- Yo.
Okay, yo, we're gonna finish this game up and then we'll get into more
okay,
shit.
real.
Alright,
I'll,
yo.
I'll get into it. I'll
Yo,
get into it.
yeah.
You wanna go one? You wanna do? Did I already do you?
Okay, let me pick one for Shabbat.
All right, you do it. You do it. Okay, after this one, we'll do like one for you, and then yeah, then we'll just talk about regular shit, bro.
Real.
You want to go, Ryan?
Yeah,
You go.
Yo, there's actually juice here. I thought you guys were fucking playing.
No, I got juice boxes for you guys. Cause these pussies wanted chasers.
Yo, I feel like
Oh, what the fuck? When did you come into the room?
Crazy.
Oh, damn. What's up? Are you excited to be on the podcast?
Wait. If you're gonna, yeah, like pass
I'm excited to be on the podcast. You know I'd love to be with you, John.
Dude, yeah, this is so funny. We have so many options.
Yeah, it's true.
What are you saying?
No, it's because Ian spilled fucking Crown Royale all over it.
no wait, I spilled pet.
Yo, okay, do the
Crown Royal.
last one.
It's like the same thing. That's mine. That's mine. Yeah,
Yo, why are we
I stole it from
watching
my
the
dad.
motherfucking food movie? Like, why?
yeah. Yo, they were watching. They were watching Sausage Party the whole time. They were like staring at it like fiends, bro.
That's fucking wild.
You can tell like it's been a low key testosterone filled lately. You know, it's down bad for the man them. If you know
Bro,
what I'm saying.
Yo, I have the crazy shit to tell you guys once we finish this game, bro. It's
Okay.
actually
I'd like to hear it, bro.
bro.
Okay, last one for sure.
Okay, your quote, Chevelle.
Oh,
The
for those of you who
Your
can't see,
quote is
Right, right,
out
right.
of touch.
bro. I
Yo,
must
okay,
be-
listen to
culture
this,
of
Freddie.
I must be out of
This one is a little bit out there, but I think you can get it. All right.
gender.
What? Oh. You really knew the lore. You could get it. I think you can get it. I think you
Oh,
Gender.
I didn't expect.
male.
Give me another hint.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint.
Oh wow.
No, that's a crazy hint.
That's-
That's a crazy
You got
hint.
that right. You got that right. You get
That's
it.
actually a
Oh.
crazy hint.
I'm actually thinking, is it?
I'm
Is it-
scared that I got recorded.
No.
It's a guy, bro.
That was actually never happened. That never. That like they. That wasn't even.
release it. That was
They never
why?
interacted.
Release
No,
it.
I was talking
Like
about
drop
the
it.
releasing of films.
I
on
know.
there.
I don't think they
What?
interacted that whole time.
No. Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
send this
exactly.
whole recording to the
That's what I'm
SRB group
This is a
chat.
good. This is a good hint. This is a good hint. I
Okay.
think Ian knows.
That is a good hint.
Yeah, it's. Never mind. But yeah, I know.
Mouth it. Mouth it. No.
I don't know, bro.
No.
Last
Is
hint.
there anything there?
What?
Last hint. I have 2 more guesses after this.
Last hint. Okay, I'm gonna try to make it good.
You found one immediately.
I feel like if I say this, I'll give it away really easily.
He's such a cute.
Oh,
Ryan's
this
so
is
cute.
rare. This is. Yo, if you can get this, I'll be crazy. But I'm gonna say.
Those kisses were
Mm.
for Ryan. He's so pretty. Bye.
You can get this if you
Bitch.
know the lore. There, that's my.
Maybe I
hint.
didn't have my SRB knowledge up like I thought I did.
I really thought you'd know this. Okay, I'll give you one more.
Okay.
I'll give you one more free one. Okay.
Wow.
Yes,
Holy
sir.
shit! I'm so sorry.
Was this in Knoxdale, bro? When did this happen?
This happened
It
like.
knocks.
Like I don't. What the fuck, this guy really.
Okay,
You didn't know.
done with the fucking
You
game,
didn't-
alright?
You didn't
Alright,
know. Wait,
alright.
bro. There's.
You want to do more? Okay, I'll give you one.
No,
right
no,
now.
no, not the quotes. Like let's just do something. Like let me just
There's
look
more
through the
shit
yearbook.
with the yearbook. Is
Yo,
that
by the
whole
way,
story?
this needs. I don't even care if this is censored, bro.
Bro did a speech in my school, bro. Like he
Are
came.
you
serious?
I'm not even playing.
You saw him.
Yes, bro. For a career jam. For career jam, bro. Donald Glover, bro.
Wow.
Yo, we have this like one day a year called career jam, which is like they just bring in like professionals from around the industry and shit. People went to Berkeley, just like have some connection to Berkeley. And he did someone get the but he did a speech basically
We
like
got it. You don't
talking
have to,
about
you continue.
yo, what's up?
I got it. You can continue,
You
bro.
got me? Oh, say word. He did a speech like talking about like I mean a ton of shit, but basically he was saying we need to diversify our fucking income. He's like starting a bubble tea brand or some shit, apparently. And he was like talking about like how Ariana Grande like had her own business and like fucking Billie Eilish has a fragrance now or some shit. And he was like, yo, you guys need to diversify your shit. Also Drake's manager talked. That was fucking fire too. He didn't really say much though, but he was just like, yo, I'm Drake's manager.
That's
He was just,
crazy.
like, telling stories.
Chubbs?
No.
Chubbs.
Bro, that's so funny that he didn't say much. That's such a Drake's man.
I low-key only went to the Childish Gambino.
Scooter
Wait,
Braun?
Isn't he 40? Isn't he
Scooter
40
Braun?
His isn't 40 his producer?
He's a Philadelphia fan.
I don't think
is he?
Scooter Braun manages
Mike,
Drake.
it's
Yo, can you just Google it?
It was like I think it was Mike or something like that. I think it was.
He was
but
there. That's
I didn't go like I didn't see Drake's manager talk, but I saw Childish Gambino talk. I don't remember. I'd have to like.
Yo,
check.
is Michael Rubin the head of YouTube right now?
Yo, someone from YouTube was there, and the
What is your
president,
camera
or
doing?
no, vice president of Spotify was there.
Yeah.
Vice president of Capitol Records was there. That was crazy.
What's that? Yo, nah, good call.
was it this guy?
You see that? Look at it. Look at the weird eyes. Do you see that? Do you see that?
Dude, I didn't go see him talk. Like,
Do you see
I
the
don't know.
square?
I have to ask my friend. Like, my roommate like filmed everything, so I gotta ask him. But I saw Childish Gambino talk.
Yo, I want to have a conversation that includes everybody who ever decides to pertain in the
You
room.
could look up like his name Berkeley and probably find out.
Oh yeah.
That's fire, bro.
But
Yo,
yeah.
Dushan, we'll definitely have you on the pod.
Yo.
We want you to elaborate crazy, tell stories.
Yo, that's true. Yo, we don't gotta focus on me. The thing I was gonna say earlier though, I just want
Yeah,
to
let's hear it, let's hear it, let's
and
hear
then we're chilling. But
Let's hear
this guy, like 100 million streams across platforms, and none of it's like under his name. He's like co-writing and ghostwriting. But anyway, he has a class. He has 2 classes in total at Berkeley, only 2, and they're both like 12 people classes. Or like one of them has 11 people. It's like fucking
Is it
tiny.
like, is it like,
It's like
high
damn near-
status? Like you can't
Yeah,
get in?
no. So you have to apply. Sorry, you have to get invited to apply, and then maybe you get in. So I got invited to apply in my second semester, which is a huge W because people go all 4 years and they don't get invited at all. Basically, how he invites people is he asks the songwriting professors. First of all, by the way, no one knows how you get invited until you get like I didn't even know it's fucking existed until I got. Bro, it's wild. It's wild.
actually like a
But he
cult.
asks the songwriting professors who their top songwriters are, and my professor recommended me. They recommend like 1 or 2 names, and she fucking chose me, which is crazy because I was in an intro class. Like intro to songwriting, like fucking, we're not even supposed to submit like more than like 5 songs of the year. That's fucking nothing. And I submitted her songs like every week and shit, like couple songs, and she would like give me review, like tips and shit, and notes. And I guess she fucked with me. Low-key, I thought she didn't like me, but I guess not. But what's crazy is I bought her like flowers and a card. I was like, yo, thank you so much for recommending.
Oh my
She has like 7 other classes. Like or 6 or 7 other classes of like actual full of songwriting majors, 3rd, 4th years, like fucking like out there grinding, like submitting probably multiple songs a week.
And
like,
she
who knows?
chose
And she
you.
chose me over
And
them.
she
That's
chose you, bro.
actually, bro, that's what I'm saying, and that's fucking crazy. Cause I got invited. He like reached out to me and shit. He was like, "Yo, you need to like, I really like if you apply to my class." I applied, and then my friend who's in 3rd year also got invited for his first time this year. Which is like already a W, because that friend is also in MP&E. He's amazing, but he never got invited until now. And he got an automated like response back, like fucking different font, like clearly automated message. Saying
you're just
like,
him,
like we don't have a place for you this semester, essentially. In the fall.
Oh,
And it's once a year. It's not even every semester. It's every fall. So that's fucked, right? It's like only in the fall semester.
Oh, he didn't get
Like,
in.
he's there. Otherwise, he's like off doing.
He got in or no?
No, he didn't get in. He got an automated response saying he didn't get in.
Damn.
I didn't get in either, unfortunate. But it's okay. I have 3 more years to try, like 3 more falls, right? So it's like tough, but like whatever.
But you're in first year, bro. Like
yeah,
like
that's what I'm
you're on the
saying.
radar.
Because once you're invited once, you can keep applying. That's the thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I got invited, so like now I can keep applying. I didn't get in,
that's
but
actually sick.
he emailed me personally. Like he emailed me from his personal fucking email, and
Holy
he was like,
shit,
"You have a
bro.
really competitive application. Like I strongly encourage you to like you should.
So it was something in your recent music that really ticked him
Hopefully,
off.
no, hope
He wasn't
definitely
feeling
not.
Yo,
in
yeah,
Miss
where's the
You.
album, bro?
Definitely
Where's the
not in
album?
Miss You. Yo, no, he had me submit. It had me the application.
Where's
had
your
me submit,
album?
like new shit. Yo, we don't talk about. I'm not.
Yeah, can we
I'm
talk
not,
about that?
I'm not doing an album. I'm doing 3 singles over the summer. I'm doing an EP in the next semester.
Aight.
And then we'll see what happens. Because it's actually really stupid to do an album. Yeah, I was, but it's like first of all,
You don't want to fuck up your like.
hated it. It's really stupid to do an album until you have a single or a couple singles blow up, because like albums just don't do as well stream wise. It's just like everyone at Berkeley is like, why are you trying to do an album? That's what a common consensus I've been getting all year. They're like, do
Bro, don't
singles.
listen to the
Just
sheep.
do a million single. Yo,
Just do your own
Sheep,
thing.
except it's my boy who has like 5 million streams on his song.
Nah, that's a little, bro. Being a sheep at
44,000
Auto
monthly
is a little bit
listeners.
different than being a sheep at Berkeley, dog.
Is a different man's.
Yo, that's true.
different
Yo,
man's
actually, so
ball, bro.
that guy, yo, okay, no,
Just
we don't
ghostwrite an
talk
album.
about me all the time, but
I honestly agree, though. I think singles are the way to go.
they are the
Until
way
you
right
blow up,
now.
and then
It's
like,
what
oh,
it's
that's your
turning into.
debut album.
Yeah, exactly. It's a debut album. People respect it more when you
yeah.
have some streams. Like, no one's gonna go. Like, how often are you out there like fucking looking at like some random ass artist you never heard of? How often are you out there streaming their whole new
Yeah,
album? You're not. You're
never,
gonna stream
never.
one song. You're gonna find out for yourself. But once 1 or 2 songs get a ton of recognition, then people are like, okay, I'm willing to check out this guy's album. And it's like, albums typically don't do as well unless you have a song that's already blowing up that you're gonna throw on it as like one of your singles for the album anyway, or unless you're a high profile like artist with like an indie label, or if you're with a like major label, you don't even have to be like, no one can fucking know about you. They'll make your shit blow up. So it doesn't matter. But
So do you have a plan on
yeah.
actually getting in?
I'm dropping a song.
Yo, low key, I'm actually glad that
That's actually very true though.
it's
I'm
not
like,
crowded, but I do wonder where they all went.
it's true.
I wonder what they're doing.
Definitely smoking.
Yes, definitely.
That's what I was alluding to.
anyways, yo, let's
My fault.
You can't smoke on the motive pod.
We don't do that.
Yo, are you
No one
sure
would ever
that
do
that
that.
tracker is not showing up on the OBS?
No, there's no way.
It
That's like
definitely
some camera shit, bro. There's no way.
is. I think it.
That'd be
definitely
hilarious.
is showing
if
up.
it is. Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
It is what it is.
it is
That's how they know
what
it's just a
it
lore,
is.
bro. It's gonna be stuff from the
I'm not too
beginning,
sure
bro.
about that tracker, though. It's making me...
Yeah, I'm gonna go turn it down. I'm
Uncomfortable?
gonna go turn it
Yeah.
down.
Yo, anyways,
That's real. That's real. I'm not too sure about it either.
I don't know
if I'm
about you guys, but like after this first year happened, right? Like coming into the summer, I have gotten like, bro, they're seeing this entire. I am pausing. That's why I stopped talking so you can get this over, bro. Yo, don't worry. I'm actually gonna try to edit this myself personally, so you get John quality editing because
No Hattie editing.
no
I
because
liked it, though. I like the Hattie editing. The
Oh, yeah?
chop.
yeah, but I'm actually gonna add like some memes to it. I'm actually
That's fire.
gonna make this like a meme because
Can you do the like quick zoom in thing on people?
exactly
That's
what I'm
fire.
trying to
That's
do.
sick. That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
That's good. And then
I'm-
it just shifts to the next
yeah,
one.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to
yeah,
learn
yeah.
it myself so I can teach Hattie to do it eventually because I
That'd be
know
sick.
Hattie
That'd be
will
sick.
not
Bro,
be.
you know he's not going to learn that.
Nah, he can't learn it on himself. That's
Not
the
on his
thing.
own. Not his own.
Not
bro.
on his own, bro.
I
He's
don't
gonna
think
need me
Hattie
to walk
learns,
through it.
though, because... So we have a soccer team, right?
Yeah.
Hattie's our captain.
Are you playing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a beer
wild.
league thing, but like the
That's
biggest
wild.
thing with like coming up with new tactics is
Yeah.
like there's certain people who just definitely won't get it. And we love Hattie. He's our captain.
Yeah.
But that guy is not going to learn any new tactics.
Yo, and you know what? The last game we played, we actually really good because we've been.
You're on the
improving
team.
like
Wait, who's
crazy,
on the
bro.
team?
Oh, all of us. Yeah.
What the
And,
fuck?
Andrew's on the team.
Who do you play?
Well, bro, we play like fucking 40-year-old men, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
You're,
yo,
like, in a
last time
league
I
or
was
some shit?
there.
Well, like
Yeah.
age range, it's usually like 25-year-olds, I would say.
Yeah, 25 and up.
So you just lied to me.
Maybe like
You just lied to my face.
no. Last game we actually fought 40-year-olds.
It
I'm
was
not
like
even
this
fucking kidding.
40-year-old sweat from England, and he like flopped.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
he fucking
ridiculous.
actually flopped. Like you know how
That's so
like in the big
embarrassing.
leagues like they get touched and they go. Ah.
It was my little brother too.
Wait.
16.
Oh.
Yeah, Chazzy's on our team, bro. Yo, he like touched him
He
and then he went,
dived? No fucking way, bro. That's crazy, bro.
this guy's actually taking this shit way too seriously, bro.
Ridiculous.
But yo, these players like
Andrew's not succeeding right now.
they were
This is not going well.
they're like their kicks were like so fucking powerful.
They had some
Bro. I
cool
was
shoes.
goalie. I was in net for the first time because like not gonna lie.
D-
Yo, high key, like this is why I put him at way, bro, because I don't want to roast this guy. Bro, I was in net for like 10 seconds. I mean, like it was the start of the game, and then some guy
Oh, it's gone.
booted.
You did it.
You got it, perfect.
It's
some
just
guy-
like dead zoomed out, but that's okay.
Yeah, someone booted it into my face. He booted the
It
soccer
was
ball into
from
my
like
face.
5 yards. Too.
Yeah, it was
Something
right in front of me. So like the guy like booted it in my face.
What the fuck?
I was the goalie, so like I expected it, but like my nose was bleeding, but I was fine. Like my face just hurt, and I was like, ah, shit.
You're Batman. It's what like
Exactly,
you're
and I was
that
like, yo,
guy, you're
chill.
him,
But like, I
it's
wanted to
fine.
give our team a break, so I was like, yo, and also like, I didn't want blood everywhere, so I was like, okay, yo, well, let's give us a minute. And then like, I don't know who decided this, because the ref even was like, yo, chill, we'll do it. And then like the aforementioned guy walked up, and he was like, oh, I'll be goalie this time. I'm like, oh no.
Puts
Oh,
on
no.
the gloves.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
swear to
no.
God, within 2 minutes of them putting the ball back in play, they scored 2 goals.
Bro.
And like he didn't even try to
What
get
the
it.
hell,
I was
bro?
He didn't even
fuming.
try.
That's
And
crazy.
I was out for like 10 seconds, bro. But they were good anyway. Like the team we played was like
Yeah.
really fucking good. Neil, I want you to sit down. I want to hear you about what I just about to say. Anyways.
Okay.
It's a different thing. It's a different thing. It's a different thing. Anyways. Yo, so like I don't know about how you guys have been feeling lately, but like since the school year ended, I talked about this actually with my friend. I talked about this with my friend my friend Daniel at Hack the Hill, our hackathon that we've been trying to run again. Number 2 shout out. And I was talking to him how like after school ended, like I really got hit with like an existential crisis. Like it hit me so hard that like for the first time, genuinely, I have so much more responsibility for myself, and that I have to fill in my time with something valuable. And like, not gonna lie, bro, this past few months, I've been feeling like incredibly drained and like anxious for the summer, and then most of all, like for the rest of my life.
So what I'm
So I
hearing
wonder-
is you're bitching a little bit. So
Well, I mean, like maybe.
Sorry, why do you feel anxious for the summer?
Well,
Got
it's
me
like
up
it's
for
because
that.
like this is the first summer. This is the first summer like post high school, right? And
Yeah.
like the thing is about the summer between high school and university is that you know your goal is university, but
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but like through the year, you come to realize that like a lot of the stresses that are like coincided with high school and university do not transfer at all. Like grades, ain't nobody give a shit about that.
bro, I have to, bro, for scholarships,
Yeah,
bro.
come on, I'm trying to do med school.
Yo,
Okay, well maybe for you guys are suicidal, but for me, bro, I'm on comp sci, bro. I just walk in there and it's easy. Everything is about like actual personal responsibility, and I know you feel that as well because you have to do extracurriculars.
Yeah.
And thinking about this, like I realized that like, and Andrew and I have been talking about this so much, where it's like you graduate and then what, right? Like there's nothing afterwards. You're still.
No. I feel like that's only like the type of shit that happens to people who don't got the end goal in mind.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's the position we were.
How do you guys
that
feel
was
about
awesome.
how do you guys feel about your end goal? Is essentially my question. Like, how does the first year change your perspective on your future? Because I know it definitely changed how I feel about it.
Damn. Are you?
Yo, just be
wanna
honest with your
say
take because we're all like hella different. So.
Yo, no,
it is what it
absolutely,
is.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, be like genuine, bro. And if you
Yeah.
want us to cut it out, just let us know.
But
and we'll cut
also
it
like, yeah, that's why like if you speak in we, that's where the problem comes up. Right?
Okay, wait.
Around other people.
I
I
can,
feel
I
like
can answer
Ryan,
some-
yeah.
out.
Speaking
Yeah.
of-
Don't speak in we, speak in I. I like that. I like
Ryan
that. That's
probably has
cool.
a crazy answer to
No,
this.
I can
We've
go
been
for
through a
this
hell
Let's
of
see
it.
it.
for
Yeah.
sure. So for me, like coming like into high school, I definitely had like at least some kind of end goal in mind. Cause right, it's always been like I want to do med, but it's like the underlying reasons behind that have switched up a lot for me. Because like it kind of went from that juvenile perspective that I had in high
They
school
should
that was
play
kind
this
of
at
naive.
SRB in like September when everybody pulls up at like the first half of the
Yeah.
day and like Mr. McQueen walks out on stage.
Rest in
He's
peace.
like, yo, watch this, RIP.
Yo, continue.
No, but I feel like it went from that kind of juvenile perspective that I where it was like for me at first, like the reason why I wanted to be a doctor is because it was like it's a high paying job. And I was like, I want to be like making that money so that I can
bag.
have like these baseline things that I want in life to be like, those boxes checked. But like as you get hit with it, and like you hear this, like when I did my research, you hear like, don't go into med if you want to make money, because it's like there's all these reasons they put out, and I always heard that and I was like, that's bullshit, because like you make the money in the end. So it's like, okay, if I want to make money, you just get the job. But what you start to realize, like when you're actually going through the program, is that it's like hard as fuck. And if your only motivation is like for the money, you're not gonna make it because that's not strong enough. And so it's really funny because as the year like went on, I've seen that kind of evolve into being more from like a motivation of, oh, I just want to do this for like, you know, like a monetary or what's the word, like what is it?
Monetary
Material.
payoff. Material. Yeah.
Yeah,
thanks.
material, exactly. Yeah, like material possessions and
Thank-
stuff like that. It's gone
Got
from
you,
being
bro.
that to genuinely being from a place of like
Most
all
holistic
right, like
guy comes in with the word for
No,
the
exactly.
material stuff.
But you know he's on the spiritual shit. He got like all that unlock. But anyway, so it went from being like a place of, you know, like Dushan said, like material shit to like really getting to a position of being like, I understand now, like I feel more my place in like the world, because like John was saying, like you kind of, your world really opens up when you go to university. You meet more people from different walks of life, and like there's less of that institutional pressure on you from like universities don't give a shit about what you're doing, but high schools do. So like you have that pressure at all times.
It has to be self-motivation.
Yeah, exactly. And when it is that self-motivation, you get to know yourself better, and your own motivation's better. And when I really look into myself and like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? It's like, okay, well, now that I've reflected more on that, it's like because I actually want to help people.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at now, and that's where it's evolved to.
Yo, so two things. Actually, by the way, I love that response.
Yeah,
like not on some fucking like that was actually really good. So
shit.
two things. Yeah, like I'm not like a fucking like guidance counselor like that's right. But so the first thing is like general, and the second thing is like back question 2, because my mind is shit because the first thing already wiped out. Yo, what were like the last 5 words you said?
So I went to a place of like a place where I actually wanted to help people and understanding my place in the world, understanding more like my responsibilities, and the kind of like thinking more from a place of like myself as an individual to instead of like what I was just kind of
Okay,
That was
thank
way
you.
more than
So
5
basically,
words, bro.
the thing is,
That's okay.
like I always talk about how because big goals, which basically become normal goals at this point, take like a long time to achieve. We're talking like years and decades, and sometimes multiple decades. It's like if in principle it's not right from the start, then you can basically like deviate a lot from it. Because basically like you have to consider a lot at the start in order to create like a good model of what the goal is, because you just have to like consider all the factors as
That's
you
incredibly
talk about.
interesting though, because speaking on that, I
Hold
don't
up,
want to
bro.
cut you off real quick, but like,
Alright.
oh, you want to keep going?
I mean, if you need a
Well,
deviate.
like
we do have like the thing is when we deviate, it might take like 10 minutes, but this is like a multiple of that.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's a power of that, right? So we have to deviate a bit
Yeah,
less.
exactly.
But
Yo, yeah, when we
but
go
yeah,
on
yeah.
branches, bro, we go on like
Okay,
crazy
okay.
tangents, and then we loop it all
So,
the way back around.
all right,
That's how
I'm
we
a
go.
Jason Calacanis. You can give you
Yeah,
like
yeah, of
60
course.
seconds, right?
Yo, but like on
So
that, I
fire.
actually think it's
Yeah, dude.
incredibly interesting, especially when you mention like how the incentives align and how the principles towards your goals actually constitute to what you're actually trying to reach for. And what I noticed is that especially within myself, because I also wanted to be a doctor initially for the money, and I realized that was some bullshit coming out my ass. But it's not because I was like misguided. It was actually just out of sheer ignorance. And I realized that not a lot of people take into consideration exactly what it is that they're trying to undertake. And I feel like that's been a very big issue, which is kind of clear, which is basically just like lack of information towards the goals you're trying to accomplish. And I see that so much where people don't really look into entirely what they are, and there's not even a motivation for that either, which is another issue.
I'm gonna start writing down my thoughts when I have them, because
Yeah, we
so
all-
that's
bro,
that
I
I don't
did it
have
too.
to fucking
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
around the
that's
point. The point. So what I was getting to, which basically just tops up what you said, is that the older you get, the more it's self.
too, bro.
Sorry?
It's actually so far.
Yeah, the older you get, the more it's self-motivating. I would assume. I mean, I've seen this trend in myself. I assume that it continues, like throughout life
I don't
until
know
you
if that's
die.
age. Like I think that's based on the person.
What do you mean?
I think it's like, I don't want to go on a tangent on this, like if you want to keep going, but like what I mean by that is just like I think it's very much person to person, because it's like I think it's just that you're more you like currently, because like we're less out of like the influence of other people when you get into university, so you're more who you are. And if if the person you are is someone who's going to be like working towards those goals and working towards like that type of shit, like then yeah, as you age you're going to get more like that. But like someone else who's not like that,
yo,
I would say that
what I
those
mean-
are the same thing. Like, because as you get older, you become more. You get more
No, but
individual
some
help.
people-
You
Yo,
get
I'm just saying. There's less influences.
Wallahi.
And okay, this kind of feels.
No, that was a great take.
Have
man.
y'all-
That was a really good take.
that's captivating though.
Guys, this
I
is
can
gonna
actually
be like
relate to
those
that.
like Congress funny clips where they can only like talk for 60 seconds. But like, okay, I appreciate that we're probably gonna have to like agree to disagree on a lot of shit here, because it doesn't matter that much. But what the point that I was making is that there's just more and more less influences. Like what happened is that you literally said you're not affected by like institutional influences anymore because the university does not care about you particularly, right? So as you get older, you just have less influences. Everybody says that once you leave university, you have less of a social life.
Yeah.
You know, your circle gets cut down. Then it's just your family. So, my brother, bro. This guy's a Christian talking. All right.
You
But
didn't hear.
the other thing I was gonna ask you is, because the thing is, the reason for your goal changed, but you still have the same goal.
So okay.
So that's a lucky coincidence?
Nah, I wouldn't say it's coincidence because it's definitely like once you start to put an investment into a certain like path, like at least this is how it was for me. It's like when I started to have these kind of revelations and like starting to really rethink.
Oh shit.
Is your shit dead again?
Yikes.
Handy
That's about-
cam. Yo, side note. Where the
which
fuck
one?
did they go?
The others,
I think they
Graham
went for a
to get,
little.
like weed brownies.
They went for a little silly
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan.
Classic.
Okay, sorry.
Classic James Surratt.
So okay.
Yeah, they could have just asked for you.
You were asking me.
Would you share?
Why is it the same thing? Okay, so
You were saying that you already invested in it.
yeah. So from my position, from where I was at, like I would say it's because I would say it's
Bitch.
You can't hear me. Am I just this? Oh, okay.
Yo, we're
I'm
still
not sure, I'm not
here
sure.
though. Like,
No. I just don't know because like I don't know how the mics are going. So like,
Sorry, producer Hattie isn't here to
I know,
manage all of
SMH,
this.
SMH. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I'll get back on track.
SMH realize.
Yeah, what was I saying? Okay, so for me, like, maybe sure you could say it's coincidence, but it's like it started to happen to me where I was thinking about these things like into the second semester, and it's like sure, it's like you could say it's only one semester, it's only half a year or whatever, right? Less than that, but it's like you already put so much investment into a certain path or thought that you start to think the first thought is not going to be like, oh, how can I completely rework my life? But it's going to be how do I rework this aspect of my life?
Be
And
careful
so-
with that though.
No, I know, but it's like if you're offering at least the different perspectives of what you're doing, it's like okay, well, do I see any of these that I like? And if you say okay, I don't like any of these the perspectives for say becoming a doctor, then you shouldn't become a doctor. But if I'm looking at the perspectives of becoming a doctor, I'm thinking should I take the path of like I want to do this because I want to be wealthy, or do I start to look at the other perspective of this? And like, it is a very real purpose to become a doctor. To help.
I really appreciate
should
it.
answer
Yo,
that
hold
question,
on.
No, but like, listen, you should answer that question
Bro,
though because there's a big issue with that.
Okay,
Because
don't.
like it's equivalent to the cost loss.
John,
fallacy.
pause. Okay,
let's hear.
In terms of, because the reason that you should let me go quicker than Duchenne is that Ryan's offering a different perspective. You're not going to change his mind here, but we already know your perspective like a lot because we're on.
Do
the
you
same
though?
page.
Because this is what I was about to say though. Do you really though?
Do you though?
Because this is what. Well, actually, yeah, I guess
Now
you
I'm
do.
still gonna
I
say
guess
we do
you
even if I didn't, but like.
I guess you do. Because this is what I was saying though. Like, be careful with that because
yeah,
of, like it's similar to like the cost loss fallacy in gambling, where
Oh my God.
where like you invested too much and you decide to keep going, and then like the short story is.
No,
that you
but
lose
I
all your
appreciate the
investments.
reason that I was gonna say that I appreciate what you're saying is because you're finding a way to make it work, and I agree with you that like I see what you're saying, but I really appreciate like making a commitment and then finding a way.
However,
to
but
make
that's
you-
a subjective
you love it.
position to take though, because like
Position is
what are
subjective.
you trying to maintain?
Okay,
Like
no,
what are
no,
you?
John,
But you
sustaining?
have to.
think
But you
what
have to
I'm
do
saying.
something for a certain amount of time in order.
I don't think you were getting what I was
Oh,
saying.
by the way, I'll cut your hair, bro. Whenever, bro.
Yo, I literally see you like,
I'm so
I was gonna
sorry.
Say, like, bro, no. The first thing
No,
I
the
thought
fades
about
go
when we were
crazy.
dapping up Duchenne was like, I was like, I gotta ask this guy. Like, yo, like,
He's waiting for
Your hair,
Duchenne to go, bro.
I got you, bro. Anytime, bro.
Yo.
will.
Can I just vouch first of all for what Ryan's point in this is that this dude literally considered e-commerce for a bit, dropping out and doing e-commerce for like he didn't. This wasn't like, oh, how can I justify doing med like but still get filthy rich, but just like pretend to have different like this dude literally considered dropping out and doing e-commerce or some shit or something else. He was thinking about what the fuck else can he do that would be a smarter way to get rich when getting rich was his priority. But then priorities started shifting. We started a non-profit. Like
no, facts,
we don't have to go into it, but me and him are literally running a non-profit right now. We're gonna start a clothing line, and we're gonna try to build a library in a developing country.
Well,
for
shout
non-profit
out
for
to
all the
Ryan and
clothing line.
Duchenne's philanthropic charity, bro. Ryan and Duchenne's, man. Yo, but what I meant that I'm not saying like don't do it. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I don't mean to cut you guys off.
No. Let's hear it.
Okay, so what I wanted to say to clarify is like I understand the perspective you're taking because it's like just
Right.
if like oh sorry okay. Like
No, bring it closer.
Bring it closer. Yeah.
Okay. So
What do you think about the fallacy?
it's like if you're
we can hear you. Your mic is close. We can hear you.
I know.
okay John.
Okay,
Well,
well,
actually, the same.
don't cut it off, bro. Let the man speak.
Okay. So it's like if you're going at it to justify like why you should stay in the path, it's bad. But if you're like keeping it 100 with yourself, and it's like real shit only, like, and you're looking at it like, okay, if I'm really being true to like who I am, and I'm looking at every option for like why I could continue to be in med, does any of this shit align with who I am? All right, no, none of it does. Okay, I'm not doing med. But if this path does, where I help people, that lines up with me, then I'm doing that. So it's like if you're just trying to justify it, like, like no, I have to do med. How do I make this work? Then that's fucked. But if you're thinking like I'm being real with who I am and I fuck with this pathway and like actually doing this shit, then like that's when you're keeping it real and that's when you're doing it in a good way.
No, I absolutely agree. Like I'm actually glad you said that because
it
clears up everything. Like what I'm worried about, especially in like my friends, is that like they get caught in a lot of like I guess anxious overtones where they're stuck in something because they feel like they have to make a commitment to something. And I just want to make sure you're not doing that because I was in the same position as well where I just felt like I had to overcommit to something just because I said it.
Overcommit to these nuts.
Exactly. And that's the thing. As long as you're honest with yourself, right? Because you shouldn't be compelled to do something when for one you're not even interested in a future in it, and for two that it's very broad and it takes a lot of your time. And I think that's the biggest thing because especially how youthful we are and how much time we have. And how much time that could be easily wasted. It's so important now to explore and still try to like find as many passions as you can because you never know what you could be missing out on. And it's really unfortunate that people
words that
limit
should be
themselves.
coming from you at age like 50 plus. That's
really but you're right. You're right for saying
that's
that,
really
though.
different because you're saying what happened. You're giving advice based
but you're
on
right
lack of
that.
experience.
In terms of exactly what I'm saying too, because what I was about to say next is that
are they fucking
I think
right
it's
now?
actually
what
the fuck?
Yo, this TV is mesmerizing. Like animal sex.
I don't even know what this is.
Dude, Shen's been on the grind
It
for
went
so
from
long. He hasn't
sausage
seen a
party.
TV in
It went
forever,
from
dog.
sausage party to National Geographic in 2 seconds. I don't know how they relate.
No, real.
It's all crazy. It all makes me a little warm. Anyways,
Hey, yo.
but I think a big issue, and even considering me, like I always debate this in my head as well because I'm always scared, because there's so much exterior influence that you never know that you're susceptible to, and it's ignorant to believe that you're not susceptible to it. And I'm scared that like a lot of people overcommit to something early. And they believe that that's their heart and passion, and then they refuse to explore other things. And I'm scared of that for myself as well. This is why I still try a lot of new things. Why I still am biology class, because I still don't know entirely. Like, what if AI is something that I may not entirely love, but obviously I love it right now. But I think a lot of people, and I've seen it, that especially with how much this grind culture has been hyping up incredible work ethic and essentially inhuman levels of commitment to their careers at a very early age. It distracts people from actually discovering what actually makes them fulfilled. And I think
because they discovered they got to pay the bills.
Exactly. They not even only that, bro, but like even if you have to pay the bills and also have to maintain the sustenance, you have so much time to discover doing something that you actually enjoy while you pay the bills. And it's really
But you don't
unfortunate
have
that
anything to
people
stand on
overcommit.
saying that, do you?
And that's why I'm saying it. But it makes sense because I have nothing to say, but I also don't know I don't know entirely what I'm to do. So it's naive of me to assume that AI is going to be the thing that I'm going to do 100%. And that's what I'm saying. It's good for everybody.
Yo, what was your original question?
My original point was to say that we should just continue to diversify in whatever we look into, and I think that makes us very wise as individuals to always look for as many opportunities and assume the responsibilities that we can.
I want to add in and just say I feel like that's true to a certain extent, but I think at our age and where we're at in life, it's less true because I think and you were talking about the whole grind culture, and I agree with you to a certain point. If you're oh yeah, I'm gonna grind the corporate ladder or whatever, and I'm gonna climb to the top, bro. It's
but if that's what you want to do, you should do it.
I literally don't think that's how it works. Okay,
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what I'm saying though is if it's the pressure that every 20-year-old will have. Yeah. It's the external pressure of having to get your shit together. But I feel like
shit's been together. The only thing that's not together is this podcast.
It's the whole.
No, you're right. You're right. You need to pay. You need to pick something, but it shouldn't mean that you are going to be 50 and still doing that same thing.
Yeah.
You should use your developing mind.
Start to diversify.
Of course. But also, then again, you still don't have excessive responsibilities. So don't overcommit to something, even in your career.
Thanks,
right now.
guys. So that's the takes on this debate between the guy who wants to take over the world, take away everybody's jobs with AI robots, and who wants to build schools in underdeveloped
Just you
communities.
wait, Habibi.
Now going to you, Shan.
I always have the moral high ground.
Yo. So let's
Yeah,
circle
but you
back
know
to
what?
the
But you
evil
know what?
capitalist
That's
guys,
still
I'm
wrong.
sorry, I'm
Because at least
sorry.
when he takes their jobs, he's gonna tell them, "Hey, look for what you love to do."
Yeah,
Even if you
true.
find it,
A
you're still
lot
gonna have a
true.
job. Whereas when you create the schools, so what? They're gonna learn all this stuff, and then what? They're gonna be unhappy. They're gonna be
Hey,
slaves
when-
to the labor market,
when
right?
Yeah, you know, you're
When
actually
we-
morally
yo,
inept.
When
We
we
ain't
build
building
the
those kind of
library,
schools,
we're gonna
bro.
be telling those motherfuckers like, yo, listen, now you got the access to the
My
whole
fault.
all information.
And
okay,
I'm gonna
that's
have the
okay. I had the wrong
robots to
idea.
build a library, so they're gonna look for jobs, and I've already taken them because that's what I do. That's what I do.
That's
Yo.
what we do.
No, listen, because we want to free the humans from their tedious
Who's
jobs.
we, bro?
Me.
Damn.
Me. Anyways,
Yo, no,
Okay, yo, let's circle back to John's original question. Which
Yeah,
was,
my
like,
original
open
question,
to
yeah.
everyone. How do you feel after this year of school?
yeah, how do you feel about your future after one year post mortem of high
Shan,
school?
How do you feel about your future?
Fucking exquisite. Okay, start of the year, I felt like literally like I was fucking everything up. I mean, like I was excited to be at the top school in the world for like new music, but it's still music.
Shout out
So
Charlie.
it's like-
Shout out Puth.
But it's still.
I'm going home.
One time, Neil. I was excited to hear your takes, but it's okay.
Wait, Neil, can you give like a 1-minute take to this question?
Actually,
you
can you
leave?
give us like your hardest take on a completely random subject that you've been thinking about lately? Let's hear it before you leave. I'm sure you have time. How do you feel about?
I mean, I have something.
Yeah, let's hear it then. Let's hear it,
Okay.
Freddie.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So
Taking
this
it
is-
over.
Wait, is this a question?
Wait, Neil, you're supposed to be in this while
This
we
is
see
like a
this.
completely random thing.
Wait, but you're staying here.
Yeah.
Is it a question to Neil?
Okay. Forget it.
Direct it towards Neil.
Forget it. No. No. it's
Do
fine.
I have a
Yeah.
question? I can think of one on the spot. Okay.
I had a question to throw to the gallery, but
Then throw it to Neil.
Yo, I want to throw it to Neil real quick before he leaves, because we had an incredible conversation the other day, and I was boxing my room, and then he was washing the dishes, so that was pretty fire.
Yeah, that was.
Y'all a
yo,
couple?
how do
Thanks
you-
for sharing.
How do you feel about? How do you think balance should be acquired through like genuine individual pleasures and actual responsibility? Why are you laughing, guys? Yo, because sometimes
I'm
I wanna
laughing
play-
'cause Freddie's
Not
laughing.
because
He's a
sometimes I
source.
want to play Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm compelled to pursue AI to the 100% of my ability. You know, so like, how do you feel I should manage that? Mostly AI, but Tears of the Kingdom is pretty fire.
I don't know.
I want to crucify Koroks.
I have a crazy answer to this out there.
I don't know.
That's fire.
Really
Do what
excited.
you can. Do what you can.
There you go.
That's a good answer. That's a great answer.
Baller.
Shan, no matter what you say after this, Neil's answer will be better.
Yeah, that's fair. That's real.
sorry.
That's real. That's hard. That's tough to beat. I have a crazy answer to this though. Everything.
Bye,
Are you
Ian.
leaving?
Everything that isn't.
bye.
Okay, perfect. I actually don't plan on going to sleep tonight, so this could be a long.
Yo, listen, if you actually want to maximize like your like mental abilities, you need to like fucking get your body to work. You have to understand that we are not some. I know you love AI, but we are not some perfect logic machine. We work by certain rules that our body needs to do certain things
This is such
to
a
function at its
Ryan
primal
fucking
area.
statement,
So like,
bro.
if you want to actually be prime thinking ability, prime AI crunching, or prime like fucking anything, you need to get sleep. You need to
Yeah.
eat. You need to drink.
Yeah,
you need
John,
to get
you-
physical
No,
activity.
this guy's.
You need to eat.
No, Ryan's
Eat your
talking
damn
some real
food,
shit right
bro.
now. This is what I learned over the semester. Okay, I did an experiment, a social experiment on myself, right? So real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dushan, but
Okay, that's
real
okay.
quick, so the first semester I was super consistent. I slept very well, but my work hours were very limited, and I spent a lot of time
Embarrassing.
taking care of my health. Second semester, I slept maybe very inconsistently, maybe 3 hours to 6 hours a night max. 6 hours a night max.
Dang.
I didn't exercise, and I grinded the whole time. Listen, bro, when I walked out of those exam rooms after having like 2 days of no sleep, and then like the rest of the 4 months with 2 hours of sleep total.
What was the grade?
My grade? 100%. Who do you think I am?
I think you're a fucking capper, bro.
Who do you think? You,
For
yo,
John Surratt.
My GPA is.
I think you're
is
fucking
not-
doing 3
68 on the
courses in the
first one,
summer.
74.
I
and
also
it's
had a
not
research
had.
project that was incredibly fun to do, but that was also a contributor on my no sleep. But when I went home that night, bro, I was out till like the next week, bro.
Yeah, dude, I pulled an all-nighter before my bio final, and like
I
honestly,
pulled it for all the finals,
no,
bro.
when I got back from that final, I literally
Yeah, I don't
didn't
know,
think
bro. I'm in
felt
business,
worse
so
in my
like
life.
we don't.
Like I literally
Really?
felt like super like emotionally unstable. I took a power nap. I woke up and I literally felt like I was dying.
You think? See,
Like-
that's crazy because that's like my regular
It's
state.
actually
Dude,
crazy.
that
I'm
was
not
like
sure
my
about
whole
you
thing.
guys,
Fair,
but
I was like super caffeined up. Like I don't know. You probably drink caffeine.
No, I actually don't.
Okay, well, like,
Only
my
when I
heart was
really
hurting,
need
bro.
it.
I was getting heartburn
Oh
and
shit.
so.
No, I actually try to avoid the
much coffee did you
caffeine. I
have?
just
What
use
the
the
fuck?
willpower.
How much
But like,
coffee did you have, bro?
My ADHD meds too.
Oh, my fault.
I actually got
I think
really
it's
used
the
to staying up
stress
though.
overload from
Yeah.
doing it. Because I get the same thing. I just feel like totally dead after an exam. I also feel like I
I was
dumped
chill.
all that knowledge right after
Yeah,
the exam.
yeah.
Because
Really?
I know it's over. I know
You see,
I'm
I
not
never
gonna
got
do it
that though
again.
because
No, I get
I
that.
spent a really good time trying to understand it. But
John never got that
You
because
can't
he's
do
a
that
genius.
for
He
like
would never forget
anatomy or
anything.
something.
He's
Like
Yeah.
you just memorize
okay,
everything.
yeah, anatomy's a little different, bro. Anatomy, I'm glad I don't have that. But yo, bro, I remember like maybe like a week ago after like I caught up on my sleep, I was sleeping maybe like 13 hours a day. Oh, alhamdulillah, it was so good. Shit was so good, bro. I had the best sleeps I had in years, bro. Because like since high school, I was taking like no care, but I was at least getting like 6-7 hours of sleep. But this year, bro, it was so inconsistent, and like I didn't realize that whole semester, bro, I was just in a haze, in a brain fog. I lost maybe like 20 pounds total over the semester, and I could not think straight. I could not see straight. And then like,
See?
bro, it was so bad. No, you're right, bro. Like it was so bad. Like I did not take care of myself, and I only realized so recently that like I had neglected myself so much, bro. Like it got to the point where I was like incredibly like insecure about myself. I was super emotional, and I was like not thinking straight. I had like the biggest brain fog. But yeah, bro, it's not even about balance. It's literally just about like you gotta like not kill yourself while you're doing this
Yeah,
shit.
like the way I think about it is like in a sense we are like machines, and so it's kind of like you need to, if the gears are getting rusty, you need to grease them, right? Like if the engine's running out of gas, you need to refuel it.
Real.
And it's exactly in that same way. And that's honestly something I really appreciate from anatomy, that like you actually like start to learn about how our bodies work. And it's like once you start to get that information, like you start to look at yourself in a different way, where it's like, okay, like am I, you think about like eating, for example, right? Where it's just like, I'm doing this to gain muscle mass, I'm doing this to gain weight or lose weight or to look a certain way. But once you start to look at it from like a physiological perspective, it's like, no, this is like literally powering our bodies. Or like this is like, oh, these specific minerals are doing this in our body, right? Or like, you just need to be doing these certain things with your diet to just, it changes everything about like how you think, how you feel. Like for example, your emotions is another thing, right? It's like you think about that in a certain way, where it's like, oh, you just feel a certain way on a certain day, whatever. Oh, I feel this way because of something that happened. But it's like, no, like the way you react to something, to the stimuli, like the external stimulus, is entirely dependent on like what's going on inside of you and what you're doing to like your actual body, and it will actually change like the way you experience like different events depending on how like you if you're literally like greasing the gears well enough,
Yeah, no, that's so real, especially when you just touched on about like your intake of information. And I've been thinking about that so much, about different perspectives on a more like mental game, but it's so true that like you're so limited, especially when you don't even think about it, on what sort of things you can perceive. And it's incredibly fascinating on how much you miss out when you're laser focused on very particular things, and you miss like greater contexts. And especially when it comes to like taking exams, like you tend to forget like the bigger picture a lot, and that really fucks up a lot of the
that's
times.
facts.
So, anyways, back to our old question, which was
Yo,
how
let
do y'all feel
Dushan
about the
go on
future?
this first.
Exactly, of course.
Oh.
That was-
Thank you.
So the question was again,
Why am I saying thank you?
how do y'all feel about the future after 1 year of high school is over?
High school.
Yeah, 1 year high school is over.
University. Oh, yeah.
1 year like since high school.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
since high school.
Sorry.
Oh,
sorry
got you. No, I got you. Yeah, no, I feel okay. I felt like very, like worried as fuck, like going into the year, just because I was like, it's music school, and like I was accepted for biomed, like or biomedical mechanical engineering at like Ottawa U and like Waterloo and shit. Like I could have done these other schools, and I didn't. And I instead decided to go to Berkeley. So I was like very like fucked. But it was like big risk, especially like didn't help them. Like I had a lot of parental pressure, being like that was just the wrong thing. You know what I mean? But oh, you're telling me to hold it closer? Oh, I'm tripping. Okay, my fault. I was like, no, you're good. You're good. Okay.
Yeah, I had the same issue last pod, bro. I was fucking with the microphones, and Andrew's like, "Yo, stop, bro." Yeah, because he'd be used to it. Like
Yeah,
you're.
facts. Every time I see him with the microphone, I'm like, yeah, this guy already knows how to use
Yeah,
it.
he's jostled with some.
Earlier you were holding it in a way where I'm like, is that picking it up? But I'm like, I mean, I feel like he would know. So I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
he
low-key,
knows.
yo,
He
listen,
knows
the
how to hold
mics,
things
I
up to
don't
his
use
lips.
these mics a ton except for live shit, so I don't know. But
Nobody heard what I said.
But yeah,
But
what's
the
you
day-
say?
You know, in
what I
theory,
said.
bro.
I know in theory. Yeah.
I'm gonna. what
Okay,
did
we'll
you, I'm
check
gonna
it
hear
out.
what you said when I run that back.
Yo, so
Back to it.
Hey yo. Yeah. I mean, okay. First of all, there's a lot of things that I achieved this year that I feel like make me feel very secure. Like, I feel excellent about my future. First of all,
Congrats.
thank you. Bro. First of all, MPNE, like the program, accepts 8%. Like literally only 8%. Like none of my friends got in. My best friend didn't get in. That was really sad. But he'll get in the future. You know what I mean?
It's a program that you transfer after you already got into Berkeley.
Yes, and it's in Berkeley, and it's like you have to get accepted again. It's 10 like essay questions, and it's like
it's like a frat inside of it. But like
no, it's a major. It's not
a
bad,
major.
but what it is, it's like because there's a limited number of studios and stuff, and like, the studios are fire, bro. They're so good, but there's a limited number, and like limited number of seats in those classrooms and shit like that. So they can only take so many students. So it's like low acceptance rate. You have to really fucking want it. You have to be good at what you're doing, right? And so they took me, which is sick, because it was a couple song submissions, and it was like a ton of essay questions, and then like an interview, which is also fucked. But yeah, like with professors and stuff, and then the professors, if they like you, they go to bat for you against professors who like other students and shit, and But yeah, so it was a lot. Like I didn't get in my first semester, and I was worried. I was like, I might have fucked it up. But the thing is, first semester nobody gets in. Like literally, like I was considered, which is good because most of my friends just got rejected straight off the bat because they're not supposed to take anyone for first semester. I was in a pool of 20 people, and they took 2. I think it took 2. Maybe there's a third. I heard something about there being a third person. I haven't met that person, so I don't know. But from my knowledge, they took 2 out of everyone who applied. Just like probably like I don't know. I mean, out of first semester, probably like 100 people or more. I don't know, because not a lot of people knew they could apply in first semester. But the fact that I was considered, I figured that was good. But I was so depressed about that, bro. And that was like right during winter break. I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like I just gotta do it again. I'll do it even better. Like I'll hit it back harder and like fuck it. And so I went again and like I got in, which is fire. It's so sick. I was like fucking calling my mom like first thing. I was like freaking out. So that's fire. So I'm gonna do that. And it's nice. Like around the school, like there's definitely a level of credibility that goes like professors, even if they're not professors of that. Like they know if you're in that program, they know you're hardworking. They know like you worked, like you're in that alone like says something. Also among students, like I can book studio time, and none of them, like no one else can do that. So like I'm now in a weird position where, for the rest of my life it will never be the same. But at Berkeley, like I hold all the cards as a producer student who like is part of this major, which is nice because I like people will pay me for studio time. People will pay me to so that's fire. So that program is amazing. Also like the professors are goats. Worked with my idols and shit, and so like that's amazing. I also the GPA is fire, and I'm now considered for like the best scholarship the school has, so hopefully I'll get the scholarship. That would be sick. So I'm like waiting for that. So I hit the 3.9 out of 4 GPA, so that's fire. Yeah, but that's like that's tough though. But okay, but I will say that is a joke. Like all of you would have 4.0s. Like I'm not even playing. Like literally, if you did well in biomed, like you would have no problem.
You'd have to teach me how to sing.
Levels, you do have to like.
Oh yeah.
When you move around.
Yeah, my fault. I'm not paying attention.
You'll have to teach me how to sing.
I got you.
Yo, I'd love to. I need to serenade my baby girl. You know?
Yo,
Okay.
go a bit further. I'm just saying, like, it's not even like when you're here, you're good, but like when you move your face, the mic doesn't move with you. That's all.
Got you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Word. Thank you. Yeah. So like, that's fire. And then that guy invited me to the class. Like, that's sick as fuck. And then also, I started this company of like, I'm basically managing like 9 producers.
Oh, what?
And
Actually?
it's called, yeah. So basically,
This is
I
the
like
first time
grab.
I'm hearing about
Yeah, I know.
this.
I haven't told this to you guys yet, but it's called Phantom, as in like Phantom Power. You know when you turn on you maybe don't know, like a condenser microphone, you have to turn on Phantom Power. Anyway, we're calling it Phantom. I think it's
you
like
have the switch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it. But yeah, so Phantom is like basically there's 9 producers so far. We might take on 1 or 2 more, but we don't want to like expand it too much, keep it exclusive. But what it is like
I'll refer Hadi.
He'll get the logistics up.
You won't have a company within a few months.
Motive for the Phantom. No.
So like Phantom is yo, that's fire. But I just realized what you said. Phantom is like it's basically a bunch of producers. We're just gonna work with the Berkeley artists, and like upon creating it, like the team we put together is like the best producers of our year, and we're still in first year, so we don't have shit compared to the 4th years in our school, 3rd years. You know what I mean? But like they're gonna graduate. And when they do, and when we're 3rd and 4th years, like the entire market of artists at Berkeley is ours. And every year, more and more artists come in with hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of streams. We have 2 guys. Like we have a guy, he lives on my floor. He has 44,000 monthly listeners, and he has a song with 5 million streams. and his like worst song is 70,000 streams. That's 10 times more than my best song. And it's like that's literally like this guy and me and him, like he's my boy. Like we've been on the same floor all fucking year. We've been chilling. We're gonna make a song together, like me and him, like duet, which is fire for me for streams. In return, I'm gonna produce an EP for him, which is also sick. He's gonna pay me, so that's fine. But also he's gonna bring his business to like our firm, like our whatever, our collective, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, exactly. Our partnership. I don't even know. But so I'm still figuring it out. Yeah, it's a Phantom.
Shout out Phantom right now. We'll
so
link
like
it. How
the
do you
nice
link
thing is
it?
like because all of us were like competing, it's like now all of us share success because it's basically if I make a song that does really well and my homie didn't work on it, anyone from Phantom, including that homie who didn't work on it, can say, hey, I was part of the firm that made this song that got 10 million
they share
streams,
equity. I like
about
that.
3 million. Exactly.
It's
And
just
if
like
he does
Suits.
something excellent, I like Suits. Yo, we got buy-in, bro. $500,000 buy-in.
Where's Donna, bro?
Yo, she's so bad. Oh my god. Okay, yo, but
Where's Donna? Where's
yeah.
your
Donna
Donna?
over
John, she's at Rito.
Sure.
really? Yo,
Yeah.
they were both bad, but
I mean, Rachel's
low-key,
name's bad,
Rachel,
but I
she's
think
literally a
I watched
princess.
Suits.
Like,
I really like
Yo,
what you didn't watch
you gotta
it.
watch
I
it.
never watched
You're
it.
missing out, right?
Missing
Watch
out. That
it
show's
tonight. That's your
Donna's got
homework.
that power.
That's
Yo,
your homework,
I know
bro.
it's funny, but like out of all the tangents we ever gone on, this has got to be like relative to what we were talking about. This has got to be like the worst, like the worst thing,
Bro,
bro.
listen, like if you guys
Nah,
don't
nah, nah,
watch
we're
Suits,
just gonna-
like,
we're
you're
just-
uncultured, man.
Bro,
No, but if you think about it, like the true, core of what Suits is.
did you watch Suits?
Nah, but like, he's not. He's
Power.
right.
Just
Brian
say
has
you
a
never
really
watched
good point
Suits.
because like the essence of Suits.
Yo.
Nah, because the essence of Suits is really about like how there's a lot of issues in family structures and how like people got to take responsibility within their own
Yo, what the fuck, bro?
their own like cultures, bro, their own family.
he's
man.
spitting.
Yo,
Nah,
Suits
because
is
if you look at
about
it, Louis Litt, he was
money,
always
bro.
the punching bag of the
He
family,
was,
bro.
He
Harvey.
was.
Yeah,
It's
like,
funny because when you
But
give
why?
out your own advice, it's so fucking whack that what you said at least is based in something, but it's still fucking like it Suits, bro.
Bro, you trying to tell me that it wasn't the punching bag of the family, right?
Yeah, bro. Are you really telling me that?
He's a fucking lawyer.
Oh. Comeback of the century, guys. Yeah. Anyways, continue, Duchenne.
Yo, yeah. So like that's fucking sick. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
work with
did.
that guy. So that's
No more
fire.
sausage party.
And like being the head of like the production company in our year is kind of sick. Like it's already opened some doors and things like that. And like two other guys, like this guy with 200,000 followers, like came to me. He's like, "Yo, I want you to produce my EP and stuff." We had a class together, so that's kind of how I met him. He's actually in a movie. He's verified on Instagram and shit too. He's got 25K on Insta. He's like doing well for himself. I'm surprised he wanted to come to me. So yo, Preston, see how my boy, bro, Preston. But shout out Preston. But there's this girl who's thinking about coming to us too, and she's also trying to do an EP, and she's like more followers than him. And it's like, and
That's
neither of
crazy,
them have
bro.
ever dropped anything. Oh,
Why? Oh.
You can just put it there. I don't know if they.
but yeah, no. So that's amazing. And then just like so everything like, okay, Berkeley is a waste of fucking money if you don't like work hard.
Oh.
If you are not hardworking, and if you are like, and if you don't use your connections like genuinely, and to use your connections, you have to be
is worth it.
hardworking. That's all it is. Honestly, the more I'm there, the more I see it's a type of person that makes it in the industry. The industry is not fucking forgiving, and if you want to be that type of person, you have to grind, and you have to be like genuinely like, you have to be charismatic as fuck. It's literally like it's a popularity contest. Like like damn near that's
Really?
what it is.
That's
like,
how it
it is how
feels.
hard you work, but it's also like, especially as an artist, it's how pretty you are. Like at the end of the day, it's how marketable
You're
you are,
pretty.
and it's you're so real for that. But no, okay, but no, because there's some motherfuckers that are like models, like, and I'm not like saying that they actually do
Really?
modeling, but also, my point is like, you're not competing against other artists at Berkeley. You're all kind of like, there is an era of competition there, but it's stupid to compete there. Like, it doesn't make sense. Obviously, for the opportunities that they're limited, that makes sense.
The top.
But yeah, and that I agree. But
It's
your
JB.
competition is just exactly, it's the actual market. Because once Berkeley's done, that competition means nothing. You succeeded in being the best at Berkeley. Okay, you just graduated. What now? Like, you got a cool opportunity out of that, maybe not. But it's like, if we work with each other, which is what the whole point of my
Like,
company
I just
is.
pulled up with my ex. Like Selena the Flex. Bumping Justin B, but the fever ain't left.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys not know that?
No.
Shout out to the AI song. That's my people, bro. Coming for your
Yo,
job,
no,
bro.
That's what I'm saying, though. So it's like your personality.
That was the Ghostwriter Drake song, bro.
Oh, what the fuck?
I just hit. Never mind.
Yo,
you're
that
good.
did well though. That's actually, that shit's scary,
It
bro.
was
That shit
fire.
scares
It was
me.
fire.
My thoughts on the AI Drakes.
Wait.
Okay, back to
Keep it running. Keep it running.
yeah,
keep it running,
yeah.
Keep it running.
So yeah, no. So like, start of the year, I definitely felt like terrified and like, okay, but I expected to get to Berkeley, and like that I would be like nothing. Like obviously, I'm still in my first year, but I expected to get there and like that I would be, every one of these people would be working harder than me. That I would have to grind every day, dusk till dawn, to even compete. And honestly, first of all, it's music school, which means that the people who chose it are not the same people who chose
Band
MIT
kids.
or who chose. There's a couple. Like there was this guy. I mean, there's some smart ass people. Like there's I know 2 guys that were accepted to all the Ivy Leagues they applied to and stuff out of high school, but they chose Berkeley over them because like that's their passion. Like, and like there's this guy I know who got into Princeton. He has a photographic memery. Like we'd be out walking in Boston, and he know every single street we're on. He know exactly.
He's
where we
actually
are.
Mike Ross.
Because no, he's straight up Mike Ross. He's a
You gotta get him
photographic
signed for
memory.
Phantom, bro.
Bro, he's a better producer than I ever will be, bro. He's cracked. But he makes like electronic music. He's an artist though, and he just got signed to an
This
indie
guy
label,
made EDM.
and he dropped out of Berkeley. He was like, I don't need Berkeley, like, because
Wow.
for electronic music, there's not that many opportunities at Berkeley, and he dropped out. He's going to MIT. He just transferred.
Just straight. What?
Straight up transferred to MIT. He applied. They took him. Bro,
For
he's
what?
a
What is he
genius.
doing at
He's
MIT?
156 IQ. He's,
What is he
he's doing
doing?
computer science.
Duchenne.
Yeah,
Typical.
Of
Bring-
course, of course. He's
Duchenne.
just gonna do the show on the side.
Yo,
Like, yeah.
Track your mouth with your
Yeah,
microphone.
my fault. Dude, yo, I'm tripping. But yeah, no. So
This guy's doing like AV producing mid.
no, that's good though.
I
That's
mean,
good.
I want people to hear what you have
that's
to
what I'm
say.
saying.
Like, I
Yo,
don't-
you're so real for that.
I don't want people
But
to
so
ask,
like
you know,
with
so-
respect, like there are people like that, but the most part of people that get into Berkeley, like they are excellent at music. And, like it's like
Yeah.
it's a high acceptance rate overall because some instruments they take 1 million of them because they need them, like bass players. But some I don't mean to like throw shade, but some instruments like they don't accept much. Like my friend, he's a saxophone principal. Like 5% of people get in on the saxophone. Like that's fucking Harvard numbers. You know what I mean? And then on top of that,
voice must be crazy.
for voice, it's actually not that crazy. I think it's 30 or like it's not that.
Don't hate on yourself.
No, but
It's
but
0%.
MPE is 8%. So like you know
There you go,
we
there you go,
we
there you
chilling
go,
like personally,
there
but
you
like yo, but my point is. Not
Wait, sorry. Did you say saxophone within Berkeley or
Yeah.
outside?
Within.
Okay.
Berkeley?
Oh, my fault. Okay, I thought you mean
Yeah.
like direct.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. So like 5% of people who apply to Berkeley as a saxophone player with that as a principal instrument are accepted.
Yeah. So
5%
So
of
that's-
saxophone.
Okay.
so that's a direct application.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the numbers are, the number categories are different. You mean 8% within Berkeley?
within 8%
That's,
within
that's
Berkeley
multiplied
get
by the
into-
acceptance rate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's even smaller. Yeah.
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 So it's
yeah,
a cap.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I was dabbing him up. Respect.
Okay.
What?
We should get going. Okay. Wait. Okay. I'll wrap it up. Okay. So basically.
No, don't wrap it up for these.
I feel
freaking
what?
stoners, bro. Stay
No,
here.
No, we gotta go. So basically, to wrap up, I think the year has gone excellently, and I think like, this shit is what you make of it. If you grind, and I know what John was talking about grind culture, but like, if you work hard, your professors will see that, and if you're a kind person, like, they will. Yo, we have to go. They will see that, and like, you will find opportunities based on that, not just through your professors, through your friends. And it's like, that's kind of it.
Where you guys going?
Yo, he's only got so much
Just
time,
hang
bro.
out?
Let him.
No,
Bro.
yeah, like I should be going. We should be going. But yeah, we're chilling. I think we're chilling. It's been a pleasure.
All right,
pleasure.
yo. Thank you, bro.
Shit, bro.
Thanks for having me. I wish to talk more, go into greater
Yo,
depth on
of
this
course,
thing.
bro. We'll see you. I'm so happy. I can't believe you came back this week, bro. Yo, dude, shit. I've been waiting for the day, bro.
I've seen Ryan Simpson. Or no, sorry. Ryan Sullivan. He's like, yo, we're gonna have so chill. He's actually so chill.
I want to talk to you more about that, but we gotta go. So the beef has been chilling.
Bro, the beef has been clear. This is something I kind of want to talk about.
Yeah.
So your question was, 1 year into our program, like, how are we feeling?
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys didn't know, firefighting is a 1-year program at Algonquin, right?
You're almost done it,
So
bro.
it's kind of annoying. I really loved it. I've excelled at it. It's something that's been, like, it really interests me. It's something I want to do. I definitely want to be a firefighter, especially something as a first responder. Like, I really liked anything I excelled at. I really enjoyed doing. So, like, the whole EMR portion, I would totally be a paramedic, but it takes like 3 extra years in college to do it and a lot of money. And it's like
Firefighting is dope as well.
yeah, the biggest thing I've taken after 1 year in the program is maybe it's because I love this one so much, or maybe it's because I really love college. I love everything about college. Like, it's been the best year of my life.
Wow.
I just feel
Congrats,
like
bro.
not only I feel like I'm too young to graduate, I also feel like I just haven't experienced enough of college, and I'm gonna regret it if I don't stay.
Really?
Freddie, bring the mic up a little closer, and then
Okay.
the most important thing, like when you move your head, like just track your
Yeah.
mouth, right?
Okay. I'll work on that.
That's really interesting that you
Yeah.
say that.
So,
Yo, so I have
for
a question though.
firefighting, what you basically work 12 days a month, which is really light, right?
12 days a month?
Except it's exhausting work, but you work 12 days
Yeah.
a month. So
But
really
only
you
12
have-
days a month. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So really have
Are they
like a week and a
consecutive?
half. Pardon me?
Are they consecutive? Like, are you just there for 12 days?
It's different splits. Like every
Okay.
station's different, but
Okay.
if you think about it, it could be like once every.
How do
3
they have
days.
enough people for that?
there's a lot of interest.
Really?
It's super competitive to get into, and that's like one of my problems.
Wow.
Well, basically, okay. So my dream and my like what I am going to do, because I do see myself doing this, is because you're only working 12 days a month. I want to become a personal trainer as well, so I could just fill in the times I'm not working.
Oh shit!
With doing that, and then I just stack on the money. Right?
Nah, you're right.
Are you allowed to take extra days for firefighting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's like a certain amount, like every station has like the max, because it's a really exhausting job and you're working a 24-hour shift.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so for personal training, there's a course at Algonquin, and it's 2 years, and I have taken the whatever. I've kind of like I've registered and I've like applied and like I've kind of made it to doing that. But I'm so like I feel like such a coward for doing it, because I know I don't need a degree to become a personal trainer, and I'm just doing it because I'm in college. And it's such like a hard, like it's so tedious to become an actual firefighter in Ottawa. Like you're never gonna get a job until you're like 22, 23.
Really?
Yeah, and then volunteering's hard work, or then you're working wildland. It's just like it means I would have to work my ass off for like 3 to 4 years to become a firefighter in Ottawa, and that's like
go to Alberta, bro.
That would be like well, I don't want to leave Ottawa, you know what I mean?
I guess.
Yo, also real quick, by the way, 12. So a 24-hour shift is 1.5x like a typical 9 to 5. So it basically it's 24 days.
Yeah.
So it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
It's just kind of a ridiculous shift, and you are sleeping in it. You're eating there, like you have your own.
But you're.
It's not the best sleep though. That's actually
but you're on the you're on call like that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is it aligns with.
He was just saying like it's the same.
Like it's the same thing. Like I might be at my job, I don't know, like doing something that's light as well, but like I'm still getting paid.
What I wonder though for that, unless you still have more to say.
I just have like a little bit more.
Yeah,
I just have a minute left. So my biggest dilemma is I know what I should do is I should not be going to school next year. I should work.
Freddie, bring the mic close to you.
Sorry, I should work in jobs that would like kind of lay me up for a position. So one would be being an arborist, because you're in trees, you get used to heights. It's really good for the resume. I could work with Charlie, right? Like that would just be perfect. And then I could just do another job that kind of relates to firefighting a little bit. Like they're saying EMT, emergency transport, would be one. Just something like that. And then volunteering, and then working wildland, and I could easily do that to become a firefighter. But I'm just so like, I feel like a kid. Like I don't want to chase the dream yet. I just want to live my youth, and I want to go to college for another, like, I don't know, just another year.
Yeah.
So I'm really in between doing that, like working, like what I just said, or going back and doing another 2 years of college.
So my question for that was,
don't even need.
Yeah, absolutely. And my question for that was like, would you go to university for that? How do you think the experience would differ there?
So I actually looked it up, and the personal training course at Algonquin, even though I would kind of like to experience uni, is much more suitable for the field of being an actual personal trainer.
Yeah.
Because it's more hands-on. It's a lot of, I actually have a classmate who's like 34, and he was a personal trainer before. He's telling me, he's like, Freddie, do not do it. Do not take the program.
Really?
Right? He's telling me what I should do is get textbooks and just trying to work on like all learn through textbooks basically. But basically what the program is it's about like teaching. It's not only about like kinesiology and health and fitness and all that. It's also about teaching and coaching, which is a big aspect of personal training.
Yeah, absolutely. That's incredibly important. Like there's definitely probably incredibly knowledgeable people that lack the ability to actually like teach and persuade people into actually performing. But like why wouldn't you want to go for the university experience? Like what do you feel about it? I'm not saying like you should.
I just feel like there's not a big difference in the program. Like what would I be taking? Like kinesiology?
Well, I mean, if you're looking for the experience, like there's like triple the people there.
Yeah.
Do you want the experience?
Like that's what I'm saying. Like
there's
a
question of
I see what you're.
There's a question of do you
there's
want
so much more people there. Like there's a lot of experience, a lot of more.
Freddie, is the reason that you're avoiding university because you don't care for it as much as you used to, or because you like don't think it's a good idea? Like
I'm not really chasing the uni lifestyle. It's more one. I feel like a 19-year-old. Like I feel like a kid. Like I don't feel like I can move out next year. Maybe I can.
Yo,
I just don't want.
What are
to.
some like like, how would you, if somebody had no clue, like, what you meant by that? Like for example, what are some, like, when I ask myself this, I'd be like, for example, like, what are some times when, like, this really, like, it's, like, feels like it's highlighted?
For being too young.
Like, basically, I'm saying, what do you mean by, I feel like I'm young? Like, I feel like I'm young.
Yeah. So I feel like
how does this, like, play out?
If I didn't have school, I would kind of feel useless, and I would definitely feel depressed because I'd be living at home and there's no, like, concrete. Yeah. First of all, I'm not I'm not forced to meet people, which I feel like is a big thing that college and uni does for you. But then also, I feel like I don't have I have a schedule, but it's not what I'm used to, and it just, like, I'm working. I'm not really seeing people as frequently as I would be if I was in school, and I feel like there's less of a priority or something I need, or a goal I need to achieve. Like, school is kind of a goal you need to achieve. Like, you just want your certification. But yeah, I feel like that's the biggest reason.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, what experience are you actually lacking? Like, what are you looking for, bro?
Well, to become a firefighter, it's all about life experience. Like, that's, like, the number one thing.
But like in terms of your youth, what are you like? It's both like, what are you like trying to get at? Like, why do you still feel like
I'm
you need to stay in
thinking
school?
Parties, relationships. Well, maybe not parties as much, but still just hanging out with my friends, like, just everything like that. Less stress from knowing you need money.
Do you know a lot, like, from Charlie's life?
Well, I know he's exhausted all the time because it's a really tough job, and that's that's also one of the biggest reasons I kind of don't want to.
I can imagine, yeah. That is really exhausting.
Climbing trees, cutting the.
Because I'm a pussy and I'm lazy. But I'm just being real right now. Like, it's the three of us. We can be honest.
Nah, sometimes I feel the same way.
That's the biggest reason I don't want to chase it.
That's what I've been feeling actually lately. Like, I've been super scared that if I was actually put in, like, a real life situation, I'd be such a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I've been tracking. It's right there. Habibti, please, ana akid, inte wana akhlan. No, I appreciate it.
That's what I mean.
Link skulls in Gaza.
Yeah, but like, like I've been super scared that like I'm still super separated from, like, the real world, and I'm still scared, like, I don't really know what the competition is like, because I mean, Duchesne touched on this earlier. Well, he kind of touched on it when he said, like, he thought it was gonna be really hard. He didn't really say it, but, like, I think he was gonna expand and saying, like, it wasn't as difficult as he would expect. I mean, considering he got, like, pretty good grades, and I felt very similar, where, like, I had expected a very troublesome experience, but I had realized that it honestly was nothing like I expected, and it's still very detached from, like, I guess, the real world in a sense. And I don't necessarily think it's at fault of the universities, nor that it's not accurate to the real life experience, but it's rather just a reflection on the responsibilities and the competition you put yourself in front of. And that's what I've been incredibly focused on trying to accomplish, is trying to push that pressure onto myself. And, you know, I've been feeling that so much as well. Like, I'm scared that I'm not living out my youth. Yeah. That I'm missing out on a lot.
But at the same time,
well, of course,
one of the biggest reasons that you two, like, inspire me so much is the fact that you're so like, everything about you guys is for the future. Like, when we hang out, like, I understand that it's like, oh, I just want to look back on my youth and be happy. But you guys, everything you guys come up with is all about the future, and I love that about you guys, because you guys don't bullshit. You don't beat around the bush. Like,
that's crazy that you say that, and
I'm really surprised by what you just said, John. But thank you, Freddie.
I was really surprised at what. Oh, well, not surprised what Freddie said. I'm actually flattered about what he said, because I feel like both Andrew and I used to be very focused on the past. Like we used to be obsessed with that, and that's what we used to talk about all the time on these conversations on Sunday in grade 11.
But funny enough, John and I actually told ourselves that we didn't even say we would stop. We just said we should stop.
Yeah.
And then eventually we did. I mean, I've been telling myself we should stop. Like, I've been telling my friends who I talk with stuff about that I don't think is good, that we should stop since, like, grade 8. Like, I remember, like, we used to always talk about drama. And it felt like a really big problem. Like, because I remember trying to hold down a conversation with somebody about not other people, and it, like, generally didn't work. And I'm like, this has to stop at some point. So like we've always been, like, basically saying, not even making it a goal, just saying like, yo, like eventually, like we're gonna have to.
I'm
stop
very
talking
proud
about
that
this.
intuitively we still all knew that this shit was a waste of our
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Because I was at like us painting pottery with my girlfriend today at like this place. Shout out to the MOTVLIVE, but like there was these people who were sitting there and they were just talking shit, and they were like 30, 40 years
Yeah.
old, and they're talking about shit about their friends, like
Yeah.
genuinely like berating them. Literally, it sounded like as immature as it was when we were in grade 8, which is crazy how far you can fall off and also stay back.
Yeah.
And you know, that's why I appreciate you saying that, like, we're trying to focus on the future. But at the same time, you know, like, I think I noticed that I'm often being very considerate of the psychology behind the things that we say, not because of, while it may be like logically fallacious, but more or less I'm trying to really understand the root of my reasoning, and also so I don't deceive myself or other people around me, because I know that was a big issue for myself. I think the reason, especially why we focus a lot on the future, is that we're pretty in denial. Maybe I won't speak for you, but we're pretty in denial about like our present circumstances, and especially since like all of university, and this is pretty much why I brought up the question, is because like I've disappointed myself every single day this year. Like genuinely, I have not met up any of the expectations that I have. And so when people say like they appreciate or look up to like the views that I have, I feel very guilty and shameful because I haven't upholded the standard nearly enough as I should have. And obviously it's subjective, but you know, like there's a certain standard that we have to uphold ourselves to, and that's why, you know, I'm at this crossroads, and I've been at it, where I have to pretty much say goodbye to some of these things that I've been holding on to, that revolve the past and also revolve around the lifestyle that precludes hanging out and having this useful experience, because frankly my ambitions supersedes that. And you know, that's really the decision that I have to make. It's like, do I want to keep the pressure on and keep going, or do I want to slow down and relax? And, you know, at the end of the day, like, I'd rather die than be left behind. So 100%. That's what I've been really trying to, like, get a hold of in my head.
I think that's a decision for most people, but the one thing that I'll just say is that it's, like, you can't have it both ways. Yeah. You have to take everything that comes with it, you know? Like, for example, when we choose to, let's say, I don't know, like, hang out instead of focus on our careers.
And we're back.
Basically, all I was saying is that you cannot have both, and which means that you have to accept everything that comes with it. Like, for example, let's say, I see this happen all the time in our friend group, but particularly with me and my friends. Like, when they decide to do things that are like more youthful than me, we talk less, and like I don't like that, and neither do they. But that's just our decisions, and the reason that I don't think it's really makes sense for us to frown upon that is that, as I said, like we made our decisions. It's not a direct decision to stop talking to them, but you take what comes with the decision. And I was actually talking about this and I think maybe a lot of people don't pick this up. And the evidence I have for that is I remember talking with. He was talking about not like hang out with the group as much, and
as in like a negative, like he wanted to, or he wanted the distance.
No, he was talking about how he hasn't been and how that's really upsetting him. And I was like, I couldn't really explain why, but over this past year, I completely lost any sort of emotion towards that. Like I was basically trying to say that I feel like I realized that life is like that, but I have like no negative feeling towards it. Like I just take it as it is. But as in, people just make so many decisions. Decisions have so many other decisions. Every decision has so many consequences to it that are not like in line with what a person wants, like generally, but are only in line with the reason they made that decision. So like, as I said, like you take it as it is, you know, you can't have both.
I think
you can't mix and match variables.
Andrew, I think you and are very different. Like your whole life, you've been very work oriented.
And are completely different.
Very socially oriented.
And the thing is, it's funny because have the best conversations.
Yeah.
About our differentiating perspectives, and you're right, like we're utterly different.
So
the thing is, I think if Ryan were here, he would also like dock me on what I say right now.
Here right now. Like, I wish
because
actually,
bro, I was so pissed.
If they were, if we were all like, it would actually get real. Yeah. But essentially, like, so while like I want to be careful in not like being super out of principle and saying that everything is the same, like in some sense, at least logically, what I said still stands. As in, it wasn't about the difference between me and like, yes, this decision affects me much less than it affects him, which is basically what you're saying, and that's kind of where my point would fall. But nonetheless, it still stands that we take what comes with our decisions.
Yeah,
I'm sure. I don't know what the reasons are, but there must be some sort of reason that has been hanging out with our friend group less, and I generally don't know what there are because I'm not smart enough.
On what it is.
But nonetheless,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't even matter to the point.
Exactly.
Even if he doesn't know, which in fact, he generally doesn't. Nonetheless, he's made decisions that had those consequences, and those decisions are owned by him, just like each decision is owned by us.
But the thing about that and the applications of that, which is incredibly true, and this is what I fear actually, and I'm sure there's the sentiment, but he's experiencing it in real time. It's that while the decisions tend to have us diverge in our life paths as it would, because we tend to find our own passions that we want to pursue. And it's not necessarily about why or the fact that it is happening, because it's more or less inevitable that we diverge to a very large degree. It's more about how we handle the divergence, which is like less clear than to observe the fact that even the divergence is happening. Because, and I've been thinking about this so much lately because I'm very aware of it, and I'm not gonna lie, like I've also been like incredibly astutely aware that the friend group is fading away. Obviously not now. Like the summer, we're gonna be very strong.
I was about to say,
we're
thriving. Yeah.
I know,
sure.
but like and obviously we're gonna maintain it. Like every summer, we're probably gonna keep doing the sports, and that's gonna be incredible. But like over time, like the intermissions are gonna get longer and longer between we speak, and that's not a bad thing. What I think is super important that we need to keep in mind, and what we often forget, which sounds corny as fuck, is that we need to truly appreciate the moments that we do have with each other, and we need to make sure that the appreciation is known. And that's what I really love about our friend group, especially recently, is because we show our love in very, very straightforward ways. And I think that's something that we've developed very slowly, and I honestly think it's attributed mostly to you, Freddie. Like, not even a shits and giggles. Like, I remember we would never really talk about like that stuff because we thought it was corny before, but I think you were like one of the first people who started to show appreciation, and I guess it's because you're just genuinely inspired by your friends, and that's an incredibly noble thing to go out and start saying that. And ever since then, like, I noticed we all started complimenting each other, we all started to appreciate each other more, and that is an incredibly valuable thing.
Yeah, I think you taking that on has way more influence than when John and I like privately just appreciated life in general.
That's actually an awesome compliment.
Yeah.
Really
private.
that.
We did it in private,
Right.
which is so much worse.
Like, it definitely like affected like Ian, Yufang,
Mhm.
right? Like rippled it. Like, I mean, yeah.
And Neil too, man.
Yeah.
Neil also shows his love in very distinct ways, and I love Neil so much, man.
And even like
Neil,
Hattie's picking it up.
Yeah,
slowly.
Yeah.
There's still things. I drive with him, so I know like shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But shit's growing, bro.
But nonetheless,
like I just been like, I think about the future a lot. Not in terms of like, not really in terms of like fears or like worrying so much. So as like, I want to make sure I avoid having regrets, because like, it's a very sobering thought to think that shit actually moves pretty fast, and we can't really stop it. And I've been trying so hard trying to figure out like the formula to really slow down the process, to have enriching novel experiences every single day. And I just like, no matter how hard you try, and I've been thinking about it so much, like it goes by way too quickly, and you realize it's been like 3 weeks since you talked to somebody. And that's super demoralizing, because there's some people who like I haven't spoken to a while, Dushan included. Like, I hadn't spoken to him to a very long time, and I love him so much, and I'm so glad that I was able to show that.
what is
appreciation.
demoralizing?
Like it brings me down so hard. It makes me feel less like of a person, because I'm not like expressing the shared experience with a lot of people. And that's what I was talking about earlier when it came to like the grind culture. Like, that's what I was trying to expand upon when Ryan was mentioning about it, because I think we generally as young people, we focus, and we're told to focus, maybe you and I more especially, because of like all the fucking culture around technology is
I
like
do my own shit, bro. I'm
we're
affected by the culture.
Yeah, maybe it's just me, bro. But like, there's so much pressure to perform, and it's just insane how much you don't really understand the pressure gets to you in a unique way.
What does that mean?
Like, you think you'd be conscious of like the external validations of other people, but the pressure's still on all the time, and you don't really notice it, but you know that affects your decision crazily. And like, competition is always there, and low key it's there so much so where it's like, it low key feels like you got enemies, which is crazy. Like, it feels like you got like you're fighting a battle. You know, it's that kind of pressure. But what I was saying is that, like, I think we really undervalue how much these experiences matter, and I really have been so quick to cut off people and experiences who are very focused on incredibly materialistic and pretty like mundane things. Not like mundane in the sense I'm not interested, but like genuinely mundane, when it's like destructive in nature, or talking shit, or like, you know, like redundant things. And that comes from with the decisions that we make. But
That's just a matter of you aligning
of course
who you interact with
and
with your priorities.
And that's exactly the case. And I think that I've been trying so hard to make sure that whoever I do align with, I make sure I surround myself with them as much as I can, and make sure that they know that I appreciate them, because it's incredibly rare to find that. Like, bro, I've been searching all university, and out of like the thousands of people that I've maybe seen or talked to for like 4 minutes, I could tell you there's that I genuinely fuck with.
Is one of them safe?
Yeah, bro. Crazy.
Yo.
Safe and Felipe are like
You
one of
ain't
the.
saying none,
Some
bro.
random ass guy.
I know he's one of the random ass guys, but I fuck with him.
When you told us that like you met him like a week ago, I was like, oh no shit,
Bro, you
Like,
must
I
have,
did,
dude.
But yo,
You must
it
have
was
met
such
him,
a
and you were
vibe,
like in a
bro.
really bad like emotional state, because I don't know what the fuck he did to rizz you up, but
Nah, bro.
like,
You just
that guy isn't much.
He's probably just a little bit nervous, bro. Because like,
Yeah.
when we were talking, bro, this guy was the funniest guy, bro. If you actually got him, bro, like if you actually just kept talking to him, you'd fuck with Safe so much, especially you, Freddie. Such a fucking funny guy. But yeah, bro, like maybe him, Felipe, Azan, Rishon, great people. Yeah, you don't know them. Exactly.
Who's the third?
Azan.
Azan?
Is that his name?
What? No, it's not. It's not Azan, bro. Obviously, it's not Azan.
Shout out
I'm sorry
Azan.
for derailing your
Like,
point
gone.
there. That was actually such a good.
But only really, I wouldn't really stop doing something out of the idea that it's bad. I will only stop doing something if I think that it's having a bad outcome.
Yeah, it has to be in good
Yeah.
faith.
You know, you're right.
It has to be in good faith most of the time, or it has
But you're
to
still
be
talking
something
in
that, like-
principles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
the problem can't be in what you're doing. The problem has to be seen through an out through. Next thing, I'm saying like I wouldn't. I'm saying I wouldn't stop doing something based on the idea that it's bad in principle. Like, it is people, but like, you shouldn't change yourself if
But it's
unless
not even
unless
that,
unless you feel the
like,
pain of it.
It doesn't even matter, bro. Like, on real shit, like I think we also, like, that's another thing. It's people, especially when you're young, you put so much pressure on your decisions as if it, like, you affect the fucking moral compass of the world. And I actually debate.
Decisions matter.
I actually do, I argue that it is important to a degree, but, like, you got to practice to be impervious to, like, your own words, and you got to be able to filter through, like, everybody's hearsay as well as your own.
What
and
does impervious mean?
like, you're not affected by it.
John, I recently been feeling like you've been thinking so much about your life that like I don't know if you're thinking about stuff as you're talking, but like you kind of word it as though you're making conclusions, and it feels like you've been like thinking so much about your life. I don't know if you like need conclusions, that you like come up with so much stuff, but it's like baseless.
What do you mean,
No,
bro?
I
What do you mean?
actually find a lot of your points like relatable.
What do you mean,
like,
though? What do you mean
I could
baseless?
actually-
What define baseless?
I find a lot of them like actually resonate with me.
What do you mean by baseless, though?
I mean that they're not proven to any degree.
Okay, wait, hold on. What did I just say?
It's stuff that resonates. Like, I'm trying to think of an
We're
example.
talking about
Yo,
something
I
subjective.
appreciate that for other people, but I mean for yourself.
Wait. Oh, okay. Well, I talk directly for myself. I find that I literally just forgot what I said, but I remember. I talk directly from my own experience. They're not baseless because I wouldn't say something that's fucking stupid. But like talking from my own experience, like What I mean, like, I just feel like
Can you
needing to
reference
explain
the
myself
experience?
is pretty redundant unless I need to explain myself. And so for this case,
I
we're
will-
talking about being impervious to your own sayings. This comes from a like understanding of your own psychology, and I believe this is consistent with a lot of people. Is that like it's very I think it's a very well known thing in psychology where it's discussed like what you say affects how you think,
Yeah.
especially. And also obviously what other people say.
Right.
And it's about managing, like, what I mean by talking about being impervious to yourself and also these external values is that, like, we constantly have to filter out, like, other people's, and we get really good at that as we develop. But I think we also neglect that we don't filter out what we say as well. And depending on the situation that you're in, you could be saying things that cater towards a certain mask or a figure, as Robert Greene said. That like makes you more socially acceptable in that circumstances. And what I mean by being what in reference to what we were talking about in terms of like doing something that's low key in principle could be like amoral, could be pretty like shitty, like talking shit about a person, is that like you should be like strong enough in will to make sure that you don't outwardly project that onto the world when you talk shit about somebody, or inwardly project that. So like if I'm talking shit, for example, like my immediate thought is not, oh my god, what, because it doesn't come out of place of insecurity, and that's what I mean when I explain myself.
Yo, I fuck with that. Like filtering your own thoughts. I never thought about that. I even think about like waking up in the morning, like anytime like you're like want to procrastinate, like be a bitch, essentially. You just
you gotta filter.
You filter it because it's not coming from the most effective psyche.
And maybe that's why it's a lot of my things seem baseless, because I don't explain, like, but that's like pretty much like the essence of most of my things, where it's like a very individual experience of mine that I say that what I believe is more universal. There's a lot of things that I think are very personal to me.
I guess that's the point I'm making, is why you believe it's universal.
That's why. Okay, why? Well,
because you still use we all the time.
Which
well,
the
I've
reason
been
I think it's universal because like
nudging a lot.
Jordan Peterson and Robert Greene have talked about it, and I think they're pretty credible. But it's also like I've just observed it happen in the wild, where like you can sort of see that when people talk, that like there's a certain like position that they take, and it's just the way that they say things. And I could give you like a more distinct example.
Talking about when you're doing pottery today.
Okay, like when they're talking shit about people.
I
Like
find, I don't know, just the way I visualize that, or most like, I don't know, 40-year-old white women, like that's, it's all out of insecurity. I swear to God. They talk about money, relationships, status, houses. That's all stuff that women love and cherish.
You're absolutely right. And that's
what were they
exactly
talking about? Probably friendship?
Yeah, they're talking about like, oh, my husband did this, I fucked him, or like, oh, he's cute, he's ugly, he has no money, his house is broke. You're right. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like a lot of their points, you can tell there's a certain incentive towards that. In that case, it's insecurity. In another sense, it could be getting leverage over somebody else, or trying to make them seem more powerful and more alpha and a more dominant figure. There's a lot of different things that play into this. But, truly understanding how people work is really about playing with the incentives and then trying to filter through that and trying to understand exactly what they're trying to say. And so I guess I just been very good at that from grade 8. But like since a child, I realized that like a lot of these things play into each other, and so I think coming to understand yourself the best. I've been such a big proponent of just understanding yourself on a psychological basis. So yeah, that's what I meant. That was the base for my supposed baseless claim.
That was ridiculous, Andrew. I don't know why you pulled that out of the bag.
It's not supposedly baseless.
I know.
It's not a personal attack, bro.
But yeah, no, I know. What I thought you were actually hinting at though, what you were hinting at though is that like I thought you were saying that you could tell that I make up my shit on the spot, which is the case for a lot of the time. Like you were saying like I think about it, and obviously I do so much, but I have such a big issue of trying to explain exactly what I mean.
Yeah. I think everyone has that issue, but I just have
that's
to
an issue you need to attack though, bro. Miss Metcalf ways.
If you going out on tangents just randomly with the vocabulary you use, it's actually insane. Like, that's such a gift.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if that's just like having a big vocabulary, but like that's you could go places.
You know
with
what,
that.
bro? It's Jordan Peterson mostly. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I took so much
interest.
interest.
Because if I had the gift, I would never stop talking. I would love that.
Yo, that's what I've been worried about. I've been worried that I like the sound of my own voice because I noticed no hate.
Because it's not even a threshold. Because at a certain point, you're just like, let me speak. Like you're being so arrogant. You don't even want to hear them, whether or not it's interesting or not.
Yeah, you're so right. And I think Robert Greene says this really well. Is that like the most sociable and most likable people, likable quote unquote, is like these extroverted people are incredibly outward focused. And I believe I used to be that way, where like you would amass a bunch of knowledge around other people, and you'd be less focused on trying to like tell people about yourself. And I've been trying to practice that more because I recently found that like I'm very uninterested in people lately.
Yeah.
I think that just came with like university, but like I don't know. I just forgot that I was pretty interested in people. Anyways, what we were talking about.
That's a great point. Make people feel loved, and they'll feel more interested to hear about you.
Yeah, it's. I used to call it like the game, but
law of attraction, baby.
Yeah. Anyways,
sort of.
What were we talking about before we went on this tangent? Appreciating people.
You were talking about
I was talking about like why we should be amoral, but that's a tangent of what we were talking about.
No, I think
that's the issue with the question. I think we're on like a third order.
Restart. We could just restart. We could just talk about
new
something
angle.
else,
Let's do it.
Yeah. I really like the prompting that you had.
Oh no, we were talking about Freddie.
We were talking,
which I wish we would have continued doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I pretty much said what I need to say.
Yeah.
I think we were on the topic of.
But do you feel like you have like a really tough decision, or you feel like you're just living it?
I think my decision is I'm just gonna go back to college and do 2 more years.
Yeah.
Because it's not even a bad decision because I'm degree stacking right now as I live in my house with my parents, and there's no real pressure to get a job or make money because I can do that right after, and I could go into a personal training job right away. Like I could go to MOTVLIVE and work as a personal trainer, and then I want to do volunteering, which isn't really volunteering. It's really part-time firefighting, which is like you have it's late. I'm blanking on the word, but you have they'll call you in on it. What is it called? A pager. You have a pager.
Okay.
So you could just go into
like in a movie. That's kind of sick. Yeah.
So I'm pretty much good on my career path.
Yo,
I just know there's a better one I should take, but I'm just
What do you mean
lazy.
a better one?
Like the one I was talking about, if I was like an arborist or like I work 2 part-time jobs.
But you still think you're gonna become a firefighter?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, why not try being an arborist for the one time? Like you don't have to commit to everything.
Yeah.
You could just try it for like a
because you can only do one thing. You have to decide amongst alternatives, and you can be an arborist anytime. You can only go to college with this experience now.
I'm just saying, like you could also just like 1 week you'd be like, all right, I'm doing arborist, and then you.
No, you can't get a good perspective on it in 1 week. You can get a good perspective. You can get a good perspective on university experience in 1 week. I don't imagine you can get a good perspective on being an arborist.
Really, I actually disagree with that. Well,
I said a good, not an accurate.
I feel like there's stages of university
like
because
it's synonymous.
There's always that stage where it's like, there's no work right now, and then there's like the workload phase, and then there's like the exam phase. Like I feel like there's a lot of.
You just talked about a week, bro.
Yeah, a week. So you're gonna be in one of those phases. You're not gonna have all of them. Yeah. I think. Do you guys see what I mean?
I agree.
What do you mean?
Like phases. So at the start of your semester.
I was being stupid. No, I just remembered. I'm sorry. I've been.
I had the same thing.
I had to.
Same thing happens to me.
Because at first, I'm sorry. That was me being kind of. That was me being kind of like douchey because I like thought about like university.
You just want me to say it perfect. No,
there was low-key nothing
You're
there.
training me for the real motive.
No,
it's not that. It's just that then I remembered what university was actually like for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. No, he's completely right. That's exactly how it was. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Like,
okay, completely right. Exactly.
Because
right.
I looked at university and I saw nothing there, and I'm like, this what you just said does not align with nothingness. And then like it fucking loaded, and I'm like, oh wait, that's exactly equal to.
I actually appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Yo, like, you know what I'm actually so scared about for the boys, bro? Like, I just hope everybody gets, like, to find love, bro. Because, like,
bro, I knew. You started saying, it's funny because you started saying, I'm so scared for all the boys. And I'm like, he's talking about everybody again.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then I'm like, wait a minute. No, he's going to talk about sex.
Nah, it's not even that, bro. It's just like,
no, let's talk about love.
Bro. I'd love to hear to talk about love.
Okay. You, James, and I had this conversation. It was the best conversation.
Really?
It's crazy.
We don't need to talk about all of it.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm so glad I'm getting looped in on this now.
I want to talk about it is there's two things in life.
Freddie, if you do want to get picked up at all, then
Oh,
bring
sorry.
it back. I don't know if you want to, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I would.
I
Okay.
would like you to, but
There's two things
up to
in
you.
life that I really want. One, I love attention, and I feel like everyone has that, either subconsciously, either you make it known. Everyone wants attention, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the other
bro.
thing,
You're absolutely right.
the
Absolutely.
other thing
yeah,
is love.
Yeah.
But I had this realization, and it's like, what do I want love for? Do I want love for attention, or do I want love because I want love and I want someone,
Like
another
companionship.
human being to love?
Like
me
you
the
want the
same?
status.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. The
Wait,
status
pause,
is
hold
the
on.
first part, but the second part is, do I want love for like the
Yeah,
genuine
yeah, yeah.
factor? of
Companionship.
human being
But what was
loving
your
me?
conclusion? You wanted the status.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know
I don't
yet.
know.
I think you will.
It's
I
both.
think everybody once they actually
Yeah.
have genuine love,
I don't think we need to.
they
know
will
that.
love it. Yeah, I
But
agree.
just both are good.
For me, I'm always like I'm always someone who wants everything. So I look for the status.
But yeah,
and the love.
The thing is, that's the thing, right? Like, the reason that you want love doesn't particularly matter to the reason that you'll love.
Yeah.
As in, you know,
Yeah.
you might think like you want it for the
bars.
thing. Yeah, that's
Wow, experienced man over here.
Yeah.
No, that was
This is
a
the motive
great
bars,
point.
bro. This is
So-
motive
Keep
bars.
on going.
So you could This is going on TikTok, bro.
Yeah.
This one won't be hard for Algo to pick up.
Yo,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
you know, I've been thinking about a
But-
side tangent, bro. Like, you have such a way with words. I always
Thank
say
you.
this to him, bro, and it's like,
It's not good enough. It's
like I
horrible.
get like so sad because like I don't have like I don't nearly have as many bangers as this
I
guy
know.
drops.
I know you got some.
This
Thank
guy
you.
is so clippable,
Thank
like
you.
it's insane,
But
bro.
think of how much better you guys are gonna get at this while you're doing podcasts week in week
Yeah,
out.
That's kind of the
exactly.
point. If anybody thought today was a shit show, like I know, but like
Like
low key,
actually-
No, but, like,
I
this
failed. I
section
have
is so
failed
good,
100
bro.
times worse at doing new things.
Your
Just
next
to-
podcast,
just to be clear.
episode 25, I want to watch, and then I want to watch your first one and then see how it goes, or maybe your second one.
Our
or
first
so.
one has no audio.
The first one has
Oh,
no audio.
yeah.
The second one
Oh,
has to
yeah.
have.
We're gonna get an AI to lip
Oh,
sync
I
it,
had to
bro.
go on like your fourth one, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all just a mess.
Yo, bro, after this, Freddie,
The
you might have to
first
come
two
on
were
more. This
so
has been a
good.
fire conversation.
No, I'm
Yeah,
really
bro.
enjoying this.
Yo,
I'd love
but-
to have you on, bro, all the time.
But hold up, cause essentially, well, you know, like, I don't know, man. Like, love is just love. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, but
you know,
like,
cause once you're in it, you don't really care. It's like, oh, do I just want?
what do
this
you
for
mean
the-
you don't really care?
Well, for example, what if I was in love and then somehow I came to the conclusion that I just enjoy this for the status? Like, fuck, that's bad in principle. But going back
Yeah.
to my previous point, like, if I'm fucking loving it and she's loving it,
that's interesting.
okay, here we are.
I think I still have more time for my relationship. I love Cal so much. We actually just went through like low key a rough patch, but that's just because we've both been kind of depressed. Like obviously I could never be depressed. I'm happy all the time. But like you know, school was very like she's actually has a really hard degree. It's biopharmaceuticals, super high pressure chemistry and biology that she has to study for. Like she's been grinding, and you know like as a result of that, I wasn't really high priority, and you know I obviously that upset me. Like who wouldn't?
Alpha male has trouble dealing with a career woman.
Which is crazy, right? Like it's crazy. But like, bro, like I realized today, man, or every time I see her, bro, like I am so madly in love with this girl, man. Which is crazy. Like, and that's why I'm telling you, like, once you're in it, bro, like the status, obviously you'll probably care about it a little bit, bro. But like, you will just want love, like genuine love, because once you have love like that, it's crazy, man.
Okay, this is the biggest thing for me.
Like,
First
dude, I
of all-
told you what happened today, bro. Like I made out with her, bro.
Yeah.
Never happened, bro.
Good thing the camera's off for that one. Bro, first of all, I fucking love how you found it. You found the one. It's
I
so
feel so lucky,
it's so
bro.
awesome.
I
Like,
appreciate that.
every
man.
time.
And I
hear-
love that you like her, and I love that she likes
she's
you, bro.
so sick.
I'm so
Cal is-
happy about that,
Cal is
bro.
the dopest person ever. The first
Thank
time
you,
I
man.
met Cal, we had like an inside joke, and that takes weeks to build up with a
Yeah.
friend. Cal and I, the first time we met, we were like, I forget what it was, but it was something funny. It was something with you. Something around you, probably something teasing you. But yeah, Cal is so sick, and it's every time you talk about her, it actually hypes me up because I'm like, it's
Yo, you
possible.
can have that, bro. Yo, if our wives are friends, bro,
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
be
that'd be
so
awesome.
fucking happy, bro. That'd be so dope. man.
Okay, because this is like the thing with me is like,
For the record, I was the first person to rate the relationship, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course, of
okay.
course. Yo, actually, Andrew's been like always been like so supportive of it, and I've been.
except
so
for that one
grateful.
time in that one restaurant, remember?
oh, this is a story.
No,
Motive story.
What was that like the apothecary?
I don't know. I'm looking at Freddie because I just remember Freddie being like, "Damn, you've been watching a lot of Andrew Tate," but this was like before Andrew Tate was popular.
Oh, what,
And
are you
I'll-
talking about Zach's Diner?
I think I might have been in fucking McDonald's, bro.
Maybe, bro.
Hattie's editing that part.
What are we talking about? McDonald's restaurant? Did this actually happen? Fans want to know.
This probably
What?
was
Funny
like,
story
It's
in-
probably just a rough patch. What I
Yeah.
realized though, is that I'm just,
I've been
like,
very
super
supportive, except for every
emotional.
time there's a rough patch.
Yeah. What I realized is that I'm just super emotional.
Oh, my bad.
Do you remember that? But what I wanted to say, like what we were just talking about on how you essentially mastered mindfulness when you just decided or not decided, like you didn't need to think about it, especially when it comes to mathematics and mastering things.
Because it really encompassed my life because it seemed like it affected everything. And
And I
it seemed like an answer to everything.
I absolutely agree that it is, and I also think that like so many other things apply in a very similar manner, and that's what I've been thinking about so much, and that's why I see like how these other lenses form in your minds, and that's why I've been incredibly obsessed with these perspectives, because like I'm trying to acquire that for like pretty much everything in terms of how to see the world.
Yeah.
And I think that comes with like,
I highly
pure
respect
mastery.
that.
Yeah, and like I think it's incredibly interesting to just have like to have these lenses like that could just, these variables that just branch out when you need them to, and you know maybe that is also credence to like my like social analysis when it comes to like things when I talk to when you said like I didn't expand on it, which seems baseless. Maybe it's because like I see that and social things in the same way, like how you may see mindfulness and how I see mindfulness to a degree, and then more so with other things in our lives. And I've always been so fascinated about that. So like I just think I think you worded it very well, where it was just like it's just things that like branch off and you don't even need to look at them more. And that's what I've been trying to get.
That's mastery.
Exactly. That's what I've been very obsessed with, trying to gain mastery in a lot of different domains, but also in a more general sense, where you have mastery in an over-encompassing manner.
But does that mean being a master of everything, or is there a way to attack the general directly?
I think it's not a master of everything. It's that there are certain things that when you master, you can start the process of mastering a lot of things much easier.
So
and
there's
mindfulness
certain
may be one of
things
those
that
things.
are more like transferable.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the transferables. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
You're absolutely right.
It's like fucking biology versus gender studies.
But like, what's like a very like what's a
literacy.
Yeah, literacy.
the base
That's a
one.
good one. Like what are the similarities between these subjects that we compare, and then what are like the applications across them?
This is a really tough question, because I find that every time I take a new subject, I gain a new perspective on looking at things. And this sounds like fucking straight out of a university ad, but it's not a good thing. It's a problem, because it deems any perspective I have completely useless. Because what I'm essentially saying is, you're looking for the platforms. Like again, literacy is obviously the original platform. But like, if I take a new subject and look at if every time I take a new subject, I look at something completely differently, that means that I am completely encompassed in a single perspective when I'm looking at something. Because how ridiculous is that? If it's not adding to what I already had in my perspective, it's not building up.
But I think you're right. But I think that's like the sort of narrative that we're pushing onto that we used to push onto ourselves as a society, where like you would be an expert as like very singular things. And I think more and more, and we've talked about this, that we're progressing to more like generalized understandings. But I also think that it doesn't give credit fully to what the human experience is. And I think we all master different things in very unique ways, and we obviously all have like different interests that don't stem on very similar basis. And I think that like that's what makes the experts more rich in their understanding, because they have like a Venn diagram of like multiple perspectives. And what I'm interested in is like not only, of course, acquiring all those perspectives, but also
Can we just pause on that right now and let Freddie leave?
I'd just like to thank you
Oh,
guys
you're cutting.
for this
Yo,
opportunity.
Bro,
I woke up at 7. I actually don't know how I have like this much energy.
Bro, Freddie, I actually appreciate you being here the
I'm
whole
so
time
glad
and
you
shit, bro.
stayed, bro.
I really love
Like,
it.
dog,
I really like
it's
that.
been real, man.
You squashed.
Thank you so much. And that compliment you gave me, John.
Bro,
that was like the first.
we just gotta show the love, bro.
Bro, I appreciate it, man.
Man, we squashed the beef today.
I owe you guys so much mentally.
What now, man?
This week, I've gotten about 4 to 5 hours, realistically like 4.5 down hours of sleep every night. And dude, like, and I've just been going into work, and when I'm there, like, I take it super seriously. And I just want to say that, I don't know, like, even like coming, like, man, I'm a fighter. And I'll say, like, for example, when we're playing soccer and like I get tired, and it shouldn't really affect how I do anything. But the point is, like, I don't even like stipulate on it. Like, it's just like whatever, right? So it doesn't, it just filters out. Like, it doesn't really matter. And it's sort of the same thing. Like, I'm super tired when I wake up in the morning, and I don't really think about, or I don't let it concern me, how tired or not I am throughout the day. And, like, putting aside all of your health concerns and such, like, because I think, there is, you might be able to find, like, meaning, like, understand what I mean. Like, I don't, look for, I woke up 2 hours later, I feel awake, this is why I should keep going. Or, at 3 p.m. I'm fully awake, so it doesn't matter. Or, I go to bed earlier when I went to sleep later. So, like, these things, I don't concern myself with it. Like, it's just like, if it's hard, then I'm just fighting I'm just fighting, because I'm being, I'm doing the right thing. I'm making the right decisions, no matter, like, what the circumstances are, whether that's a battle or not. And, like, for example, today, after work, like, closing in on the week, it's felt very long relatively, because, starting summer, like, I slept in so much, and, I often did, like, very little at home. So, like, relatively speaking, I actually probably did more this week, in terms of, like, hours worked, and, like, discipline, than I did probably the whole year in terms of the consistency of it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a real bold statement.
So obviously, like, I get that feeling, coming home from work today, that, like, damn, like, I did so much this week. And then, and then I'm just ready to keep going. And then this comes up, and I'm like, damn, we're going to do Motive Pod. Like, that's going to be so fucking sick, right? And then, like, shit starts, and then I'm like, fuck, like, I got to go get the stuff, right? And then, shit stuff starts blowing up on my face, like, it's not working and shit. And, like, I've been sitting there for, like, 2.5 hours trying to figure out, and, like, you call me, and you're like, yo, like, whatever. And it's not like I'm, like, completely, like, it's not like I, like, care about it so much to make it happen, but it's more so like I don't really care, like, because the same way that when we're playing soccer, like, it doesn't really matter, whether I'm tired, because, and there it feels like it makes more sense because it's just in the game, right? Like, you just get tired, and, that's part of the game is continue going when you're tired. But I've been talking about how, like, as a business person, which might be different than most of y'all, like, I'm playing the game constantly, and I'm trying to just align with myself with the like, for me, my rest is when I sleep, and until then, those are work hours. So the same way that, when I'm at work and, like, I can't solve the problem, like, I work in IT, and, like, despite how useful or useless that job is to me in my career, like, when shit doesn't work, when I'm annoyed, like, if I'm sweating, whatever, like, it doesn't matter. If I'm, like, extremely tired, whatever, like, it doesn't matter. I keep working at it, with aggressiveness, because that's the right decision. And it's sort of the same thing here. Like, I don't know, man, like, I wouldn't let this affect me. Like, I'm just working at this, like, it's being annoying. Like, there's no, deliberation with it. And my point, that I wanted to, like, offer to you, offer to everybody in general, is to just offer, like, how excited I am about this. Like, it feels like it's been a really good week, man. Like, like, bro, like, I feel like I'm who do I want to be in identity? Like, I want to be somebody who is a fighter, And
Mm.
I did a, I talked about this first with Stoicism, but then I did a 1.5 hour YouTube video, which is not up yet, where I talked like about the whole year and now. And a big emphasis was that, even if you do look for the principle, you can, when principle aligns with anecdotal, that's ideal. And obviously the anecdotal is that the point of life is to be strong and to be the point of life is to be strong because like when you see what people get commended on most, you look at the words that people get commended on most, you think of words like strong, and you think of words like dedicated, and you think of words like discipline. Like if people ask, like if you ever ask people like what do they really like about that person, like what was so good about that person, right? That's what they say.
Mm.
So that's empirical evidence towards what the point of life is. And it's just felt so good to be disciplined. And I don't say finally to it. Like, if you look at it from relative to other things, it would be like Andrew has finally been disciplined. But all I'm really pointing at is this thing that I always say, and we always say this kind of together. If you start it up a little bit, I hop in, and if I start it up a little bit, you hop in. And this is why, like, right now I'm gonna just keep saying the exact same thing because it's so exciting. Is that, like, I'm not saying when I put my mind to something, I achieve. I'm not talking about achievement. I'm saying that, bro, grinding, being disciplined, being fucking, like, analytical, considering, how what I'm doing affects everybody, having perspective enough, like, reference to my job, like, caring about how other people, thinking, being considerate towards, like, other people's perspectives on certain situations, regarding my work. Like, when my manager is, like, so often, like, complaining about, like, different things, and I'm like, yo, and in my head, I understand, like, this is IT, like, this is my duty to the company right now, is to fucking solve these problems. So, if you're, like, it doesn't matter if you're a fucking dumbass because you can't figure this out yourself. Like, my duty right now is to help you. And I was telling this to my mom because she's like, what are you doing at your job? And she's like, this doesn't make sense. And it's funny because my dad, who's an electrical engineer, always, like, will get shit often because to the point where, like, in her head, she's almost, like, afraid that he's going to get fired because his, like, the machine that he works on, like, it's, like, constantly down. And I was literally telling her today, like, that's the point. That's why he keeps his job. Just the only place where I was telling her, I'm going to try to not side tangent this too much because it really doesn't matter to me or to the point. But what I was saying is that the only place where, like, it's pure knowledge 24/7 is education. And as you move further into prerogatives within capitalism, that's the point. If they could just pick up a book and read it and do it, the companies would do it themselves. The reason they hire them is to do this shit. So it's like, so being dedicated to a mission and staying consistent with that, like, it just feels so good to me to do it. And that's the point. When I finally jump in and do it, it feels so fucking good,
Yeah.
Like, when, like, I over time, looking in the past, I fail most of the time to actually do it. But when I do it and I get that momentum, I'm like, fuck, man, like, this is life. And that's the thing. And then you get those, once in a blue moon opportunities that come up, and you're like, shit, bro, this is really it. Like, for example, we've been out here and whatever, and then tonight, oh, my fault, thanks. And then tonight, it was like,
What's it?
fuck, let's record Motive Pod. And I'm like, there it is. There's the once in a blue moon opportunity. Man, thank God that I've been fucking disciplined this week, because it's better to do it from this standpoint than from a standpoint of, being lazy all week. And then the once in a blue moon opportunity comes and you're here and it's not as good. And I'm not exactly sure why it's not as good. But what I do know is that you get the once in a blue moon opportunities much, much more. And that's the thing that I feel that, I mean, this doesn't matter that much, but I think it's I don't know, again, like, this is where I start jumping into being hypocritical of saying, like, bro, I'm a winner, where that's baseless. But fuck, man, fuck. Like, bro, like, I swear to God, like, I swear, I swear to God, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yes,
don't know
bro.
what it is, bro.
You just feel it, bro.
You
just feel it.
you feel it, and it's like fuck. It's not a matter of. It's no longer a matter of I could do anything because I'm more analytical. Like I care more about being much more specific with what I'm gonna do and focusing on what I'm doing or what I'm specifically gonna do and not what I could do. But there you go. You know, it went from yo, what I could do is so incredible to yo, what I plan to do is so incredible to yo, what I'm doing is so incredible.
Exactly,
and it's like,
bro.
I don't know, I guess everybody's doing their thing and they're succeeding at it. But I feel like I could be that everything person. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I feel like
you can just be
like,
that guy, bro.
And that's the thing. And the thing is, bro, like even with the failures thing, bro, like, cause we came in here and and the thing is, you'll notice that when I came in here, I didn't even bring the cart. Cause for one thing, I knew that people would have to like want to do it. So I was so hyped that you were about it. Mm-hmm. But, and also I didn't want to like make people feel like I would be like upset if it didn't happen. Just cause I'm comfortable, which most people are not, which is like stupid of them. Like I'm comfortable with, you know, taking up risk and then it falls through because I know that's how shit works. But obviously it was a shit show, and I'm not going to say that I expected it to be this way. But I also know like the things we did wrong. And it's funny, like, yo, Jason Calacanis, like moderator, like we were shit moderators. Yeah. Like this is all our fault.
It's okay.
Even like anything that we say where we point at other people's, like we're owning all of that. Mm-hmm. But again, y'all ain't in me, so this one I can't explain as much, or it would just take too long. But I swear to God, this failure was like, in terms of relative to like what it was to where it will be, compared to other places in my life where I go from failing to succeeding, is so fucking small. Because like I know people around were thinking that it's like bad, but you know, in my head I'm like, I'm not even like, it has to fail the first time. I'm just like, dude, like it's gonna be incredible in 10 years. It's gonna be incredible, you know, next week. It's got like, right? But like, I'm just thinking about the other ways that I failed throughout my life and this year, when I also knew that it would play out, and it inevitably always does play out. Like, bro, like this was literally nothing. Like this was literally, guys, I dropped out of computer science, started an e-commerce store, and made less than $1,000. Right? So, bro, this was a tiny ass failure. That's the thing, again, that it's another example that plays into this. I'm clearly getting more and more used to failure. But the thing is, if I just stay consistent on basically only allowing my actions to be affected by the right psyche, which I love that you said that, which is why I'm glad that, you know, I actually heard you say the filtering thing. If I actually only take actions that come from the right psyche, the amount, this would be so much faster. And this is what I was talking about this week. Because, right, and that's the thing that you understand so well, you know, that I talk about, is that like, when you're on it, it just hits you how much you could fucking pick up if you were just consistent with it. Exactly. Because things hit so fast after. Well, the most basic example is like, if you haven't meditated for a week and you meditate for 10 minutes and you're like, dude, my psyche has been so inefficient this whole week. And that's happened. That's happened in 10 minutes. Exactly. So when you spend a week and you're like, you pick up so much and you're like, but you already know, you're not so naive that you've been through it enough that you know enough to know how the arc happens and shit. And you just consider what, with consistency, how fast these things happen. Like, I could have failed so many more times, bro. Yeah. Bro. And you see it and you're like, but you're also like it works. Like, if the formula fucking works. And it will continue. And it feels fucking great. Like, as I said, bro, like, this psyche of being fucking, you know what I'm saying, on top of shit, it feels good, man.
It feels good, bro. And it's impenetrable, man.
And that's the thing, bro, because, you know, comparing ourselves to others, like, bro, we pull up, man. Bro, look, we know this is gonna be fucking sick. Like, we know, bro. We know. Like, I was out here fucking jacking up these fucking boxes, bro, with these shitty ass microphones. Like, dude, it's gonna be so much better, bro. Like, yes, bro. Yo, we're gonna have bro. I'm like, once like we have 5G, bro. You just look at, bro. We have our fucking videographers. Like, dude, it's gonna be so.
We get the real studio lights, bro. The real.
We'll have
video
like,
cam.
you know, we'll have people. You know, we'll have somebody like managing the people being loud. Like, man. And
it's just the beginning,
there's just
bro.
so much more, bro. And it's not even, that's why I feel so good. Cause like, fuck man, like I was productive this week. And bro, it feels great, man.
It feels great, bro.
And also, by the way, I'm basically like have accomplished, like things just keep happening that I no longer care about, but like that I did care about a lot. Like, you know, I walk into work, I'm wearing, for example, you know, what I'm wearing right now, which is like pretty classy. I'm fucking rubbing up on like fucking $40,000 in Apple computers. Like, I don't even care about this shit anymore, but I'm just saying, like, you know what happens is like funny enough, right? And I don't want to reference the idea of like things play out that you want to play out later, because that could often be wishful thinking, but I do consider, like, again, if the speed is increased, then because I told you, like, I should have been doing this years ago. I should have been doing this job that I'm taking on right now. I should have been doing 2 to 3 years ago. Right? And like in terms of my basically business development career right now, like is behind. Like I should be working at the very least. I should already be working in business development this summer and like really getting into it, because it's just awkward. Like, you know, I'm in IT and I'm constantly trying to like, you know, fucking sit in on like business development related stuff. And it just delays entrepreneurship more and more and more. Not to like the essential point of things not playing down, just to the point of playing out ever, or playing out too slow and like failing into mediocrity, just on the point of like, it's the, cause speed comes from consistency. And fuck man, if it compounded more, it's like fucking pulling out of the market, like fucking in 2 months, cause it went up.
Yeah. You just wasted.
And then, but if it's just an everyday thing, and that, yo, you know what? Fuck, bro. Another thing, man, dude, we were talking about the like Blue Lock related stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of the feelings and shit, and right,
The ego.
and bro, so on Netflix there's a new Conor McGregor series.
Yeah, I saw
Which
that.
I was so excited when I saw it. Of course, it turned out to be fucking shit because it's Netflix just picking up some quick thing.
Yeah.
Like the writing of it was, it literally looked like they fucking took some clips and put them into a template in terms of like the writing. Like it was like, like it was just so, it was so Netflix basically.
It's like a YouTube.
Dude, my parents are watching it was like a YouTube. My parents are which, yo, by the way, the fucking YouTubeification of Netflix is honestly like, yo, shame on y'all. I remember when y'all literally released a fucking Netflix series, a fucking YouTube series on Netflix. Like, I think it was like this like one Vox playlist.
Oh my god.
That they literally just fucking
that was crazy.
I remember back in the day when Skillshare was like a thing, because I was, you know, into all those YouTubers. I remember paying for Skillshare, and then one time I saw one of these YouTubers posting their fucking YouTube playlist on Skillshare, and I don't know what it was, but it just felt like, and it was the same thing, bro. Yo, Netflix, y'all fuck. My parents are watching this one. Oh my god. Anyways, what was that? Oh yeah. So basically, dude, I actually, like, I almost cried at one point. You know, I sort of wanted to, but it wasn't like a perspective thing. It was more like I was actually like crying for him. And what it was the Khabib fight when he lost. And the way that, and I think that it was, I was crying like out of I don't know if compassion is the right word. Because like after it's when you were late.
Sympathy.
Okay, thank you. So basically, after he lost, like he just came in and bro was basically like crying, and like he essentially he had nothing to say. First of all, he had nothing at all to say, and he was just sitting there, and he was so devastated, like extremely devastated. And then like Dana White came in and he starts talking about like the whole like, you know, fiasco that happened afterwards and shit. And Conor, he was so quiet, and you know, he just says like I don't care about any of that. Like I just lost and that's it. And the thing is, so the way the story was painted is that with that fight, there was so much ego involved. So much ego was involved in that fight. Like they actually really like hated each other on a personal level. And so when he lost, and so I associate so much that when he lost, it was existential. So there was nothing to say. And he just like, bro, like nothing could have solved it. Like bro was just complete. And then when Dana White came and he was trying to talk and shit, he's like, none of this matters. Like I lost and that's just it. And it's funny because I've been dealing with this a lot. Where when I lose this existential, and you told me about that Blue Lock thing, and this really kind of snapped me back into my game. Which actually, I'm gonna point that to you. I really am glad. I think I even said in the YouTube video that I'm glad that when we were in that car, we went for long enough where I was like, where I regained some of my ego because
I told you, I was like, yo, you got to make a decision. Right
because
now.
I was like, fuck. And basically what I said in the YouTube video is the way I ended the YouTube video, it actually kind of came together very nicely is that despite the fact that I try to be so rational, here I am, and it always comes back to something egotistical. It just always does in a loop. It always comes back to something egotistical, and that might be something that feels much deeper, or every time it might be something that's like feels more important, more kind of dire, but nonetheless to the point being like, well, shit, man, like I just want to win in this case, and if I don't, it's just existential in that sense, and you were talking about how like that's the point, and again, like I've just been appreciating that as I've worked this week, because in the same way that you're on this and I've really been thinking about it, and when we lose the soccer game, it's like it's just not okay, and that's just that, and like I was watching it, I'm like I really want to get into boxing, and that'll begin next week because
yo, bring me on with you, bro.
I'm down.
I want to box. So
let's do it because
yo, I've been boxing on my own for a minute actually.
Really?
That's why I bought boxing gloves.
Man,
I've been on my it's like a low key thing that I didn't want to talk about, but like when you told me you
well,
went to
here
a
we are.
boxing gym, I was just like, no way you're on that. It was pretty serendipitous if you ask
for
me.
me, that's really it played
I
out
was
like that.
on it,
I
bro.
thought like our group was like going that direction. No,
Nah.
really.
I was just like I started watching like Mike Tyson, and I got really invested in like also UFC as well. Like shout out to Conor McGregor right there. yeah, I saw that. But yeah, like I started getting into that. But yeah, but yo, like anyways, you wanted to keep going?
Yo, yeah, I appreciate it. I know I'm talking, but
No, it's all good, bro. I
with
appreciate
the fighting, like, and yeah, basically what it was something around this thing that, not that I'm gonna do it because it always comes back to it, the ego or something along those lines. Like I really don't appreciate that approach. More so just that, see, it's existential. It's unexplainable. And that doesn't mean that I think it's like super important to the world, but yeah, there you go. See, it's existential, and like to this urge to take over, to to have it in the palm of your hands in that sense, and fuck, I was really thinking about it, and I'm like yeah, like in certain situations I'm almost like helpless. And when it comes to the fighting, it's like, I mean, I'm not directing it at anybody, just to be clear, but it's more so just in general, like fuck, like there are scenarios where it's like I could kill you, or you could kill me. Like in theoretical, it generally is not directed at anybody.
No, of course, but it's like
okay, it is. I love it. I love it.
But like I think it comes around a very very similar notion, and like it's just flat out results, and that's not. And
I watch it, and I see the technique as well, and that it really entices me that they're using the technique with the fucking they're using the technique with the desire to destroy.
That's the power. Like that's what I preach. Like you can't be purely logical when the other person is an incredible logician, and they're also emotionally driven to overtake you at every step.
Right. And we know this is true throughout history.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Like probably in every instance, almost in every instance of success, unless you're like a company going at 10% per year, and even so, still like the CEOs have fucking chips on their shoulders. Like like you're right. I really don't know where it's been the case where it's like there isn't that chip.
And it has
And
to
it's not me finding it in order to try to be successful.
You don't. Need
It's me needing to be successful
Yeah.
because of it.
Exactly. You don't find it; it's a part of you, and that's what you notice. That's what you notice around a lot of people, and like that's why it's very rare that I try to find those who do have it, and that's why I find very few. And in regards to the actual chip, like maybe you and Dushan could be like the sole proprietors of that chip, and by the way, like appreciate the monologue, bro. It's incredibly valuable.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
I think
man.
You're incredibly well spoken.
I appreciate it, bro.
As always.
Love.
And on results, the world only cares about results, and there's nothing more to that. And
That's right.
at the end of the day, you come to understand the games that you're playing, and I think that comes a lot with the maturity that we've been having, and
Becomes less of a game.
and even whatever, like regardless of the game, you see your score at the end of the day. And when you don't see that score improving, it wears down on you. And especially for me, and this year, when you have that chip on your shoulder, like you just keep seeing that score go down. The second you see that score go back up, it reminds you of the kind of person that you can be.
That's right. Thank you for fucking saying what I've been trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I appreciate that, bro.
I got you.
You put it. There you go. Right. Another moment of like literacy.
But like you were
being
incredibly
done.
well spoken. It was very neat that you say it the way you did. And
Yeah, it would be better if I said what you said and then said what I said. Right. Then it would.
Well,
But anyways,
I say it's 2020.
But like the moments where because essentially in terms of you see it every day, you can judge it, but then the moments come where you can either win or lose. But where the success or loss is recognized.
Exactly. And that's been incredibly,
And it's not achieved at the
incredibly
moment of
proud.
recognition.
Exactly.
It's achieved in every moment.
Exactly. That's what I'm so meticulous about observing everything.
That's right.
And everything to me is a game of win or lose. Everything has a score. You lost in something today, and you've won in something today. And no matter what it was, you got to play the game to a certain degree. And even though, and that's why that especially goes with the saying, you won the battle but not the war, because there are some games that you play that you purposely lose so you can get your score up later. And being incredibly perceptive of all those things.
Yeah.
And having that realization that the games add up, and knowing that you want to get 100% completion on whatever you play. Sorry for all the video game metaphors, but you come to realize that there's a very simple way of looking at it, and there's very similar patterns that you start to observe, which basically come down to what you were speaking on, which is essentially just consistency and maintaining that emotional edge, as well as perfecting everything that you do. And we often lose great sight of what we're trying to do, which is pretty disheartening for us. And obviously we realize that because I guess there's a certain demon inside of us that must be satisfied. We must increase our level every time we play, and when we don't do that, there's a certain level of despair. That despair, which so eloquently put by Blue Lock in the anime, which comes with losing, is paramount directly to a game, and is paramount to death in their sense, which is what they reference to it. But like the despair that we feel is that we're more aware of the bigger game, and we realize that it's a continuous game that you're either winning or losing at every point. It's like a leaderboard, and
It's a fight.
exactly, it's always a fight, and it's a fight to climb
always
that
an uphill
leaderboard.
battle.
Absolutely. And when you're not, when you lose it, like I picture it as though like when I'm not making the best decision, when I'm not thinking in the right frame of mind, it's like I've dropped down a place in the leaderboard, like
let me just
level.
pop in here real quick just to add. It's an uphill battle in every moment, and what I want to say is that making the right decision is always an uphill battle. It's always an uphill battle to make the right decision. Keep going.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And when it comes to decision making, and it comes to my obsession with it, that the games, this whole game that we call whatever it is with our existence, really.
Well, that's what I wanted to add, is that we basically always for our life have said we have to play, and when I was over the past few months really out of that, I kept not saying that, and now, and for me at least, I think maybe a more accurate way that I'm starting to approach it is not just we have to as in implied by others, as in I want to, but and to lead to the end of that, I do. And that's right, that's the existentialism, as in I do.
And on that especially, like I think that maybe the origin of the chip of this drive is just an innate awareness of the self, so that we can maximize our conscious experience. Because as great absurdists like to say, we're here, might as well make the most out of it. And I think it's very existential for all of us, because we do tremendously realize that every single experience, every single second that we have can be maximized towards a very fulfilling life. And when we don't do that, when we aren't climbing the leaderboard, when we aren't getting all the experience points that we need, we don't feel like we're actually living. And I think that's where the despair comes from. It comes from the fact that when we're not doing what we feel that is stimulating or warranting our time, we're just wasting away, and it's akin to just being dead anyway. So why not just stay dead if you're deciding to die? And that's how I feel. That's where I get like these ruts of burnout. I think in a lot of ways, like it's like I've died. The ambition died, the flame died out, and I need to fan it up again to get back, because it's like, oh well, what's the point? And at the end of the day, regardless of how dull the light is, regardless of how dim the fire is burning, it's still burning. And I mean,
this is deep, I feel like, for you.
But yeah, maybe. But there's no reason to just fan it out. You might as well just keep going, because nothing's actually stopping you yet.
But as I was raving about, when you catch a glimpse of actually letting it burn, you are reminded of how much you're fucking missing out on.
Exactly.
When you're making decisions based on the wrong psyche.
When you light that spark again, when you see that, when you see the shine in the darkness,
the fight in you see. And again, it's empirical, because everybody talks about it, and coincidentally, we feel it in ourselves. When you feel yourself fucking fighting, when you feel yourself fucking taking the hits and still not dying, when you feel yourself fucking, swimming in a stormy sea with the floaties.
Yeah.
Like, when you feel that, for me, I just touch a glimpse of the feeling of being strong, which again, coincidentally, is a great feeling. And I used to always say, can't afford to be lazy. But again, as I'm positioning it differently now, which at least in the moment feels like a very, you know, mature, not mature in the sense of the definition, but more so like for my arc, like the newfound perspective, which I'm clearly, you know, so into, is not is instead of I can't afford to. It's like in terms of meaning I can't afford to if I want to achieve this goal. It's just I'm losing out on so much. Again, not losing out on the goal, like just in the moment. Like there is so much pride, and
there's just nobility in the fight, in the endurance.
That's
And
right.
When
That's right.
When you just like
you feel like that guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you feel like a warrior
because there's nothing
when
else
you're working
stopping
towards
you.
a goal.
When you're winning, you when you're winning, you don't feel like you're anything less than the guy.
And that's and of course we know, you know, from our idea of the formula is that, you know, once you pair the consistency over time, the consistency, you're constantly winning because you have enough kind of like projects and motions, that enough projects have been in motion for long enough that they are just successes and that they rain on you. And then you mix that and you get fucking society recognizing it as well. And I mean, they're just not even noticing that you're failing every
for
second.
the real ones, it's never about that, because at the end of the day, it's just about.
I agree.
It really is just about getting that fight again. Like, and that's what they talk about. They always say, like, the wisest among us, they say, like, the journey, it's all about the journey, not the destination. And what's more important about that is that it really is just highlighting that feeling, that euphoric feeling that some of us may get when we're fighting.
Well, it's the existential, because it's right, and that's just it, you know. And I guess I love to fucking shit on my literacy because I'm always trying to improve it, and I love to, you know, say how we're taught badly. But this is a point where, I mean, you have to be, if you can explain it, you are truly skilled. Or if you can just explain a part of it, you are truly skilled, because I'm saying it's right, as in it's existential. And when you get to the kind of existential other side, which again, I wasn't, you know, really feeling like I could cry right now, because I felt a connection, because I felt like I had learned something new, or I had felt like I'm on the right path. I was just sympathizing, because that's the other side of it. And then I guess, so on the end of winning, it's just right.
Mm-hmm. Real. It's just right.
So, and of course, I have to fulfill what's right. I just do.
And, you know, like, it's just that the satisfaction that we search for is never in the fact that it just so happens that winning is the right, but it's more or less the fact that there is the chance that it could be the case that I am right. And I think that mostly describes pretty much whatever we decide to strive for. I think that's the competitive nature in life on Earth, and perhaps life in the universe, and perhaps maybe the nature of the universe itself. And what the implications of that is not to say there's a philosophical and scientific basis to perceive the decisions we make, but it's more or less just a harmony of all the battles that continue to happen, and it truly brings in the beauty that comes with the winning, because as I've quoted before, and I believe it was Carl Sagan who said, all the battles fought here on this pale blue dot was just so that one person can stand proud.
That's right.
To be the victor.
That's
on
right.
a small piece of land, on a small pale blue dot in an insignificant part of an insignificant star in the insignificant galaxy in an unknown universe. And while before I use that quote to add credit to the idea of absurdism, to the note on human nature, on our nature, it's more or less a beautiful thing that we could even feel that we are the king of whatever domain we decide to conquer. And while in a lot of contexts it could be used in a light shedding on the true ignorance of the human experience, I think it more or less symbolizes how much potential exists in that feeling of being the master of the domain, of being the winner, of being the fighter. And because what we fight, because that we can feel like we've won then, it shows that we can probably win. We can definitely win anything as long as we continue to endure.
Yeah. By the way, you were you actually always compliment me on talking, and when you were bro, just talking for the past 5 to 7 minutes, that was really motivational. I mean, you were controlling your tone as well. So, but it was.
I was thinking about that.
it was legit as fuck. That was really legit.
No, but that's you too,
I'll
bro.
also tell you, I definitely appreciate.
No, I don't mean
the way you reword it, because we've definitely heard this before.
Yeah.
In terms of but you just worded it in such a motivational way as well. One thing that
I don't mean to take credit though, because you worded it way more relatable in my opinion. But maybe that's just me, because I think I didn't mean to take away from your monologue, bro, because that's why I didn't say anything.
No, you're not taking away from shit, bro. You're literally just packaging on. You're packaging. It's not the cherry on top. It's the top, the higher levels of the pyramid, and there's no fucking cherry on top. We're just building up a pyramid here.
Yeah. We're just building, bro. And we just stay building.
And I said the word maturity earlier, and I guess maybe if you see truth in what I say here, then you'll agree that maybe kind of a evidence of the kind of value of the way you just put things is in the fact that I realize this as you were saying it, is that what I meant by maturity is you see now, at least for myself, I think it may be a little bit different from where you're at. Just in your wording, there was a few different words, but we'll see. Is that this search that has really plagued me this year is coming to a new a huge new height where I can really see myself acting out of what you've been trying to get me on, acting in some sense from a point of just what it's supposed to be, how it is. Because what you said is that the quote in regards to the meaningless of it all, and I see myself very much, the kind of most simple way to put this, if you really want to shed a negative light, would be selfishness. I think more so I'm just able to collect my thoughts and put them into action in a way that feels true. I don't want to say the word so true to me. It feels
so
like
true to you.
Like I'm not. Thank you. When you say it's a little bit better when you say so true to you instead of me saying so true to me. But it just not going not thinking about it from a principle standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Not thinking about human nature.
It's just
There is no thinking.
yes.
There's doing, and there's doing right. In context, if you look at it from the third person, it's, I guess you could say, doing right by me, quote unquote. But of course, and
It's just
see, bro, man, there's always discoveries that I swear, man, other people just aren't there because when the fuck, I swear, I mentioned this at some point. We talked about it where I'm like, I was talking about the difference in the third person and the first person, and of course, it's a basic concept.
Yeah.
But
I
I
was really
swear,
just thinking
I
that.
swear, people typically don't really consider
They don't dig deep enough.
how much like constantly judging their own lives from like a third person. And again, it's not, and it's just deeper than, I just can't word it right now perfectly, but it's deeper than
I know what you mean.
than just right, because
It's like a lot of levels. It's a maturity thing where like there's like facts that they just don't dive deep, and it's not out of choice. You just actually may lack the ability to dive deeper into some of these aspects, as you just say in that regard.
Okay,
and I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah, and it just got brought up here in this important revelation, and I mean, look, like with Motive, we're taking you on this journey, and as I was stressing in my YouTube vid, I was stressing about the fact that this is a long-term psychological case study.
Yeah.
Because as we struggle and find answers, I mean, you can just watch us.
You can watch us on the arcs, like genuinely, and you
grow,
mentioned that earlier,
and
like,
it's fucking art.
It's
and you
art, bro.
see our art. It'll come out through paintings, like through fucking
through MOTVLIVE.
Well,
through music,
basically, yeah, like
through everything,
through art. Sorry,
Yeah,
I tried to describe art. I mean, art is art. Like,
but it's just so incredible to have, because like you mentioned this earlier where we were going through arcs, and like talking about how we've developed, and you really can see like the arcs that we play through as you said, where we like there was issues that used to plague us regarding like relationships, and then more trivial things about mindfulness that now we don't take much thought about because it was something we've already discussed.
Or take for granted would be like a common way of phrasing
that
it.
as well. And it's just incredibly profound on both for us and for whoever is on the journey with us to look back and see how they've progressed. And I do encourage that everybody also record it. And this is why I like when it comes to burning out, like the first thing that you ever notice in periods of me burning out, like you have access to my Notion. You can literally see every time I burnt out, I don't take any notes. And that's not out of choice. That's out of just because I was being like actually burnt out. And it's because taking notes is in quality notes at that is so incredibly valuable, because it essentially is like reminding you of the score that you got that day, reminding you of the progress that you made.
Right.
And
in the moment, you get a much more truthful and accurate.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And hold on, I'm just gonna check something real quick. What the fuck? Oh, perfect. Never mind. Okay. Sorry, Mason just said good luck for next Tuesday because I start my job next week. I wanted
that's good that you knew. Yeah.
I wanted to mention it as well because you had that feeling, and Yufeng told me this, which is I'm really concerned about what's going on with Yufeng because he hasn't answered anyone in like the past few days. I think it's because of the work. I think he's just being trained. But like he told me, like I asked him like what he was doing, and I told you about this where it hit me like he was working, and I wasn't. And he said like don't worry, like the inefficacies that you're feeling right now, like it'll go away once you start your job. And I was pretty excited to hear that because he said like yeah, like the laziness just disappeared because now it really feels like, he didn't say this, but I'm trying to like I'm projecting that I'm assuming that once you get into that position you get the true responsibility that we've been like I guess waiting for.
You get
for
to
a
feel like
while.
an adult.
Yeah, I'm sure you felt like that when you started.
Well, I'm actually implementing it. I literally I'm taking things from work and figuring out how they can work out with my goals.
And I was also having a conversation with my friend Daniel at Hack the Hill. Shout out Hack the Hill, our hackathon. We're gonna do Hack the Hill 2 very soon. I'm part of the organizing team. Anyways, I was talking about him, and he said like I asked him because I admire him very much, and I think he's an incredibly competitive and intelligent person. and I asked him like, what is your goal for your career? And his answer was just like I basically was wondering, like, does he actually want to work at Fang for his whole life? And he said, obviously not. Like, this is just like, I want to get out of here as soon as possible. And when we elaborated on that, I was thinking like,
Yeah, I was curious.
I was thinking like obviously I'm very scared of getting trapped in it, but I'm also scared of not appreciating it for what it is. And it's akin to what Freddie says when he says he wants to live in his youth, right? Like, I'm actually super excited to work at a corporate job, which I'm not really. I'm kind of ashamed.
Really?
I'm kind of ashamed to say that.
I would be ashamed too, because I'm often ashamed as well. Like, I'm in the same boat.
Exactly. But
I think this is probably a common thing for entrepreneurs, because everybody loves working corporate jobs. The difference is that we're ashamed of it because we want to be entrepreneurs.
And I don't want to stay at the corporate job, but I'm actually incredibly excited for the experience. I'm incredibly excited to pull up wearing a suit at downtown in downtown Ottawa in an office building.
Yeah,
which is like weird to say.
We're all
in our culture.
Yeah, man. But we're all young professionals, so
exactly. And I want to see it out.
It's just the reaction is different. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I think it just goes back to like, the games that we play are so incredibly simple, and more simple than we realize. And the way that they play out may be more complex. However, I think the outcome, regardless, is always simple. And I don't think that's very disputable. And what I mean by that is that no matter how much interconnectedness you may feel between the things that play in your life, no matter how many plans you do make, no matter how much one thing can play into another position, no matter how much maybe you being at, organizing a hackathon team could get you a better leverage point so you can discuss a better internship at a different job, and maybe that was your whole reason, or maybe also that position could give you more outlets to talk to more students who could be your future employees. However you want to twist your position, I think at the end of the day, like, your decisions just outline your results. And that's why, I think losing, especially in the more micro sense, has nothing to do with the actual games you're playing, and more to do with honestly understanding yourself. And I think this sounds corny, and maybe this is flying both over my head and over y'all's heads, because what I'm trying to say is that, like, a lot of things, as Albert Einstein always was an advocate for, has a very simple and logical explanation for what to happen. And when it comes to making good and aligned decisions, you have to make sure that you bring yourself back to the lens that puts you on the right path and puts you towards the reality that you want to have, because there's a lot of things that could get in the way of that. And I think that's been my biggest issue, trying to get back to the state where I see the world how I am supposed to see it. And that's why I always tell you, like, sometimes I feel like I'm not me, and it's just because I'm just not seeing what I usually see.
Would you say it's the same thing when I say, living in the right psyche? Well, I guess I said, I said acting based off of actions from the right psyche, but the point is the right psyche is the one.
I'd say it's the same thing.
Is the one that
it all goes back to, like, what information you can pull in, what you perceive in the world.
I want to make sure I understand as best as possible.
It is
what
the
you're
same thing.
saying.
Like, it is just a psyche. It's just a state. But on a very principled level, it's just the perspective that you hold, whatever reality that you perceive, whatever things that come into your information, whatever you observe. And as an observer, you can manipulate the reality in a very concrete way. And so however you choose to do so is based on entirely the reality you see. You can't move this table if you don't see the table. And at the same time, you can't convince somebody to care and love for you if you don't see that they're capable of love, nor if you don't see that you yourself are capable of love. And at the same time, which can apply to everything that you discuss before. If you don't see yourself as a winner, no matter how hard you fight, you won't win. And that's not only in the sense of like, if you don't believe you win, you won't win. It's more or less like, if the reality you're trying to cultivate isn't one where you always win, if you aren't always seeking to be in a position where you're always winning, then it's no wonder that you don't feel like you're going anywhere. It's no wonder that you're still making up plans, still feeling like I'm going to, I will, instead of I did, I'm doing. And so I think that we often come in circles when discussing this, and not to say it's a bad thing, because we essentially just elaborate more on the same aspects.
But it looks like you're getting to more of a path forward with what you're saying, which is why I've been begging you to
I appreciate
be
that.
more to dig deeper into a way that
which is
can,
interesting,
it can resonate
and I
with
think
people.
I think it adds more base to what I'm talking about right now, because the reason why it may be imperceptible to you is, and why it could be very convoluted to viewers, is because whatever reality I envision and the reasoning for the conclusions I do make may be entirely singular to my experience. And that's what I also try to be careful of, obviously, when I'm explaining things. But I'm not perfect, so I can make it, like, it can sound way out of whack if I don't explain myself. But it's also very important that you find your own conclusions as well in regards to however you perceive the world, because in my eyes, and this is where, like, this is where things differ with a lot of people, because in my eyes, like, the reality I want to cultivate, the incentives that drive me towards whatever I want to do, may have me see and perceive information in a different way. And because of that, my conclusions, which may have incredible principle behind it, could be entirely wrong on the principles that you make it. And that's not wrong. It's just that the game that I want to fight, the game that I want to play, is just different than yours. And so I play by different rules.
Yeah, things work differently in different contexts, which is understandable.
I just play a different game.
But it's helpful to others.
Exactly. Because right now we are playing the same game.
Manipulate them into their context.
But also, like, you know, it's also incredibly fickle, because at the end of the day we are all playing the same game. But, like, who's to say what that is? And who's to say what really these other things that we're doing isn't much more or less the same or different? But that has no reasoning or basis behind it. At the end of the day, though, what you doing? At the end of the day, though, I think, like, what we learn more and more is just to really milk the moment and appreciate every sort of conscious thing that we can observe. And I think that comes with mindfulness, comes with all the things that we discuss. We just get more and more masterful in our ability to be present. And, you know, like, that's why, you know, while you may think that low-key we've kind of, while you think you did fail in setting up, like, the Motive podcast, I actually thought it was a great success. And I'm sure the audio is going to be fine at the end of after this. Yeah, no, it's great, bro. And you know, like I think you did a great job, bro. I think you did a great job. Yeah. Like, look at this.
It's 3:26 a.m.
Yeah, bro. Look at this frame, man. Like, live Motive in person, bro. And we had all the mandem here as you planned. I see, like, that as a success. And we got what
Fuck,
we
Duchamp pulled up, bro. Out of nowhere.
Crazy, right? Crazy.
How coincidental.
How could that be
Duchamp pulled up and we were out here fucking shooting a podcast and then bro left to fucking smoke. Like that's actually.
Well, he didn't mean to leave. He was driving them.
Okay, I see.
That's why I was saying that.
Sorry,
was
I
pissed
didn't
at my
mean it.
brother.
I didn't mean that in a demeaning way. I meant like we coincidentally showed the fuck up. Is what I mean.
Exactly.
Because like it's a That's really ironic that I was acting all high and mighty.
Juxtaposition was the word you're looking for.
Yeah, demeaning others while putting myself on a pedestal and then fucked up the word juxtaposition. Yeah, but
like, I mean, like, that's just what we do, bro. That's just Motive should be about. That's just what we should be about anyway. Like, show the fuck up. And lately, I've been really trying to show the fuck up for other people, and as a result, I end up showing up to myself because, like, how can I not show up to other people if I'm not showing up to myself? And like, I just see like all the inefficacies that occurs wherever we are, and then that we just fix it.
I get it,
and we just fix it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, the conversations regarding others. I appreciate it, and because I have this.
I mean, in everything as well. Like when it comes to just working hard, and some people just aren't doing it. Like, you show up, we show up, I show up. It's just that, like, it's just incredible that we're talking about this now, and we're just building foundations for showing up at a larger scale.
Yeah.
For everybody, and trying to make sure that everybody shows up for everybody else in their lives.
And again, that's another explanation of what I meant by when I said maturity.
Yeah, fire, bro. Like, talking about motive, bro, and talking about responsibility, like I really think it's about to become something so incredibly profound to our lives, and then soon to others. And we have
so much to clip.
We have so much.
Like, it could actually like this.
Yeah.
Like,
it could be like this
because people will have stuff to watch already. Like, they won't be waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Which is perfect.
Yeah.
Which is part of the plan anyway, bro. Like, we plan to start off, joke around, and then actually get serious about it. And like, we will.
And then you get used to being serious at things.
Yes.
And shit. And you continue in that whole equation.
Exactly, bro. And once you get serious at like a couple things, it gets really easy to be serious at a lot of things, bro.
That's right.
And the thing is about getting serious is once you're serious, you can't stop being unserious, because then you're just unsophisticated. And I don't know about you, but I can't leave anything unfinished. So once the grind starts, bro, like it'll never stop. And I guess that's what I'm very grateful for myself, because I'm super obsessive. And and I think that's partially why I get super scared of committing to things, because I know when I do, like, it's over, bro. Like, once I fully commit to something, bro.
Okay.
If I'm like, the only reason why I wouldn't commit something, like, I would fall back out, is if either something tragic happened that made me not want to do it, or I've exhausted all my resources.
The best defense for your industry right now is making it seem undesirable to John Surratt.
Real shit, bro. And you can't, bro, because I'm morally ambiguous. So so you can't stop that, bro.
So
if I see lucrative nature in your company or in your industry, bro, my AI is on the way.
So
and it's just by sheer competition. It's just the nature of algo.
For John, it's the obsession.
You see, because that's the thing about algo, right? That's the thing about these philosophies, because my business is built off of the nature of humanity. And essentially, if you're saying you're against algo, you're just against humanity. And I don't know about you, but like, as an investor, when you invest in algo, you're pretty much investing in the future of consciousness and the future of intelligence. And so, shout out to JCal. If you would like to be first investor in algo, we'll get the MVP by the end of the summer, definitely. By day 200 actually was my goal, which is now, let me check the days, bro. It's 64 days away. Yeah, it's day like 138, bro. Or sorry.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
is, bro. I checked. What the fuck is going on with my phone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. You lost track, bro.
I mean, I checked yesterday. but I forgot it.
Yo, we didn't do it last week because we were just so excited that we were live. We have 139 now, but we didn't do our weekly goals.
Mm.
But I guess we had a pretty.
Here we
You
are.
had
We
a pretty.
can, we can
fulfilling
close
week.
out.
So let's set up weekly goals this week, bro. We don't have to have big. Actually, yeah. Let's just have like 2 weekly goals, bro. Just 2. Let's not do big this week. We've had a pretty long discussion.
Yeah, I'll rip something out here. My goals.
Well, you don't have to. I have one if you don't have one already.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. My goal for this week, this week is that everything that I promised to do to myself, which is on my to-do list right now, will be completed. And I want to show you it, but I think 90% of it is included in Motive. Oh shit, I'm offline. Let's do it. But everything on this list has to be done like by the end of this week, bro. Every single thing. And you know,
Can I look?
yeah. I'm just trying to. Okay, yeah, this is it. Every single thing. It's a long list, but everything there has to be done. And you know, I haven't done those things for such a long time, and it's just like so pitiful for me to like shake those off. And like some of those goals, especially towards the bottom, are like things that I was supposed to do since like maybe February.
And you know, starting something up again is always hard. We both have to get past that hump where you feel like, fuck, I should have done this.
But it's past. It's past. Like I've been working so hard this week to get shit rolling with my job and everything else. But like you know, it's obviously not enough. But like when I was helping with hackathon, and like I was like just you know lending hands, and I was saying like I'm able to help, and I realized like bro, I'm such a fucking idiot because like genuinely, bro, like once you get started, you can knock half of this shit out of the park in like 3 hours. And then moreover, you can get like everything else done in like a day, which is crazy how it takes like a week for me to do that. And even if I start working like, and that's the thing, like I was thinking about this. Oh yeah, I want to talk about some of these things in the car because I actually don't even want some of these things that I'm about to say recorded.
Yeah, okay.
But anyways, I was like I just been thinking about like you know, I have to prepare myself to be in the high pressure situation. Like I have to just become more of a fighter, bro.
And this is similar because this is something that I never understood about fighting. I even when like starting out just watching, like I was never really into it, but I always was like, how do you train for a fight? And that's the problem. You don't. Like and then you look at them training and you're like yeah, like this is
a lot of it's like pretty instinctual. It's like to their character, and obviously there is technique and
no, but it's just what I mean is that it is very much analogous, as in you have to do your very best to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Even though you cannot at all touch the surface, because nonetheless, no, they still win. And this is the thing, right? To be clear, is that they still win based on who trained better. But the point is that the training for both of them still didn't reach it. So it's the same thing. I always say that realistically, like I have no clue. I'm really, you know, scared shitless of what. Sorry, not scared shitless, but I can't imagine the fights that precede me. However, I have to do my very best, you know, out of that fear even.
Yeah.
To prepare myself the best I can.
Absolutely, bro. And
then there's a thought experiment of what if I fucking lose?
Yeah.
And that's existential.
And knowing that, that's exactly why like I have to make sure I put myself in these high pressure situations, because you know you'll have to fight eventually. And you know what? That's so beautiful that you just said that, because in a lot of ways, like, you know, oh my god, I just lost it because I'm exhausted. But in a lot of ways, that's like that's exemplary for why, you know, a lot of people say that they don't necessarily have a plan of what they exactly want to do. And it's also why nobody ever really has a distinct plan onto attacking their careers, because once you go looking for the fight's going to come to you, and they're essentially just putting themselves in the best position for the fight that they believe they're going to battle. And that's how it is for me right now when it comes to AI, because as you know, my goal is not to be a CEO superstar. My goal is to be able to have the resources and the knowledge to allow my consciousness to ascend away from my biological body.
Yeah, no. The CEO superstar thing is for me.
Yeah, it's just a side quest. It's not really the main thing.
I mean, if it happens to be,
If it happens,
I'm not gonna say no. But
I'm not gonna say anything. Like, I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna put my effort because it's a battle, right?
you
It's a
guys all
challenge.
care about the freaking money. Listen,
Exactly.
Once you get this much money, you realize that it doesn't really affect anything.
You know,
right?
exactly. Once you're so rich in the mind, right? Like,
Here
all
am
of
I
this, yeah.
with love to drive it down the Hollywood Hills, but what I really care about is
Yeah, what I really want is just like
Books.
wisdom. It's just it's just knowledge.
just knowledge.
Here in my garage
Here in my garage.
with my Lamborghini here. You know, I'd still want to. I still, you know, I'm sad because I think I'll have to get my G1. But I was really hoping for the day that I would get a McLaren without any driver's license.
And we keep taking the punches,
Yeah.
even when they're existential. And this shit I could go off about, like in terms of being loud. Man, we keep taking the fucking punches, even when they feel existential. That's right.
Of course.
This guy is gonna go and probably get his G1 within the coming weeks.
Probably tomorrow.
And what you have to understand about this
Probably
is that it doesn't just suck in terms of there's a single point of failure. It's a failed risk because I'm gonna go get my G in June. So
Goddamn.
but that's the right there.
And I still,
but
and,
there
and
is-
the craziest
but
thing
there is-
though is because I still know the roads better than you do, which is insane. I should be getting my G at this point.
That's not how life works though, because there's a law. And
That's
so
not the battles we fight.
I got the check
We
boxes.
choose our battles.
And, you know, look, I haven't had a loving girlfriend over the past few years to drive me around, and I don't want to finish where I could have reached with that sentence because it would have been they were.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways,
Holy shit.
But,
that was a good one. That was a
but-
good one, bro.
that's that, and there it is, right? It's the risk. It's 2 times worse when you took a risk and then it failed. I am not in Los Angeles right now, and there is no reconciliation statement. You'll notice that on my YouTube, my next video is not about me being, I'm sorry guys, but I promise I'll do better next time. It's me saying, fuck, damn,
Shit.
that really happened. It's neither is it me saying I fucked up. Well, it's me acknowledging, you know, all the times that I could have succeeded, all the times I could have done more.
It's just
But
a genuine
it's-
reflection. It's an
it's
homage.
an admittance of defeat.
Absolutely. It's an homage to the character that
It's an
you've
admittance of
been.
defeat, but we keep fucking going.
And we keep going,
We
bro.
keep going.
We can't lose.
I want to end off by basically just being thankful to a lot of the people who have supported me and had like huge effects on my development, because and the reason I was feeling like this, because I was thinking about Miss Metcalf when you were talking, is because I was thinking about, like, you know, this development. Again, you just see us in this simulation, and even if you're kind of, you know, the worst character, who is these guys need to humble themselves character, you know, then you'll even more so see us as, you know, just
Bro,
little
I'm
people
just-
going through the universe.
I'm
I don't
just-
see myself as little and shit, but
I'm just Carl Jung's reincarnation, bro. Like,
and
I'm just the first business, not the fifth.
and that was really funny. That was so, bro. That was a next level joke. Damn. Thank you for coming over that, because I was like really thinking of something witty to say. But.
Yo, shout out
What?
to this Metcalf, bro. We gotta visit her.
So, you see right now, like, just more and more so of us figuring it out, and the point I was making is that I don't know why I would make this point, but that even if you are the most kind of, you know, cynical person towards us, then you'll still find this, appealing and attractive, and also, but, anyways, and that really makes me reflect on the people who, have helped me develop. So, I mean, it's been a journey, and we continue through this life. And what I was talking about, what I was referencing to you and Freddie is, another part of, not being so upset about, not hanging out with many people is that I used to hang out with, is the acceptance and deep appreciation of their effect on my life. The same way that, these teachers, I don't email them that often. I don't go and see them every week. They have new students to teach, and they're just doing their duty. They have new people, in their lives to help develop. And it's just an acceptance of the cycle. And it's funny because that's actually feels very mindful, but I've been focusing on mindfulness less and less. And that's just another effect of being a master.
Absolutely.
Right? So truly from the heart, it's humbling. And I think that's another thing is that today Cheval was telling me, yo, it was so real. Bro, I love when people tell me that they enjoy the podcast. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, Cheval was telling me, yo, that was so real when you said you didn't cry during high school. And it's funny how people can take it in such a different way. Cause he's like, yo, that was funny as fuck. And I was like being like deep and shit, right? But you know what? I think a lot of the people that did cry were probably crying about, their experiences. And obviously, like, we're just more like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
You're talking about graduation, right?
Sure, yeah, graduation.
Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about?
Well, I was actually talking about graduation, and then I decided to expand it to the last few days. But the realness, what's real, is a deep understanding and appreciation of the actual effect this had, not the kind of fun experiences, and but this is life. And not that, it's crazy and now we're leaving. Like, I mean, this is life. And in those moments, that was so important. And again, people who help develop others are being completely selfless because they're just giving to other people. And so, again, like, in the most humble way, thank you, to all of our teachers, whether that's, Metcalf, Blakely. Yeah. Like, we won't let you down in our effects on the world. Like, it's really, and to my parents, to my friends, John, like, to anybody who's been, here or there, it's like, we will not let you down. And that is one of the most existential points, is that you have put all of this, and you may not even be alive when our most important effects on the world happen. But your inputs should not go to waste, because the very least we could do. Thanks. Just a little tap. You're good. The very least we could do, is to make sure that all your selfless work did not go to waste. And that's another point of life that is very existential.
Absolutely. Yeah, because to all of you, to those who we can't even remember who've affected us, to all of the mentors who we had, it is there's none other than a bigger thank you than showing you that we can succeed.
And there it is.
Showing you that we win.
And there it is, because I feel like maybe Duchenne would be not even into this, but actually the first proponent of this. And actually, you know what, I just realized it. What it is that they're not gone, because the effects are far-lived. Just like, if, for example, you do drugs, that affects you when you're sober, So maybe you're not hanging out with your drug friends in this moment. However, nonetheless, their effect on your life is still playing out. It's very similar. You know, people aren't the same after different experiences with different people. And so, you know, everybody who I don't talk to anymore, and I don't like come back to repay that in any way. I don't come back to repay that like always. The reason that is okay, you know, this mature take, the reason that it is okay to move forward is that their effects play out eternally. So, right? So all of our friends who we've been with at one point or another, our interactions with you will actually play out in our personality. Even if we're doing, let's say, some sort of business meeting, just take the most typical example, and we closed that deal, and there was obviously some factor of likability in that. Your interaction played out. Our interactions with you played out some sort of way there. These effects cannot be measured. However, we know for a fact that they absolutely occur. So it is a never-ending relationship.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's also so important who we spend time with. But there is no, again, all I'll say is that I am humbly thankful to all the teachers and parents and mentors who took the time to selflessly help a kid learn when that kid has no understanding of what it is they're getting, and you have no real assurance that that'll play out well, but you just took a chance. And this video is not proof that your chance played out, but it is just a statement that I will not let you down.
Real. You know, I was actually going to take the opportunity to end it on a typical motive note where we would go crazy, but I didn't want to disrespect.
Yeah. I was coming in with that. We can still do whatever you want to do.
Nah, because that's very real and very mature of us, and maybe it's not the time for some practical jokes right there.
Nah, come on. It's good. It's good.
Okay. I guess you know if Chief right here says, because, and so
the after hours. We have to edit the after hours. Like, no, this whole thing has to be fucking edited. It's the funny thing.
Oh, it's good.
You couldn't get so vile if you fucking tried. We actually could. Right now, there's nothing. I don't think we could really think up anything to say right now. Like, I remember, it's still hilarious to me how you were saying that one thing, and I was like so chill. This is like Freddie was saying. He's so right that like I just like don't take on the perspective of other people's. And then you're like, yo, I saw. And I was like in the headphones, and I'm like, bro, don't say that.
Yo, it's all gonna cut out, bro. Don't worry.
And what you were talking about was like so bad.
I know.
And I was like in my headphones, just like yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah, but they couldn't hear me, bro. I was whispering in the mic.
No, they could. I was in the headphones listening to it, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to. This is out. But like,
no, I mean they couldn't hear me.
Right. That's the other thing, bro. Learning. Yeah, okay.
That's how lasted it is. Bro.
So nonetheless, like, there's really like I don't know what to say, bro. Like I don't know what to say that could actually like it's because it's funny because you know the fucking this is crazy and this is long too, which I really appreciate.
This is like
we're like
bro,
20.
How long is
we're
this,
I think
bro?
we're
like 6 hours.
I think we're 22 gigs in. So thank you.
Wow.
Thank you to me for
That's
being
crazy.
a rich tech boy and having large storage.
This could be actually like 6 hours. Like I'm pretty sure it's approaching. It's approaching, bro. At 4 o'clock. Anyways. What I was gonna say is obviously, you know, like there's nothing else I could add to Andrew's.
Yeah.
Andrew's ode to the mentors in our life, and I have so much love for all of them, all the people who's been a part of my journey, and you know, especially love for all the people who did and will have to continue to lose to our whims, because at the end of the day, you know, motive's here, and it's here to stay. And what you don't know, what you're not ready for, is that we are coming for you. That's Motive Live. One time, baby.
We all are market players. We're all in the same market. We're just better players than you.
Motive Live, baby. Let's go. That's right.
Yo, that was so sick, bro. What the fuck?
Let's go, baby, bro. All right. Let's get
Man,
this.
we
cleaned
just
up,
did
bro.
that.